Surviving 1000 days in hardcore Minecraft is not easy, but during that time I can make massive builds, complete insane tasks, and create huge collections. And by the end of this 1000 day journey, I went from 4000 to 5000 days in my world. I do want to find the warden and battle it, but that is going to take some careful planning and preparation. So before I go through that, I'm going to get one of the other new features first. That requires me grabbing a bunch of sugarcane, making a cartography table. Now I shall trade with a villager, get a map, and fly towards a woodland mansion. And as I'm flying along, I've just realised something. I've got no totem. So let's get one out of that shulker box and get back to flying. There is the mansion, and here is the entrance. So the goal is to find a room that has the allay. I believe it's rooms like this, which can have one. All I know is they're kept in some sort of prison. This looks more like it, although still no joy. Maybe these allays are going to be a bit rarer than I first thought. So no joy in mansion number 1. So that means buying another map and going out in search again. Let's hope this one actually has the allay. Well, there is a jail cell, once again empty. But look at that! We got a nut chapel. I did not expect that. Okay, there it is. Come on, mansion. Don't let me down. I think we've got it. This is where they are trapped. I definitely heard one. We've got an allay. We finally got one. And not just one, there's 4 in there. Oh, this is brilliant. 5, 6, so far 6, and there's loads more over here. It was worth all the effort. This is so crazy. It's just like having a load of balloons or something. And these guys are going to be dragged 2,000 blocks in this direction. I'm not sure if I brought any more. I know I had 14 or 15, but that should be enough. Now to grab a load of glass, add yet another nut chapel to the walls, and make a building around these guys. And the allay dome is now complete. Although I do feel I could make a few improvements to it now, such as magenta underneath the glass. Whoa, it just nicked me concrete. I didn't know that is not for you. Give that back. Who do you think you are? Here, have a magenta one. There you go. Happy days. Go on, pick it up. Let's see him collect it all. This is how it works, isn't it? He picks it all up. Bring it to me, slave. Oh, he does as well. Oh, it's brilliant. You've got a friend in me. We did an advancement. Let's go. Well, give me that back now. Okay, you're not keeping it. You know, I wasn't sure about this mob when we voted for it at Minecon, but I have to say the allay is a very cool mob. Now, you're probably waiting for me to go and battle the warden and see if he takes me out and, you know, what happens with that encounter. But before I go down that road, because, you know, I would like to prolong my life, I'm going to try and find another of the brand new mobs. And I think this is what I've been looking for. Wow, a mangrove swamp. And it has got the best thing added in the update, the thing that I wanted more than anything. No, it's not these things. Are they called molecules? No, propagules, that's it. I knew it was one of them. And it's not the mangrove roots or the cool new wood. And it's definitely not the frogs. I feel bad saying that because the frogs are very cool. I wonder if I can somehow take these all home with me. But no, the best thing added in the mangrove swamps is mud. Yes, mud is in the game. You've got to love it. Look at it. Oh, it's so satisfying. It's so cool to walk on, the sounds it makes. Look at it. You can turn it into really cool blocks as well if you cook it. You know what? Let's cook a bit of mud. Why not? Okay. Oh, whoa, we've just got... It's amazing what you just find randomly in a... Oh my goodness. What's that doing in there? Is there anything else in here that I should know about? 13 more. Why have I just got loads of netherite scrap chilling in things? Apparently, yeah, okay, I'm not doing this right. You actually don't cook mud. You pack it with wheat. And then you can make your mud bricks. And then I can make some mud walls. 8 more ancient debris and I'll have another netherite block. And I would also like to harvest a load of these leaves. The leaves can go on the outside with mud walls around them. Come on, you 3. I'm taking you to your new home. Oh, they love it. Look at them swim. I didn't know they could swim like that. They're very fast. Come on, don't be shy. You can come in here. You will be locked in here for the rest of your life, though. That's it. Take your time. I've got nowhere to be. That's it. Nice and steady. Flipping out, they make the turtles look fast. And here it is. So I think I can pick this up. Is that right? That was wrong. It's actually impossible to pick up frog spawn, so now I've got to wait another 5 minutes. Although that's not a problem because I now need to cover this entire roof in string. Otherwise, it will get covered in snow. That is the roof covered. Now to do the same with these leaves. And Operation Build a Frog Enclosure is now complete. Now for take 2 on getting some frog spawn. This time I'll leave it alone. And the frog spawn takes up to 10 minutes to hatch. You know what? I'm going to sit and wait. This is too magical of a moment to miss. And there we go, I've caught the magical moment on camera. Yes, I did just sit there for 5 minutes and wait for them to hatch, but now, if I can get a bucket, I can pick up a tadpole. Look at that, that's beautiful. Let's pick up a couple of them. I'm pretty sure when these little fellas grow up, they will be blue frogs. Okay, I'm actually in it. There isn't any blue frogs in Minecraft. Green frogs, they'll be green frogs, okay? But if the tadpoles grow up in this biome, because it's a taiga biome, it's warm, it's not cold, then they will instead be orange frogs, temperate ones. So let's give them a decent sized home to play around in. I'm not sure if I've done this very well. The water does not work. There we go, that's sorted. Now we need to box them in. And if I give them slime balls, it will accelerate the process. And lucky for these tadpoles, I have so so much slime. Okay, I didn't need to bring this many, but you know what? Just for effect, we've got them. All right, fellas. Each slime to your heart's content. And there we go. We've got one that's grown. I'm sure the other two can't be far behind. There we go. I've now got all three. Accidentally bred some more as well, but you know what? It can't hurt. Let's get these boys to their new home. Well, I guess they're not all boys. Some of them laid some frog spawn, but you know, well, you know what I mean. Let's fill these other tadpoles with slime as well. And there we have it. We've got a green frog. Shame it's not blue. Mojang had a blue frog. Although, to be fair, they never listened to me. I asked them for penguins, and we never saw that happen, did we? And you know what? If we're going after the warden, there's one thing I should definitely bring. Some notch apples. I've not been collecting these up for no reason, okay? This is all coming down to this moment. We don't want to die in this world. We might as well eat a notch apple if it's going to save a life. You know, I'm scared, guys. I don't know why I'm scared. If I wasn't in hardcore, I wouldn't be bothered, but it's actually pretty terrifying. It's got to be the one. He's coming. This is it, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is terrifying. This is 4,000 days. I can't see him at the moment. He's got to be in that cave. I don't need to be above me though, so I'm gonna keep this nice and safe because I don't think he can get in this tunnel. Okay, and that's got to be what I remember. Okay. Also got to remember the warden cannot see me. He's blind. He can smell me, and that's it. And he smelt me. Okay. Let's get a glance at this warden. There it is. Oh, this, I'm really scared. That's the warden. Don't smell me. Got the eggs. How do I get past him? Go on, chicken. Distract him. Don't you dare kill that chicken. That's a baby chicken. Whoa, 2 baby chickens. I got 2 for 2 on the baby chicken. Oh, no. What are you doing up here? Hey, buddy. Oh, it's the chicken. Chicken, what are you doing? You're a traitorous chicken. He's getting mad. Is he coming through? He's killed the chicken. I know he's killed the chicken. He can't get through this. There's no way. I'm blocking it up. I'm blocking it up. What the heck? He killed the chicken. I don't know if he was coming through or not, but... Oh my goodness. Okay, the one, he can't teleport to you. Alright, I don't think that was an ancient city. I'm actually so scared. I just need to... Let's pause the game. Let's take a breather. Alright, so with this very, very powerful armor, the warden can hit me 4 times. If it hits me a 5th time, I'm gonna pop a totem. I hear it getting back into the ground. Okay, the warden's gone now. That's, you know, that's the best news we've had. If it doesn't get any vibrations for 60 seconds, it crawls back in the ground, which is where it's gone. Now, there's the Shrieker. Is this ancient city potential? There's a lot more Shriekers down here and stuff. So I am going to take my time and try not to summon another warden for now. I think we found it, guys. Yes, it is. I found an ancient city. And look at that. The center of the ancient city. It has all of the reinforced deep slate around it that nobody knows what it does, but everybody thinks it's going to be a portal. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I feel like a pulse might be able to go through walls, so I might be in trouble, but I'm going to try anyway, see what happens. Yeah, we've got it. I've got Swift Sneak. That's something, okay. Yeah, Warden's coming now. Warden is super close, so I've got to be really careful now. Alright, but I'm okay. He's not on my bridge. He doesn't know where I am. I've got me eggs. No need to panic. There he is down there. He's absolutely no idea what's going on. We'll send an egg over that way. Alright, that's it. That's it, bold fella. You don't know where I am. Meanwhile, I keep bridging away. The darkness effect has gone, which means he's lost my trail. Ah, there he is over there. No problem at all. Okay, if I just wait, he'll go in the ground again. Are you kidding me? You don't see him. Come on. There's no way. Oh, come on. Right, that's it. I've had just about enough of this. You think you can do this? I'll tell you what happens. I fly away, alright? I'm not having you sniffing me out. Oh, okay, careful. I don't know what the warden thinks, but I am definitely far too powerful for him to outsmart me. I'll be beating this guy properly with hand-to-hand battle and close quarters combat. Home sweet home. I'm not going to put the notch apples back into the collection because I will be taking them with me when I go to battle the warden, so... We're gonna just leave those there for now. It's time to create something that will generate the mud. If you didn't know, mud can be created by right-clicking dirt with a water bottle. Look at that, we've got mud. And I'm gonna use that concept to try and design a farm that will generate it all for me. This farm could end up being a little bit messy, so I'm going to build it all the way out here. But the plan is 4 pistons along here, then observers facing this way to detect when blocks get placed. I think I've worked out an even better system. Don't know what it is, but I just love designing farms. Let's put a load of bottles in all of here. And if I stand like this, Oh, look at that. It turns it all to mud. It's so simple, but so effective. I've been using every single one of my brain cells, and I've had to modify the machine so much. Because when a dispenser turns it to mud, you can see that the glass bottle stays in. And that was going to cause a problem. But now I'm going to put one bottle in every single one. I might be able to modify this a little bit and also have a glass bottle in each of these dispensers. And then there has to be water in front of each of the dispensers so they can fill the water bottles with water. I haven't automated this just yet, but that's going to go to there. I push that button. It should do all that. We should end up... There we go. We get a water bottle back in there. A glass bottle in there. So, I mean, that's the essence of the farm. It can only go so fast, as I say, because you need to replenish the thing. So, you go like that. I mean, I will make it more automatic. Okay, and it seems like something's not worked. Instead, I'll try just one water bottle in each. Ooh, okay, that didn't work. As I was saying, just one water bottle in each. No glass bottles at the bottom. See if that goes all the way around correctly. But again, these end ones don't. So it's not the world's fastest thing, but it does now work. As you can see, a full water bottle. It is a little bit slower, a little bit more complicated, but as you can see, it does indeed work. I've made even more adjustments to the design, and now it works pretty much perfectly. I just go here and hold right click, and as you can see, it just works perfectly. Everything is getting converted to mud. You can see in the bottom right there that glass bottles are getting turned into water bottles, and they'll be coming back around the system. Very occasionally you will get dirt that doesn't convert to mud, but that is not the end of the world. We've maxed it out at this point. Okay, we seem to have run out of wood. You know what, me saying it's working perfectly? Well, you know, there's a few tweaking problems. Let's blow a horn, okay? Let's see what it sounds like. Wait, what is that? What is that from? I've literally watched a compilation of movie intros and I've found it. Listen to this horn. Okay, yeah, we got it. And then listen to this movie intro sounds. Ready? It's basically the same. Anyway, enough of that. Let's continue dehorning a load of goats. And how will I get more screaming goats? Well, that's quite simple. By getting more wheat. So, yeah, this farm is going a little bit slow. I wonder if it's because it's not quite in render distance all the time, because I think you're working harder than that farmer. And on the positive side, I have raided a lot of villagers over the months. So we have so many hay bales, meaning I can breed plenty more goats with a 2% chance to get a screaming one, which means I need to breed 50 babies. Looks like I'm going to be pretty busy with these guys. So far I've found 2 screaming goats, one there and one there. Or should I say I have bred 2 screaming goats. And I also know that one of these is a screamer. I don't know which. So I'm just luring away a few of them and leaving some of them on the lead. And it is one of these. I've just heard it make the screaming noise. Okay, I think it's this one. Or it could be this one. I'm not entirely sure. But I know it's definitely not you. So let's get rid of you. There's a 50-50 chance that I've chosen the right one. Doesn't seem to be a screamer. And this one is the screaming goat. Come with me, good sir. You can go with all the other ones. And I think I'm going to use you to get the next of the horns. Here it comes. You missed. Haha. I think he screamed as his horn went off. I can understand why you'd scream at that. And we got ourselves the dream horn. How does that sound? Let's have a listen. It's an interesting... it's an interesting sounding one. I don't think I'm going to break your other horn off, because all they seem to do is just drop the same horn twice anyway. Now it is your turn, goat number 2. Here it comes. Did I go a bit early? No, I didn't. Perfect timing. We got coal. I think I already have coal. I do, so there's no point getting another coal off that either. But dream can be added to this wall, and no, not that dream. And you shall be the final screaming goat that I take his horn. Here it comes. Which one did we get this time? We got yearn, which sounds like this. That is a very yearning sound. I'll add it to the wall, and let's get a couple of horns from a non-screaming goat. Right, it's winding up its charge. You were too slow. Where did that go? Wow, that went so high. Right, my goodness. And we've got ourselves Ponder. Now, do we have Ponder already? I don't think we do. We have Sing was the other one we had. So I shall put that there. And just to double check, every goat does drop the same 2 horns. I'm going to let it hit me one more time. Or should I say, let it ram this wall again? Yeah, give me Ponder again. So basically, whatever goat gives you, both its horns give you. By the way, if you were curious, Ponder sounds like this. And so all I need now to finish my collection is another screaming goat. And to do that, I'd better get back to breeding. Please give me the horn that I haven't yet got. Let's see. Admire. Yes, okay, we've got every single goat on. Let's see what Admire is. They're a bit weird sounding, some of these, but Thank you so much, dear goat. I will never need all these millions of goats again. We've got every horn that we ever need. All of them are on this wall, which is fine for now. I've got the dream one there as well. Yep, all 8 goat horns obtained. Let's have one last rest in my bed, and then the search for the deep dark can begin. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna drink my swiftness. I've drunk the strength, and I am ready to go. You might be bigger than me, you might be stronger than me, and you might have a lot more health, but you are blind and stupid, and that is how I'm going to defeat you. Okay, so far so well. Doing some good strafes. That's it. Oh my god, look at this. You just can't get him. Okay, hold on. That's the attack we have got to worry about. That does a lot of damage, but... Okay, hold on. Oh, things are getting a little bit messy there. There we go, we're good. Just pop another notch apple. I'm just going to have a lot of notch apples, okay? Have another one. Okay, yeah, you get a bit of thorns in there. You don't like that, do you? Okay. He does not miss that attack. That's the worrying thing. Maybe if I'd have got pearls, I could have avoided it, but... Oh my goodness, he's got me low. Oh, okay, I've got to be careful. Let's just keep going. Keep going. Okay, I've got to move now. I've got to move. I've just got to get a little bit further away from him. Get a bit of distance. Oh my goodness, a bit more this time. Okay, let's just do that. There we go. You can't get across to me now. Oh, he can. Okay, it's through. I'm going to just pop another notch apple. Okay, just straight away using my health. Oh no, don't get close to him though. Got to just keep out of his range. Oh my goodness, I'm going to pop the top if I'm not careful. There we go. Oh, well, we've got this. Maybe not. If he hits me though, we're good. We're good. We got him. We defeated him. Oh, is that all you got? SB737 versus the Warden, and it was absolutely no contest. There's me getting scared. I've got all these items. Didn't even need him. Just a good bit of strafing, good bit of movement, and he's been defeated. There's another one. Oh, another one's coming. Well, I could go for round 2. Come on then, old Warden. That's it. Okay, this one could be a little bit more difficult, but... Okay, I'm not doing as well in this one, I'll admit. Maybe I couldn't go for... What am I doing? Okay. You get a golden apple. That's it. As long as I get those notch apples off, I can pretty much... Okay, so what are you doing up here? Good. No, we're not good. Okay, get the totem out. Do that. There we go. Oh no, another totem's gone. Well, I should not. You know what? I got a little complacent. Battling it once was enough. Maybe not twice. Okay, just eat another notch apple. I need to get my health as much as possible. Things are so dark down here now. My night vision has run out as well. Oh, I'm stuck on a thing. Okay, just need to try and keep away from him. But there's obstacles, and it's when you can't see. I'm in a bad spot. Eat that quick. We're good. Got it off. Okay, just eat another notch apple. This is all my notch apples going down the drain, but it's for a good cause. You know what? Whoa! Okay. We're good. Gonna eat another one. There we go. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I've got no totems left in my hotbar, which does worry me. I've got to get some hits on him. Okay, let's just... I've got to just... No, we're too close. Got to keep moving. There we go. Where is he? I don't even see him. Okay. I think I've always... This is stressful. That sonic attack is so powerful and so difficult to do anything against. Like, you can't get away from it. Like, it does so much health. You need a lot of notch apples to defeat the... Oh my goodness, he's getting some hits on me now. Quick SP. Okay, we just... The notch apple. Yes, we got him again. That one was much harder. I don't want to defeat another one. My heart's going too fast. My armor is also very broken. I used up like 20 notch apples in that battle. I'd love to see if I can get some notch apples back though. I think I'm going to do a little bit of searching and see if there's any around. But my goodness, it doesn't get much more stressful than that. I did get something new from that visit as well. Loads of disc fragments, which can be crafted over here into the music disc. Can we craft it? No, we can only craft one. But here it is. I think it's just called 5. I don't know why it's called 5, but that seems to be the name that it has. I can play it, but it's just weird. If you listen to it. Like, it's just ambience and stuff like that, so it's a weird one. Not quite like Pig Step or Other Side, and I've just realised I don't actually have any item frames for Other Side or this new 5 one, I think it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called, 5. I'll just nick a couple of item frames from here for now, and they can go like this. So we actually have a nice symmetrical thing, although I think they should be in the middle, because you know what, it looks really cool like the Pig Step one. It doesn't look like the other ones. I think the Broken Disc is another one which should go up here, and I also need to rename them so they stand out better. If you don't rename them, they hover over. That happens But if you rename them, you can see what they're called. There we have it. The new and improved music disc wall is complete. Now I need to grab a tadpole. And I need to take it to a warm biome to grow up. I'm pretty sure this lukewarm ocean should be good. Never mind, it's apparently not warm enough there. But I wonder if I can do it in the nether. I know it'll have its risks, but I have no idea what's going to happen if I... Okay. Eat the slime balls and grow. Okay, I'm going to give you so much slime. I don't know how long you can survive without air, so I'm just going as fast as I can. If this works, guys, it will be a miracle. We're either going to have a dead tadpole or a live and well frog. Come on. We've got this. Just keep going. No, it's dying. Quick. You need to grow. It grew. It died. It grew as it died. What? It was dying. You were nearly dead. I don't know how you're here. That frog literally stared death in the face and just said, yeah, I don't care. Much more resistant than those other ones that died just because they were bouncing up and down on a lead. All right, frogs, up you come to your new home. In here, you are going to get to eat so much food. Don't jump out, though. Honestly, that's the one thing you... Did they both jump out? Seriously. I nearly killed you, and you survived, and now you just want to jump out and live above the bedrock? I don't think so. And now I know I can't trust you guys. You're going on the lead. Didn't want to have to do that, but you left me with no choice. Now, the next thing I'll be doing is covering this top in powdered snow. The frogs will be just small enough to go underneath. The only issue is I'm not sure I've got enough. But yeah, that little half a block is small enough for a frog's hitbox, but it will mean the smaller magma cubes fall through and the bigger magma cubes get taken out, if that makes sense. So he goes in. All right, let's see what happens. He's down there. So I guess the magma cube over time will freeze because he's a bit big for the frogs to eat right now. There you go. He gets hurt. Now there's the small ones. The frogs are going in. It's really hard to see exactly what's going on, but the frogs are going in and eating them. I can watch it all unfold from down here, actually. That's frozen. It's died. Now then, the frog's going to go in and eat them. It seems to vary. Sometimes the frogs don't get to them and the baby magma cubes die, which I guess is because they bounce in the snow. But we have already got a couple of frog lights, so I can only assume it's working. So I'll AFK here for a bit and see what we get. Loads of time has passed. And whilst we do have a lot of magma cream, we also have a lot of frog lights. So it's a good twofold farm, really. I mean, I might as well grab all of these. Can't even carry them all, so I better put them into a shulker box. And then I can take all of these back home. It's also worth me picking up the slime, since we won't be transporting frogs up here anytime soon again. And I do have a use for these frog lights shortly, but for now, I will store them in this 1.19 chest. This does seem like a very cool place to build a warden farm, which is what I think we should do next. This farm is going to require quite a lot of redstone components. I think this is all the items that I require, at least I hope it is. It's a long journey back if I forget anything. So right here we've got a system that will detect when the Shrieker updates. It'll have observers on top and then dispensers on top of them. And these red blocks are what the warden is going to spawn on. It'll be able to spawn the dispensers or the red blocks. But anywhere else that it might want to try and spawn, it will be completely out of range. To be honest with you, warden farms aren't super complicated. There is a limit to how fast you can make them. You could make it slightly faster with portals, but I don't want it to get mixed up with that one. More disasters can happen. And mobs being able to spawn in portals. Wow, that was fast. So soul speed and swift sneak. But yeah, mobs being able to spawn in portals is going to get patched out soon anyway. So this version is a little bit more future-proof. These gates are going to hold the water, and there shall be glass on top of them. And now I've got to build this up really high with glass. I might need to do a bit of mining. That's going to be in the way, but the roof is generally pretty high. From the Shrieker to the very top, the farm is about 30 blocks tall in total, so it's not going to be too massive. This is the height it needs to be, and I knew I'd forget something. Forgot the bone meal. Not to worry though, I can still build it with the 63 pieces of kelp I have. It's just going to take a little bit longer. This along here is going to stop the wardens from popping out of the top. Instead, they'll be falling down there where an entity crammer will soon be set up. In fact, I'm going to do that now because later on it's going to be harder to get to. I kind of forget how many minecarts you need for an entity crammer, but I'm pretty sure it's something along the lines of 24. See, if you imagine there's water here, I couldn't be breaking all of that, but we've got 14 here for now. And I've got another 14 here, which will make 28. That's some quick maths, and that will be enough to entity cram the wardens. Let's next place water at these top bits, and instead of being able to bone meal all the kelp, I'm just going to have to manually place it in each bit. Then when I break it, I'll have a water chute and I can grab it at the top and do the same thing on these two. And that is all of the water sorted. Always a little bit scary when you're about to test a farm that's so dangerous. But I'm just going to run my hoppers all the way down so I can actually get to the items. I'm setting up something like this, and it makes sense to move that portal over there so that it is instead over here. And I can add some of these sculpt veins onto the portal like that. Oh, look at that. It just makes it look like it's part of the scenery. I can have a singular chest on the edge here so I can just easily get to it. But it's going to be well out of the way of the farm's range. I think it's just about ready. All I need to do is add in buckets to every single dispenser and then cover all of this in water. Whilst there's water there, the wardens can't spawn, but for a split second, the dispensers will pick up the water, the warden will spawn, then it'll put the water back, send the warden up there to the minecarts where they will then die, and then the hoppers will push it all, well, the short catalyst into that chest. And now the moment of truth, okay? I break this. I don't want to do it really. I stand on the shrieker. Come on, SB, let's get it over with. There we go, I'm stood on here. Okay, warden. I built this wrong. I built it all wrong. I think I built it all wrong. Have I built it all wrong? I built it all wrong. I've completely built it wrong. Are we okay? I've done everything wrong. I had one job. One simple job. Although, you know what? I think it should still work okay. I've kind of just had a little bit of a look of it. I think it is something that will work either way around. If a warden spawns and he's going to attack me, I'll be okay. I'll be able to survive, alright? I'm just going to raise my warden level by another one. And in theory, he should crawl out of the ground. There he is. He's crawling up. Is he going up? Is he going up? He's gone up. You can't really see it because of the darkness effect. But once at the top, yeah, he flows along. Slow and steady. And then he should go into that. I think I've actually built that slightly wrong as well. Yeah, I built it completely wrong. I'm going to have to wait for him to disappear. I'm hoping that should have been long enough. Okay, well, it wasn't, but he's fallen into my trap anyway. And after 70 million years, he will eventually lose all his health. There we go. That's the easy way to defeat a warden. And now I'm just going to block up these particular blocks and then break them again, because they shouldn't be source blocks. That was kind of just causing me a few issues. Then there needs to be blocks underneath these, so it'll come all the way around. Then I break those and put water underneath. All right, that is mission accomplished. Let's do take 2 on this, and hopefully everything works okay. We will see the warden climb through the ground again. There he is, climbing through the ground over there. I think I built it perfectly correct. I don't know why I was so worried that I'd done it wrong. And he's in there. He went straight in this time, so it works much better. And we can keep summoning these every 10 seconds. That means we get 6 wardens a minute and 360 in an hour. See, just look at them. They're flying through. Loads of them climbing through the ground. Although that one climbs quite close to me, but you know what? Nothing to be scared of, because as they climb through the ground, they get sent up. I've done it. I have successfully farmed the warden. And as you can see, there's just quite a lot of them getting entity crammed up there. They're getting taken out perfectly. Basically every 10 seconds one gets taken out, because that's how often they spawned. I should probably have not maybe made that chest so high, but look at that. Sculpt catalysts are going in. In fact, I am going to move this back so that I can reach the chest a bit easier. Somewhere like that will be better. Just needs hoppers going into the back of it, although placing the hoppers is now a bit of a challenge. A challenge which I have managed to do. And I am still not entirely sure what I'm going to do with all these sculpt catalysts, but it's more that I just want to farm the warden. So we're going to run it for a little bit and get loads of them. Maybe, I reckon if I get 200-300 of them, that'll do me for now. And you'd think it'd be a little bit risky to go AFK with wardens climbing out the ground around you, but well, I'm not scared of that. And I think that is enough time that the warden farm has been running. I'll let all those wardens slowly fall to the entity cramming. And as you can see, lots and lots of sculpt catalysts, which will be very useful for a new farm. But that's a new farm which will be built in the next episode. Something I'd like to do at some point is build a massive blue ice track for the boat that would take me all the way to the warden farm. Such a thing would require over 2,000 blue ice, which would be about 150,000's worth of normal ice. I'm quickly repairing a few items, and I'd like to finally fully finish this ice farm. It's a project that's been hanging over me for nearly 2,000 days, so I'm going to spend a bit of time gathering up all the materials, and then I can get on with building this thing. It's not chapel hunting time, but I won't be searching the pyramids anymore. Instead, I'll be scouting out for ancient cities. Okay, and it's looking good. I was about to say it's not looking too good, but is that... Oh, it's an ancient city as well. We've not only found Deep Dark, we've now found ancient city. Yeah, I just need to go to new chunks. Now, let's get this place searched. So, I will ultimately just break the chest, but I don't need notch apples yet, so I won't pick any up, if you know what I mean. It's starting to feel like there can't be much of this place left to search, and not much joy. Although there's a chest or two over here I've missed, and I've searched at least 10 chests, which is roughly the average that you need to search to find a notch apple. Well, there we go. We've done it. Mission accomplished. What am I getting rid of? There's actually a warden here. Sorry, I just took a notch apple. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. But I used so many notch apples in the last episode that if you think that I'm coming home with just one, then you are very much mistaken. Still 1 or 2 chests knocking about. I'm struggling to spot any more now, so I shall fly on up, grab diamonds on the way, and see if I can track down yet another of the ancient cities. And that is once again mission accomplished. Let's start searching chests. And this chest had a notch apple in it as well. That's 2 I've now found on this journey. That's a 3rd one in there as well. Perfect. I just saw it for a blink of a second. Basically, 1.19 just made Minecraft easier. Yeah, they added the warden, but he's really no threat. And I'm now able to get notch apples way faster. I think I'm not far off finding most of the chests here. Doesn't seem to be as many as there was in the last of the ancient cities. And you know what? With 3 notch apples, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going back home. And for my next project, I'm going to grab a bunch of blackstone. Then I can begin building the tunnel that's going to go all the way to the nether perimeter. And I reckon having it this far is probably enough. We're at the perimeter at this point. It's just one big long straight. And there's still lots of slabs to be placed down on it. Although I have actually run out of it. Hopefully I can get some more from the bartering farm. By the looks of things, I can indeed. And now I can get back to work. And that is mission accomplished. And now I'm going to do a load of building for this corridor. Well, that took a lot longer to build than I expected, and I did unfortunately run out of blackstone partway through. So I'm going to chill for a little bit at the gold farm, and then any gold that comes through, I will barter by sending it down to those piglins. And apparently there's loads of ingots in here as well, which is good, because those guys over there love their gold. Spent a lot of time bartering, a lot of time getting gold. Got quite a bit of spare gold that can go in here. In fact, I'll throw all of that. Okay, well, why has that got stuck? That's what I want to know. I think I did it too quick, didn't I? But I'll just go and chuck that there. These guys are going to keep bartering. There can't be much left. And that is plenty of blackstone to go at. Especially when you consider that these chests have got some in as well. With all this blackstone, I can make stairs and add them all the way along the top. Then I can also create slabs and place them down on the sides. And that is that complete. Which means the only thing this tunnel is missing is a load of chains with lanterns underneath. And that is Operation Create a Ridiculously Long Tunnel complete. And now I can begin the next of my projects, which will be to build an entire planet. Yeah, we've got a few big cool things around here, but a planet is not one of them. I'm thinking somewhere up here could be quite good. One of my main requirements is it's just not in a biome where it can snow, because otherwise it'll get covered in snow, it'll get ruined. I know I could just put string on it, but you know what, I'm here now anyway. I'm happy with this position. I've had a bit of a change of heart and decided to instead build it here, because if I build it, I don't know, over there, I think it's just going to be too far away for me to see from my house and stuff like that. There's no point building something cool like a planet in the sky if you can't see it. Now let's grab some concrete, and this is the layer that I'm going to build the base of this planet. The reason I'm doing blue concrete is because that's going to be like the oceans, and I can build the land on top of that. I think doing it this way just makes a lot more sense, rather than doing it with a load of temporary blocks like dirt and then having to place blocks all over it above that. I think it would just be too much effort. So I think the way that I'm doing it right now is the most efficient. Building a big sphere isn't the easiest thing in the world. You just kind of have to do it ring by ring and then fill it in, as you can see. Because once you get the outside right, filling in the inside is pretty easy. This part that I'm doing now probably isn't the most interesting, but I'm going to bring it up layer by layer, which I reckon will make a great time lapse. And there we have it. This planet has got its first bit built. It's currently just a massive sphere in the sky, and at some point it'll be given lots of decoration. It's also now much darker down here with a planet above you. Hopefully this is big enough for now. And now I can begin placing down the packed ice. I decided to make life easier. I made the platform a little bit bigger. Now I can get even more ice placed down. And that is all of the ice down. Absolute nightmare. As you can see, I've just gone crazy with the scaffolding. We can see, yeah, the ice just kind of goes around the bottom like that. It'll be much easier when it comes to adding the blocks on the top. There's still quite a bit to do before I'm ready for that. So instead I grab the green concrete and work on adding a landmass that's going to be coming out of this ice, and it's going to go right up the side. Yeah, it's going to be a big country here. It really looks like a bit of a crazy thing having the scaffolding. You can see I've used snow blocks to keep it going up. But now that I'm this high, I'm kind of able to stand on the blocks, which makes life a lot easier. So I can kind of do this and then be inside it, place blocks, which means I don't have to worry about the scaffolding as much. Things are really starting to speed up now, and I want to have a bit of a beach coming up and around, like, you know, as part of this terrain, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to have a bit of smooth sandstone just on the edge above this block, and then it'll kind of come up like this and up and round as I bring this terrain higher and higher. And that is the top of the country done. And there you have it. Okay, apparently for some reason I missed a block there. I filled the hole with a bit of lime green concrete. Yeah, you can see what I'm going for there. Okay, it looks a little off because of the scaffolding, and we're missing other countries. And now I think I'd like to focus on one of the countries or continents or whatever you want to call them that doesn't require me to place a bunch of scaffolding. Instead, I can just kind of stand on the blocks and place them as I go. And it has to be said, when I don't have to use scaffolding, that was so fast. And look at that, got all of that placed down The amethyst country is complete, or continent, I can call it either. And now for one that's going to initially be a little bit tricky and require some scaffolding, and that is the continent of Skulk. And now I've built this up high enough so that I can just place Skulk on top of other Skulks. Don't need the scaffold anymore, which is very, very nice indeed. I don't really know how, but I seem to have run out of the Skulk veins. I mean, I've nearly finished this this continent. As you can see, it's looking pretty big, but yeah, I need more Skulk veins. I don't know where they could be. Very, very strange indeed. But I think that means that my best option is to head to the end and use this farm and primarily focus on getting veins. Which actually, this place is great for that. If I mine that before they go through. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. This is literally a Skulk vein generator. And I'm fairly confident that I should have now got enough. Yeah, stack 21. Probably going to be more in these chests. There's a few in all of these, nothing crazy, but better than nothing. And now to get back to building the country of Skulk. And that is mission accomplished. Definitely looks like a pretty cool part of the planet. Pretty cool part of the planet that needs the scaffolding removing. And now to do the one of slime, which should be a pretty easy one to do. Well, in theory, if I don't get my head stuck. This will be an amazing move if it works. Head hitter into place in the block. Beautiful. Then that goes there and we can continue. All of the slime is successfully down. So that is what that one looks like a bit of an egg, isn't it? And that is a giant netherrack country created. Starting to look like a planet, isn't it? You know, ice below, countries on, you know, all that snow will need to go because it's just a stupid thing that shouldn't be there. I'm nearly out of time though. However, we've still got enough time to hopefully do the top. There is meant to be like a desert country. I don't know if I'll have time for that. I might just go over time, see how I'm feeling. I also want to get rid of all this snow because it's just going to get in the way. And now I need to swoop down to the bottom to grab the last bits of my ice. Hopefully I've got enough. I should have enough. This top bit isn't going to have as much ice as the bottom bit did because there's going to be snow up here as well. The sun is setting, but that won't stop me because I'm going to finish this no matter what. And I am sick of you guys spawning. Even the annoying phantoms will not stop me from getting this finished, okay? I will stay up all night if I have to. Although I seem to have run out of packed ice, unfortunately. Could have sworn I'd brought enough, but evidently not. Thankfully, I can get more pretty quickly. Not from in here, although I think if I mine... Oh, well, that was a black spike. But I think if I mine loads up, I should get a full inventory's worth pretty quick, which will be enough. But when I've only got tonight to finish the planet, and then time is ticking, I ain't got time for mining ice. Operation Get a Full Inventory of Ice was successful. There's some glass there. There should be some ice coming round eventually. Why would I walk there? It's a lag spike. Really weird. Anyway. I get plenty of packed ice from that. I think, yeah, more is sailing around. Snow? No, don't snow. Oh, that's going to be so annoying to build on top with. Screw it. I'm going to sleep. Yes, I know I'm doing the forbidden thing of going overtime, but it won't take me long to finish the top of this. Well, it won't take me long as I don't run out of ice again. There we go. The top is done. All frozen up, as you can see. Looking pretty good, I'd say. It's looking... It's the snow kind of ruins the look of it. It just doesn't quite seem right, does it? One thing I would like to get added to the top is some trees. And that is 2 trees added, you know, just adds a bit of life to the top of the planet. And I know that I am way over on time, but I really just want to finish this planet. I just need to do a sandstone one, which won't take me too long. And you know what? We've gone over time, so we might as well go more over time. Probably the worst mindset I could have, but you know what? I don't care. It's an easy one where I'm just placing sandstone on top of stuff. I'm not having to use scaffolding, so that's why I feel like I can do it in time. There we go. As I said, it was pretty quick indeed. Looking good. That is the desert one. I'm not really sure what the orange terracotta is. It's just a bit of decoration. It looks more like an inverted cookie or something, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, as much as I like what I've created, I think it's very, very cool. All those snow layers are driving me crazy. They just look so annoying. So I say, first things first, to get rid of all this scaffolding, get rid of most of it. This bit's going to be a little bit crazy for scaffolding falling to the ground. But it's also very, very satisfying to watch it all disappear like that. I gather up some of it. I don't think I can be bothered or have time to go around and get every single piece that's dropped. And now I'm going to do something about that snow up there. It's really annoying me. So I'll grab loads and loads of string and cover this planet. There we go. All string has been placed down. Now to give you a bit of a view of what the planet looks like at night time, it does kind of look like it's in space. I think there are certain angles look better than other angles. But all in all, I think it's a cool planet, you know, different countries, different styles. You know, I didn't want to just make them all green or something like planet Earth. I wanted to mix it up a bit. Look, I think the Skulk area looks pretty cool. I think from the top, if you look at that, you see the frozen thing on top with the trees. I like the way that looks. Maybe that's a little uniform as the ice, and the ice could be a little random like it is at the bottom. But yeah, I now have an entire planet above my world. And if I go to my house, it can be seen from a distance. It's an interesting looking thing. I quite like it. Let's have a look at it in day. Also very cool. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I built a planet in hardcore Minecraft. And now to start my next project of capturing every single mob in the game. I'm going to start with the easiest and it'll progressively get harder and harder. And the thing I need to sort out the most is somewhere to build it. Yeah, I reckon underneath my house. I reckon down at the bottom of these stairs. Completely forgot that I left all my dogs down here. Come on, guys. You can come on up. Let's put you all back into your house. And I've changed my mind purely on the fact that I think it'd be so hard to get mobs all the way down there. I think I'd like to extend this pathway, which you can't see because of the snow. I'd like to extend it quite a bit in this direction and then staircase it all the way down here. I'd also like to thank Sandiction for inspiring this. I think it's such a cool idea for a project. And it's going to be quite the challenge for me as well. The plan is to group the mobs by type into different rooms. So this first room is going to be for all the aquatic mobs. Although at the moment it's taking me forever to mine, so I'm going to create a beacon. And now things will be a lot faster. And I've had a change of heart. Rather than lots of smaller rooms with all the different mobs in, I'm just going to have one massive room with every single mob in. So yeah, this room is going to be, it's going to be pretty big. Since there'll be over 60 mobs to collect, and I want to give each one its own little room. I'm not going to call them cages. And there will be some mobs where I build them in a faraway corridor, such as Elder Guardians, so I don't want mining fatigue. Might have to put a warden far away, depends if it gives me the darkness effect or not. Yeah, we're getting the warden. That's not going to be fun, is it? Might be needing to put all these nut chapels to good use again for that. But anyway, there's basically just a massive digging project ahead of me. So I'll put my best foot forward and crack on. And after much mining, the entire room has been mined out. I used all these as markers so I knew how wide I'd need to make the building. The method I've been using to repair my pickaxe is to grab a load of emeralds and trade with villagers for redstone. That means that I get loads of useful stuff that I will use, and my pickaxe is fully mended. And for the first of the mobs that I'm going to trap, I'm going to start simple. Axolotls, and the good thing is, I've got plenty of axolotls. In fact, I've got loads. For some reason, they're all sticking to the roof. I don't know why. I also have a very rare blue one here, so I'm going to take one blue one, and I think a pink one would be nice as well. Let's build their home right here. Light blue concrete around the outside, and then clay down here. Next, I'd also like to fill it with water, add some coral, and place both of the axolotls down. Though it is a little dark in there, so let's add some sea lanterns into the wall without them escaping. And that is one down out of the 70. And on the opposite side to that one, I'm going to have another water one. The plan is to do something like that, and we've got a fish in there. Now to grab a cod, salmon, and a pufferfish. And after a few tweaks, this is the design I have come up with for the fish. Although I wouldn't mind just going in here, adding a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to get poisoned a lot. Don't swim out, guys. It's actually painful being in here with a pufferfish. Well, this pufferfish is... Imagine if I died to a Bro, pufferfish, stop killing me. I did not realize you were going to be like this. For now, you are going back into... Oh, you're going back... If I can get to the bucket. For now, you are going back in the bucket. Then I'm adding some kelp and seagrass. You can also name the fish, just in case they want to despawn. Pufferfish there, get named, and then get me out of here. If I'm struggling with fish, I dread to think how some of the harder mobs are going to go. Now it's time to grab snow, ice, and a pumpkin. And I bet you can guess what the next mob for me to add is going to be. Yes, a snow golem is going to be created. There you go. Welcome to your new home. All right, let's just spawn proof that. When I break this boat, which, I don't know, might be a challenge. Hitboxes are on so I don't do anything stupid. There we go. You're right in the middle, exactly where I want you to be. Now let's break all of these. And that is mission successful. Worked out a lot better than expected. Now for the Phantom's enclosure, which I'm thinking a mix of obsidian, black concrete, purple concrete. And some green eyes in the background. Let's name you. Okay, that's not really how it works. Okay, am I just going to take loads of damage from this? The answer to that is yes. It's just whether I can regen faster and take damage. I think I can. Next, and this is going to be tricky. I need to break the boat, then name tag you, and then get you in there. Oh, look at that. We have got one. 5 down, 65 to go. And after getting a shulker and a phantom, I want an easy one, so I'm grabbing a sheep. I don't know really which colour this sheep could be. Like, yeah, it's red for now, but do I want a red one? No, I want every single colour sheep, which is then why a rainbow border makes sense. Also have light blue concrete to look like the sky. And I need to start adding torches because these places are starting to be a little bit dark. And welcome, Jeb Sheep, to your new home. Perfect. These are, of course, going to be for the 2 different types of mushroom. I've got Jack the brown one here who's pretending to be a cow, and you're not a cow, you're a mushroom. And I have no idea what happened to Becky the red mushroom. So let's drop Jack off in there and go on a long journey to get another Becky. Mushrooms located. You look like a Becky to me, so let's get you home. Well, it took a long time, but finally, Becky the Mushroom is back at my base. So let's take you down here and welcome you to your new home right next to Jack's. That's 8 of them done, and I fancy doing a couple more hostile mobs. First one on the menu is gonna be a blaze. I'm gonna make this home look like a fortress, and I also think it'd be cool to have windows with lava behind them using the fences. So if I do this on every single one, yeah, I like the look of this. Hopefully I can just put you in there. Oh no, you're attacking me. Okay, the attacking me part isn't really the problem. It's the blaze taking damage that'll be the issue. So I need to grab my armor that does not have thorns on it, and with golden apples to hand, I can tank the hits from the blaze and one way or another bring it home. Did already use up one totem transporting it. I've got to be careful this time. Okay, getting to 2 hearts with no totem in my hand is not a place I want to be. Why don't I just get out and get myself a totem like a normal person would? This really is a long and painful journey. That's all my golden apples gone. So it looks like I am now going to be using totems. Way more trouble than it's worth, but it is so close to being at the portal. I have now run out of fire resistance as well. Oh my god, will you stop punching me? I'm trying to put you in a cage. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I am in the wrong. So hopefully I can just put you there. Okay, it's gone through. Now to regen my health a bit. I don't actually have a helmet that doesn't have thorns on it, unfortunately. Would probably be a good idea to make one in hindsight. And oh my goodness, wait, why is it taking me here? It didn't do that before. I didn't see the blaze anywhere in there, so I'm hoping it's at this portal. Well, the boat is. I'm guessing when I went through the other one, it despawned the blaze. Uno momento. Diamond helmet, more golden apples, and a brand new blaze. Now to put you in the left of the portal, and then enter that way myself. And you can go back into a boat and into your new home. This has certainly been one of the more annoying ones to get in, but mission accomplished. And then down you come. For now, I will attach them to this fence post, sit you down, and grab a load more building materials. This is enclosure number 1. I'll do a similar one over on this side. Although I didn't want to do one with leaves right by one with lava, so instead I am going to do obsidian here. With black concrete behind it. I'm going to try and... I don't know why I'm stood in lava. Bit of purple here, can you tell what that looks like? I want magenta on the floor to add a little bit of colour. Let's get part of the glass in. And you guessed it, for this I want an enderman. And I think the best way for me to get one is not to steal the many endermen I have here. You know, these are part of the house, they can't be stolen. No, instead I will turn off the mob switch. And I would have tracked down an enderman, but it's daytime now, so that's kind of out of the question. Did manage to trap a couple of other mobs down there though. And I've just realised without the mob switch, I've created a massive dark room. So if I can just get this enderman to go in a boat. There we go. And I can fly away to despawn all the other mobs and patiently wait for the enderman to calm down. In the meantime, I'll dig out more of the wall. That's this one done. The parrot's going to live in here, so you can sit just there. Me and the enderman are going to boat our way in. Let's break the boat, name tag you, and you can't escape because you're too tall to get through there anyway, but that is your home. The ocelot is in here. And the polar bear in there. That's 13 out of 70 done. And now to rattle through a load of easy ones. Right here will be an LA, and then a pig, a fox, a cow, a frog, a turtle, I promise you it'll hatch eventually, and a pigman. Adding all of those mobs has got us to a grand total of 20. I feel like I'm making decent progress now. And now enough with the boring easy ones. It's time for some of the harder ones, such as a bat. How do I plan to get a bat? I'm just going to hope that it flies in. If it does, I'm going to be very, very lucky. And I'm sure if I dig enough of these, that a bat will fly into one of them. Yes, it's in. Don't come back out. No, just stop it in. Come on, SB, you've got this. Don't let it bat out now. Come on, I'm messing this up. Mission accomplished. On the other side of there is a bat. Hope it doesn't despawn whilst I make a name tag. This has to be done very carefully. There we go. It's still here. Perfect. Now to, if I can get you, name you. There you go. You're not going anywhere. I've got black concrete, which I think will decorate your cave very nicely. Decided for this one to use some block. Whoa, no. Okay, it's going there. That's it. Stay. Please fly back in. That's it. Stay in. That's it. It's in. MSB, place the blocks. That's it. Okay, let's just be a little bit more careful this time. I'm going to break in through the side so if it escapes. Oh, well, you could have escaped there all along. Then dripstone blocks as the walls. Glass panes as well. And escape out here. Alright, how this has worked, I cannot believe it. I went out on this outside smooth basalt. Last time I tried to add the smooth basalt, it somehow escaped. That's it. You go just like... Oh, no. No. Did I really just let you back out again? And you've gone next up... What am I doing with my life? Rather than rebuild this in there, instead I think it just makes more sense for me to open this one up so that it flies through. Because I know you'll fly through. You always do. There we go. Mission accomplished. 21 mobs down. And it seems to have taken a little bit of damage at times. So I'm just going to splash it to heal it. Because you can just never be too careful. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is start a raid. I'll get me Ravagers, Evokers, Vindicators, Pillagers, the works. Now, since the Ravager is a much bigger creature, I think it's going to have a double-sized room. A little 3x3 just wouldn't cut it. My plan is for light grey concrete around the edge. With lava below it. I'm not really sure what lava has to do with the Ravager, but anyway, we've got it all down. I'll have glass on top of that. Smooth stone as the frame, and bricks for the walls. Looks pretty good to me. I have to say, they're starting to look pretty cool at these, so these are for all the different raid mobs. And I'd like to do that Pillager Outpost Woodland Mansion kind of theme for another one, so I'm going to do it on the opposite side, because they probably look a little bit strange if they were right next to each other. It's not going to be built exactly the same, it's just going to use the same theme of blocks. I have to say, I'm liking the creative designs that I'm coming up with. They're quite creative, and it also means that I am now ready to go and start a raid. I don't want it to be on the village by my house, because I'm not sure if this raid will ever expire if it's near me. Instead, I'll use this village, which is just a little bit away. I definitely don't want to lose the raid, so I'm going to block you guys. I only have glass panes to block you in, but I'm going to... Yeah, that's it. All of you in there. Nobody out. Not sure how secure glass panes will be, but hey... I'm sure it'll work. Next, I need to get rid of these first few waves until I get a wave that has both Ravagers and Evokers. I was going to say that this one looks like it could fit the bill, but the Golem seems to have greatly damaged the Ravagers, so I'll probably wait until a later wave. Such as this one. This one looks like it could be ideal. Need to get rid of the guy that's riding the Ravager. And all of you guys. Now let's try and spleef a Ravager. A little bit of a challenge, I will admit. Or even better, I have lured it away from everyone else. And I can take it all the way down here. Now the challenge is getting it in and me being able to get out. But I think I can just do this, right? Ah-ha-ha! No, don't come round. Don't try and finesse me here. Right, I'm just going to tank the hits if you're going to do this. I'm going to do something like this so that you can't get out. I'm pretty sure you're trapped in there now. I'm okay. I'm a survivor. See you later. Let's place the rest of these down. It can probably still attack me through the glass, although it can't see me, so it doesn't... I've got a Ravager. Probably quite important that it does get name tagged as well. No, my goodness, I need one of you as well. Also, apparently in the time that it took me to walk over here, the Ravager despawned. I didn't even know that was a thing. This thing just went over there. That's so unfortunate. So I'm putting you in a boat, blocking you in. So I've at least got another one from that. But yeah, I'm going to have to go back and get another Ravager. But if the raid hasn't finished, then that shouldn't be too hard. Looks like it hasn't. Okay, perfect. Let's see if I can get you in a boat. Come on, get in the boat. Yes. An Evoker is hands down going to be the hardest one to transport. So for now, I'll do this Vindicator since he is an easy one. Into your home you go. Okay, this is going to be a little bit trickier to get you to stay in. We're going to name tag you first. Tricky to go in. Place that. Now you're trapped. Ha 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 ha. Welcome. Whoa, okay, you can still let me, but yeah. Welcome to your new home. I'll bring a pillager from the outpost. It's a lot easier doing it this way. He can't hit me when we're in a boat together. And it also means I can send him directly through this portal. He's going to get name tagged first as well, so it doesn't despawn. Send him through. And into here you will go. And for the Evoker, I'm making a minecart track. I just feel like trying any other method would lead to things going disastrously wrong. The track is completely finished and powered. Well, it almost is. I actually am one short of redstone torches. But I'm just going to change these to be regular rails. Push a minecart along and hope for the best. The plan does seem to be working. And this track goes all the way down here and into this Evoker's home. Now I need to just try and break the boat and the minecart and the rails. And that's another one added to the collection. At least it will be when I actually name tag him. Oh man, I can't even reach from there. You kidding me? Okay, don't run out. Don't run out. Don't run out. Okay, we got him name tagged. At least I think I got him name tagged. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm just double checking. Getting rid of that bit of glass. All right, spawn Vex all you want. Yeah, we can't actually trap a Vex because Vexes will just die. But now I need to go back to this village and see if the next wave has started. It has. Okay, cool. Just simply dragging all the mobs away is an effective way to do a raid. I'll now keep dealing with all of these until I get another Ravager. Which is going to be right now since I have two. And I'd like to just lure one of them, but apparently they're both coming. Managed to lose one of them, which is good news. Get a bit of deja vu here, but here comes another Ravager. This time I'm name tagging you before something goes wrong. And that is mission accomplished. All of the raid mobs are in. I've got 26 out of 70, and I reckon I can get the next few in rapid succession. I'll be grabbing hay bales for a horse, iron for an iron golem, and honey for, yes, you guessed it, bees. I've got 3 in here, because one does just look a little bit lonely, doesn't it? And for the 30th one, I think I should make it a little bit of a challenge. You can probably guess why I'm placing magma down. Yes, it's for a magma cube. I need to get you into that room. Although I also need to make a name tag for you. There we go. There's no losing you now. And that is mission accomplished. Taking the time to mine out every single one of the cubicles on the sides. And now I can get busy decorating them. I'm thinking for the creeper, TNT could be quite cool. And admittedly, a little risky. The donkey one is, of course, going to be grey. And I thought chests on the floor could be a good idea since donkeys wear chests on their backs. And I built a load here for strays, husks, and goodness knows what else. Just waiting for the sun to set so mobs will spawn. And since that's currently very close to happening, I shall be doing another flick on the old mob switch so that I can begin luring things down these stairs. 2 of them are in. It's actually easy when mobs spawn down here. As you can see, I've got you, who stole my boat, by the way. I've got you as well. But if I can manage to get mobs to spawn down here, it just saves me so much effort. Ideally, I want a creeper. And there's one right over here. Out of all the mobs, this might be the riskiest because I made its home completely out of TNT. I really hope this plan works. We just place that there. There we go. No problem. Need to... Oh, no, 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 no. Are you kidding? I'm so sorry, Mr. Gollum. That was an accident. At least my horse survived, so I don't have to go and get another one of them. And instead of fixing it, whilst there's some of the night left, I'll see if I can at least get 1 or 2 mobs in boats for... Don't you blow up again. That's it. Stay in the boat. I guess these spiders are too big to go in boats because they're just walking straight over it. So I'll worry about those some other night. The horse is now completely fine. The golem has been fully fixed. Well, replaced, should I say. So it's time for TNT cell 2.0. There are some creepers that have spawned over there, which will be very, very useful. I won't even need the one in the boat then. And for the new plan, I've got a boat in there so that I can lure the creeper in, place this, and he's in the boat this time. So there won't be any sneaking around the corner. Pretty sure I can break the boat without... It's a little bit far away. Okay. Go on, SB. Boat, just break. There we go. We got it. It was a very risky mission, but creeper obtained. And now, whilst it's light, I'm going to get 2 non-hostile mobs. But I suppose by the time the sun sets, it'll probably only just be 1. And that one was meant to be a cat, but I can't really see any in the area. So instead, I will find and lure a stray. Should be pretty straightforward. And it indeed was. Now, in here, I want to get a husk, and that's probably going to be a little bit harder. But the method I'm thinking is to use the nether. They're everywhere and easy to find. So I simply lure one through the portal, and all the way down this corridor, through this portal and straight into his new home. And now I can get serious about finding the cat and finding a donkey, but it might just require traveling a little further afield. And yep, donkey pretty easily located. Is this one that's tamed? I have tamed it in the past. If I had a saddle on me, I could have ridden you home, but instead I'm gonna have to walk you there. It was a bit of a mission, but the journey has now been successful, which just leaves me with the requirement of finding a cat. I finally found a cat worthy of my collection, and it'll be much easier to transport home because the cat can teleport. There you go. You can live in here for the rest of your days. And I'm going to trap that spider in there and name tag it because it'll be... Whoa, what the heck? Just got completely outsmarted by a spider there. But this time, there will be no mistakes. I think black and red concrete will look pretty nice with some cobwebs for decoration too. It's an interesting looking room, this. It's where the spider is going to go. Come on in. And now you're in here. Sadly, you are trapped for life. Wait, what? You could just get out of there still? Never ceases to amaze me, but now you are trapped. And another mob I need to find is a cave spider. Probably the easiest way for me to get one is through this cave spider farm. Now, can it actually get through it? Do I need to give you a bit more room? There we go. Alright, out you come, guys. Can you get up here? Are you that stupid that you can't work it out? Yep, up it comes. Oh, this is working brilliantly. Don't be alarmed, guys. Okay, just a cave spider. Won't attack you. Alright, it's more scared of you than you are of it. There we go. You're trapped in there. I can be a little bit careful because I am on half heart. I really do just live on the edge of danger. Also, completely forgot to add cobwebs to this spider's area. So, don't you escape. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. Oh, brilliant. At least I got you back in. Now I got to try and get out without dying. Imagine dying to a spider. That would... I don't know how I'm going to die in this world if I ever die. But, you know, spider is not the way I expect to go. And now it's time for another easy one. All it's going to require is a load of eggs. Yes, it is the chicken, which I managed to get. Don't run up... Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Now I've got to put you on a lead and drag you back in, little fella. There we go. You'll soon grow up. Speaking of growing, that reminds me, has my... Whoa, there's creepers over it, and it's lagging, what the heck? I was just asking, has me turtle grown up? But the answer is, yes, yes he has. The eggs hatched and everything, and also, with this chicken, I now have 40 out of the 70 mobs. Pretty good if you ask me. And now I'm going to build a load more enclosures for a load more mobs. Such as one for slime, one for a mule, a strider, a rabbit. This is meant to look like a kind of like a carrot-y kind of one. I'm just going to allow it. Also, the strider home needs some weeping vines, doesn't it? This one's for a villager. It's meant to look like a bit of a villager house. No job site blocks or beds because I don't want a raid to start from those guys over there. But having said that, that's not how raids work in Minecraft, so it's probably not a problem. I also will need a thunderstorm before the video ends, and this is not thunder, unfortunately. So the wait for that continues. This one is for a wolf. Quite generic, I know. So I'll add an item frame with a bone in it, just to make it a little bit more custom. And this one could be a nice, straightforward endermite one. In fact, whilst I'm here, I might as well get the endermite as well. There we go. It's a bit of a pain to do it, but we've got it eventually. You can be named, and then I'm going to block you in. Don't come out. That's it. You are trapped. For the wolf, I'll just breed you two so you can have another child. Only this one won't live with you like Junior does. Instead, he's going to trend. I feel really bad. He's going to spend his entire life trapped in here. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, I feel bad about this too, but, you know, we need a dog. All right. This is your life now. For the mule, I reckon it's smart for me to bring out the donkey, as well as the horse if I can actually find it. And they can be bred together using hay bales. Scrap that, I'm going to use golden carrots instead. And we have a baby mule. Perfect. Now let's get all of you back to your rightful homes. And I'm sorry, but you two are a child bred solely to just go on display. Yeah, don't take it personally, but you're just part of my collection. I really am evil, guys. I'm the bad guy in this series. Don't forget that. What's that, Strider? You like living in the Nether and never want to leave here? Well, I'm afraid one of you is going to have to leave this place. But don't worry, there's going to be lava there. Also, it takes quite a bit of skill to ride a Strider and not fall off a bridge like this. Especially in third person. I should probably stay in first person. Now, when I dismount from you... Yeah, you've gone through. Come and live on this lava. I'm sure you're going to love it. That's it. Look here. You look so much happier already. There is a creeper over there, but we're all right. I'm going to come in with you as well just to make sure you don't ever leave. I know you have a lot of questions, Mr. Villager, such as where are we going and where am I taking you? But be rest assured that you could not be in a safer pair of hands as I transport you to your lovely brand new home. Life really doesn't get any better than this, mate. Yeah, you should be very, very happy. So that's 45 down. The slime and rabbit enclosures are still empty. If you notice, I started calling them enclosures instead of caves because it sounds a little bit nicer, doesn't it? But I've decided that I'd like to do a little bit more repairing from trading. And I can make a long flight through the nether back to where I was digging this netherite tunnel so that I can finish the job. You see, finishing this netherite beacon is still one of my main priorities. And just because I am collecting every single mob in the game, it doesn't mean that I cannot make time for getting the netherite. And upon finishing mining the tunnel, I have now placed loads and loads and loads of TNT. In fact, every bit of TNT that I own is now down. The tunnel does go on a little bit longer, but we've got none left. Gonna grab the very important flame bow so I can light the TNT from a distance and begin gathering up the ancient debris. It is also worth noting that just from digging all of the tunnels, I did get over a stack, like 80 pieces of ancient debris. So that's a great head start, and I'm looking forward to building on it with the ancient debris that I get from this tunnel. So far, I seem to be finding quite a lot in a short space of time. Better not get used to it though, because it probably won't last. They're just all triple veins at the moment, which is why I've already got 12 pieces. Hopefully that means the netherite beacon will be here in no time at all. A layer finished. We can put 2 on top of there as well. This beacon is very much on the move. And you little slime can be welcomed to your new home. Okay, I think you have a bit of trouble bouncing on actual slime, but yeah, you're not escaping or anything. Yeah, to us, it's kind of evil. It's a slime living in his dead brothers and sisters. Anyway, you know what? Let's just get another mob. I really shouldn't think about those kind of things. All right, we are going through the nether. Okay, this is dangerous. Don't be scared. One wrong move and you won't be a silverfish. You'll be more like fish and chips, something like that. If only I could get in there. That would be perfect. That's a new plan. Okay, get in the boat. Wait there. I'm digging a tunnel into this tunnel so that the silverfish can be transported. Oh, that's wrong. Nice and safely. You think something like this is annoying? Just wait till I get to the warden. That'll be both dangerous and an absolute nightmare. Now, sorry to say, I don't actually have a home for you, so just get in the boat. And I'm thinking it makes the most sense to use items that are similar to a stronghold, such as normal stone bricks, mossy ones, and a few cracked ones. Then I can build something like this. There's going to be an iron door here that leads absolutely nowhere. That'll just be a massive scam. And a few cracked stone bricks just snuck in here and there. And some more mossy ones as well. Alright, little fish. Welcome to your new home. I just had a thought. I can't leave this guy here. He will go in the block. I forgot that silverfish go into blocks. We need to just slightly change what we make this out of. Obsidian. Yeah, let's see you get into an obsidian block. Whilst it's not exactly how I wanted it to look, I'm pretty sure that should be safe. Right, let's get you. I think I can just use this one that I had in a boat. So I charge you, place down water, get away, and I do have a boat here to put you in. So I shall put you in that for now, and I need to try and find a skeleton horse to spawn. They're not that rare, and I've put my render distance up to the max, so hopefully I can see if any spawn. Wait, is that one there? It is one there. Okay. Now, there we go. Lightning strikes when you get near. You get rid of these guys on top, and I've successfully got 4 of them. One of them, sadly, didn't survive because there's a few stray arrows on the way. Not to worry, though. I only need 1 of them anyway. So I'm leaving 2 of them in a hole and getting my way back home as quickly as I can. Well, the sun's now out. I've just about reached my destination. I need to make sure no matter what happens, that creeper does not blow up. Otherwise, the challenge will be failed in this video because there's no way I can get another one in time. I believe this is the cell that I created for you, and I want the charged creeper to live right about here. It's going to be mainly green. In fact, I'm going with a checkerboard pattern. I was going to do it more random, but checkerboard, I think, is going to be the way. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's kind of hard to do exact checkerboard. I was going to have some blue in there as well for the charge part. But yeah, it's hard to do an exact checkerboard when it comes to corners because it lines up there, but it doesn't line up on the roof. You know, stuff like that. And whilst I'm here, I'm going to build the Wardens one. This one's going to be a bit different because with Wardens, they will despawn unless you keep them busy. So I'm going to need some note blocks that keep them occupied. Otherwise, they just get bored and climb back into the ground. Underneath these note blocks, we're just going to have a simple hopper clock. So let's put a bunch of things in here. And yeah, that should just basically keep moving back and forth. It needs to move back and forth enough to keep the warders interesting, so it's probably a little bit slow at the moment. I'll speed it up. And yeah, I'm hoping this plan works, because I don't want the one to despawn, because it's going to take a lot of effort to get over it. We also have some sculpt catalysts to decorate the area. It's a shame that we can't get one over here, you know, some of them with the sculpt catalyst, but we can't. So the question is, will that be enough to hold a warden? I'm hoping so. I'm actually going to get rid of these, by the way. They're doing me head in. They keep making a noise because of the, it takes forever. But yeah, because of the sculpt sensors, they keep going off, and I'm not having that all the time. That is every cell made. Okay, I've got to have a bit of a plan for the charge creep because you've seen how wrong that can go if not done correctly. First things first, let's name tag it. There we go. Don't blow up, please. I'm so paranoid. Next, I need a boat right here so that it'll get trapped. And I can very tentatively release it. There we go. This is pressure. I only have one chance here. One shot, or it's all over. Thankfully, if it blew up, it wouldn't be as bad as when the TNT one blew up. And the first problem, it can't walk across rails. Are you stupid? There we go. I've learned that today, that yeah, when I made that minecart track, nothing could walk across it. Okay, I'm getting pretty close now. We just go like that. There we go. Yeah, I tell you what, that's working. Have I done this the correct way? I think so. That's exactly how it should be. Now I just have to break the boat without the... What on earth is going on? That was way too much of a jump scare for me. Right, we're going to go like that. We're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to do that. Then we break that. There we go. Nice. Can't see me. Oh, look at that. Charge creeper trapped. Unfortunately, it seems like I saved all the hardest ones till the end, which, yeah, is probably not the best idea. So let's do some easy ones like a panda. The only reason the panda one's going to be easy is because I'm not going all the way miles away to get a panda. I'm going to steal this one from here because I don't have time. So, yeah, it's going to be a brown panda in the collection, which is cool. Don't know where my other panda was that wasn't here. I think it must have despawned or died to some natural causes. I don't know. But now the panda home has literally just got a polar bear in it and nothing else. So I'll probably have to sort that out at some point. Pandas are also painfully slow at moving. Seriously, this is painful. This is going to take me till next Christmas to get you literally from there to there. You're the shortest mob, and it's taking forever. Finally, you have arrived at your destination. I don't have to worry about you escaping because by the time you get out of here, I'll be long gone. Also, out of the 70 I was going to get, a trading llama was going to be one of them. But I think they just despawn on their own, a bit like the wandering trader. So it's now out as only 69 mobs. Actually, not out of 70. One of those mobs that will be very, very easy for me to get is a goat. Since I have about 6,000 of them. You good sir are going to live in here. Look, we've got a goat horn and everything. And there won't be any options for you to just jump out or anything crazy like that. You are going to be very useful to me because I can turn you into a drowned. I'm thinking I go to the fortress again and get this one sorted now. Should be a lot easier for this one than it was to get the blaze. And because the wither ones are 3 blocks tall, I'm going to need a bit more space for them than the blaze needed. You look like a good candidate, and you're actually pretty quick as well. Now I am going to do the last little bit by boat because I have to get it into the right position. There we go, and I will welcome you to your new home. Okay, you can no longer escape. I have my drowned. The collection is almost complete. Oh, and we've got a villager over there. That's perfect. I was about to go get a villager that was going to have to be used and converted, but now this is even better. Their home is basically the same as the normal villagers one. Well, a little bit different, but it's just more run down, as you can see. Mission accomplished. Got him in a cobweb. That'll hold him for a bit. it. Getting the warden in here might just be the biggest nightmare of my entire career. You know, I could die. And I also will definitely need some sort of escape hatch. I do still need a zoglin from the nether, but the other thing I need from the nether is a ghast. And the only way I really see that one being remotely feasible is if I break this portal and build one in the actual home of this ghast. Now, to try and get you in here, this could be a little bit dangerous, but it's in. Mission accomplished. And I've had an idea. To get a warden back, I'm going to have to get it through the nether. I think I use this portal to get the warden. I'm really not looking forward to this experience one bit of trying to lure a warden over 1,000 blocks. Don't even know how likely I am to survive the experience. But I'm going to give it my very best shot. This is pretty much the moment you've all been waiting for, isn't it? Do need a bunch of snowballs to distract it. And I'm on the fence about whether I should just make one mad and we travel really fast, or do I go for the slow and steady, careful approach? I think we all know the answer of which one I'm going to do. And I, of course, me being me, will do the riskiest and fastest method. So this machine is disabling wardens, as we worked out earlier. But if I go ahead and, if I had a lever, I have got a lever, I can actually turn the machine off, and I can try find some other tree to make the warden. Why am I doing this? Okay, I've got hitbox on to try and help. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be. I don't know why I'm doing this, but you know what? I love living on the edge. I should have some notch apples. I should have some totems. I am not the best prepared for this, but you know what? I live on the edge. Okay, he's climbing out the ground. Happy days, I guess. If I can see him. Alrighty, somewhere over there. So, yeah, first things first, how am I going to get him over it? Alright, I'm over here, mate. That's it. That's it. You come and find me. Just sniff me out. I don't mind. I'm not doing any crouching. Don't be angry at me. I'm not doing anything horrible. Is he coming? I'll do a bit of crap. Oh, he's coming very fast. Why are you coming so fast? What, Brian? Upset you, have I? Is he angry at me already? Oh, man. Right, yeah, this is not where I want to be. Don't really know where he is. Is he over? Okay, he's still chasing me. I've got to keep enough of a distance. I've got a tunnel behind me portal ready. Now, if I go all the way down here, is he going to go through the portal? That's the... Wait, is another warden spawning? Don't spawn another. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Okay, this tunnel is long enough for me to be safe. Don't worry, I'm just going to dig it a little further though to be even more safe. Guessing he didn't run up my staircase like he was supposed to, which is a bit of an issue. So, I've got to go fast. There we go, so he can't hit me. That's good, that's nice. Now he's underneath me, and I need to get him onto the staircase this time. Oh, can he not get up it? Yeah, he can get up here, surely. This is a little bit risky, this one, because he's going to try it. Up here you come. Come on. Gotta tank the hit. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not tanking that hit. Let's move. I think the other one has found me. What the heck? You came all this way? What? This guy is relentless. He really wants to get me. Okay, this time he has to come up the stairs. That's what needs to happen. Oh, he's getting stuck there though, so I can see him at the bottom. Maybe I need to dismantle the machine slightly so that he can run up these stairs. I'll go for it. Oh no, there we go. That sonic boom is so annoying. I knew this was going to be hard, but I did not think it was going to be this hard. Right, let's break this. That should give him enough room to start coming up these stairs. I hope. There he is. Come on. Don't get stuck in there. Come on, up the stairs. That's it. That's it. Come and get me. That's right. What the heck? No, you can't go off. Get out of it. Let's go spawn another one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Another warden spawn. Not the end of the world, but not really what I wanted either. I think this one went through the portal, which is good news. Means my machine can be repaired. I thought, you know, I didn't have to worry about the wardens anymore, but yeah, SB decided he wants one for his room. Not a good idea. Now, when we get through here, of course, we've got a warden. So we've got to worry. We've got to be careful. That's just the way it goes. Alrighty? I'm going to try and fly. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Right. I don't really know where that warden is. I've got the darkness effect. I need to lose this darkness effect. Okay, it's over there. Right. So which direction do we need to go in? This is the correct direction. He sees me. He's coming. That's fine. Alright, you know what? This is going to be easier than I thought. He's a speedy guy. He can detect me from miles away, but when he's not close enough, because he's... Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, this is actually not that. Now that once I got him through the portal, like just getting him up the stairs, this was the challenge. Whoa, don't climb back in the ground. No, no, no. Be angry. He like stopped like he'd given up on me all of a sudden. Why did you give up on me? Are you going to start chasing me again? Am I going to see you come really close? And I don't want that. Yeah, I think he's chasing me again. Alright, I don't know why he stopped to sniff and wonder what's happening. He usually just climb on the ground when that happens. I'm not sure it's necessary, but I do want to name tag him. Oh, okay, you're going to do that. Right, let's just name... Whoop! Well, let's move. Oh no, I've got to do this totemless now. Okay, he's coming. I can get another totem. I can do this. Okay, we've got all that time. Yeah, we've got the totems handy. Yes, we have. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's do it. Let's do it. There we go. Got a totem. Happy days. Might as well grab a few others. And oh no, now I've lost all my totem. Whoop! I'll sacrifice one on the ground. No, don't do it. Okay, he's still going. He's still going. I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. I'm now getting very, very close to me. In fact, I've gone past my destination. And this is where the real fun begins. Okay, I'm gonna try and get him. I think I've got to lure him away and lure him back. Is he smart enough to walk across? Yeah, he can walk across rails. Okay. Oh, he's sonic boomed me. That's exactly what we don't want to happen. So, you know what? I'm going to fly over here. He's going to come over. He's got to, right? Just hope that he runs at me and doesn't sonic boom me again. That's it. Come on. Come and get it. Okay, you know what? I can take the hit. Just go through the portal, please. Did he go through? He went through. Alrighty. And so here we go. Moment of truth. I'm happy with everything I've got. There's going to be a warden waiting for me the moment I go through here. So I've got to be very, very well prepared here. In fact, can I? Alright, it went. Okay, there it is. Doesn't seem too angry at me right now. Although maybe he does. I was very, very much mistaken. Let's just try and get him in here. Is he coming in? Oh no, he's just done the thing. Okay, is he trapped there? Oh, he's going to do the thing. Okay. Guys, get out of the way. I've got a warden here. Trap it, trap it, trap it. I think I got him. I think he's in. I think he's stuck. I'm flying away, I'm flying away, I'm flying away. All those mobs were doing my head in. Now, I think he's calmed down. He's going to be kind of detecting all sorts of stuff. Is he got a spider in there with him? Okay. I'm also going to try and turn this into that. I don't think he detects me right now. That's good, that's good. Let's get that in as well. Okay, just block it up. Oh, I missed. Spider, just get out of here, okay? See, that's what can happen. As soon as this mob switch gets back on, the better. So that goes there. Oh, did I miss it again? Bro, just let me, like, thank you. All right, he's done. I don't know how well that trap is going to work. He should, though, because of the note blocks, constantly, like, be interested in something. So in theory, I can safely go all the way back to spawn and turn the mob switch back on, which will make life so much better. So now that I have successfully caught a warden, which sounds amazing, I just need to get the ghast. It shouldn't take me long. A cactus will be useful for this setup. I think I'm just going to raise this up a little bit earlier than it was already, like that. And I reckon I'm good to go. I'm going to go and name tag you. There you go. I think you're name tagged, yep. I need to try and be careful with this old fireball thing. I'm hoping something like... Oh no, don't go doing this. Can't have you breaking the minecart. Come on. I'm hoping I can push this and... Oh, look, away you go. There, you can break this. It doesn't matter. It looks so strange, doesn't it? I mean, if this works, it will be a miracle. But I think sometimes miracles can happen. I'm gonna stop punching these before I break something. So, in theory, it should reach the cactus and it should break and go through. Oh my goodness, if this works. Have I caught a ghast? If I get a ghast and a warden in that kind of space, it'll be insane. Tell me it's true. No way did it link to this port. No way. Where's the ghast? I'm begging you. Please be down here, ghast. I don't need any stress like this. It's there. I see it. Okay, that is very, very good news. I swear you can't see me from there. No way. No, whoa. No. No, you just fireballed that. Axolotl, I am so sorry. Get back in there. Go on, swim back in. You can do it. I can patch it up for you. There you go. We're good as new, right? It may be wise for me to get some invisibility. Now I'll properly be able to sneak on over. The portal's broken, which is good. I think I need to fishing rod you out of here a little bit. Let's just go like... No, you don't see me. Whoa, I'm sorry. Okay, I got him out. He's alive still. He's all right. Alright, don't blow up your enclosure. I've got to be more careful than I first thought. Really, I should have tested gas out first. I have no idea what I'm dealing with. All I know is I can't afford to lose it. Okay, I managed to get it more in the center. Nice. Okay, don't see me. That's it, we're good. Then I just place things down like this. Can't believe this is working. I don't care what materials these are, but that is a ghast trapped. Yeah, you look a little squashed in there, but it'll have to do. I'm currently going for 500,000 subscribers. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. There are 14 spaces for notch apples, and I want to fill up every single one of them. So I shall first fly all the way over to the Warden farm, then I can activate the Warden Disabler and go out in search of some ancient cities. I see a chest already. What's that, Shriekers? You wanna spawn a Warden? No, wait, you can't you? That's what I like to see. So let's get busy. Oh, look at 2 already. It's just too easy. I'm about to say I need to get busy looting the whole area, but right off the bat, I've already had quite a lot of success. Well, after that great start of finding 2 in my second chest, I've more or less searched every single chest. There's the odd one here and there, but only got 2 altogether, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll get out of here and search for even more. And here we have it, ancient city number 2. Let's get mining the chests. And there we go, we finally got another one. And there's 2 more in there, perfect. Already this ancient city is being much better. I think this place has also been fully searched. Somehow a warden did spawn, I don't know how, it's not supposed to be possible. I feel like the warden is coming for me, but I'm just gonna make a portal and calmly get out of here. 5 notch apples, I mean obviously I want 14 to finish the wall, but for now 5 is more than enough. If we head on down here, you will see that I'm still missing a few mobs. Yeah, we've got a trap warden, which is always nice. And a tricky one I still need is a glow squid. But don't you worry about that, because I have a plan. I've dug a hole, and now I'm filling it with with water. And in theory, if I kind of go away a little bit, a squid should spawn down there. I think the room also needs to be in complete darkness, so I do that as well. And finally, my plan works. Some squids have spawned down here. So I'm going to grab a couple of name tags so that neither of them despawn. And now I need to find a way to get them up to the cage. As I've been filling in water, a squid has finally come up to the top. Right, I've somehow got to... You can't die this time. Let's make sure you have a roof over your head so you don't die. Oh no, it got to the top. I need you to either go back in. That's it. This squid knows how to survive. And now we just place blocks behind it so it can't go back where it came from. We'll make a bit more space for it. And look at that. It's gone in. Beautiful. Now I want to go for an easy one. So I'm going to try and find a llama. Here's one at the top of this mountain. Let's get you back home. And there we go. Mission accomplished. And another one that should be fairly easy is a dolphin in here. There we go. Any mob that can be put on a lead is very easy to move. I'm pretty sure the dolphin won't be able to die in here. I mean, that could be famous last words, but it's got water. It's got everything basically. So that's all filled in. Time for a bit of sad news. That stupid warden over there killed both my panda and the villager through the walls. Thankfully, the llama's okay for now. But that was a brown panda, which, you know, they're pretty rare and hard work to get. Thank goodness the charge creeper is okay. And now I think it's time we moved a really, really hard one. And that's going to be a spider jockey. Now, they're pretty difficult to get. I've got a bit of a plan of how I'm going to do it. The most important thing is I can't be wearing Thorn's armor. Next, the mob switch needs to be turned off. And I can get these to spawn very, very fast at the EOL farm. There we go. One has spawned right there, as you can see. So then I've just got to try and lure it away. Mobs that are riding mobs cannot go through nether portals, which is annoying. I think I've got to build a giant staircase. From what I can tell, it's going to be the only way. Almost mission accomplished, but I've run out of blocks, which isn't good. Hopefully I can quickly mine more in time. Well, this one's perfect, this one, because the guy's got a helmet. So I'll be able to transport him even through the daytime. Now, the biggest thing here is I really hope it doesn't fall off. Get all the way up, spider. Don't run off. Don't fall off. Oh my goodness, how are you still alive? Mission accomplished to get it to the top. We're going to try and name tag them both now. And now it's the long journey to lure it home because, yeah, we can't go through portals. Now, we're going to put you in the sea lantern one because that is full of transparent blocks, so, and no one's going to get hurt. Not unless you go up there. What are you doing? That one took so much effort to get, so I'm glad it is now off the list. And for my next project, I am going to need quite a lot of nether wall, but as you can see, I haven't really got enough here. And this farm is way too slow for me to get what I'm going to need. So building a much, much better nether wall farm that can be AFK-able, I think that's going to be very necessary. And before I can start collecting resources, I should probably empty out my inventory. And now with a much clearer inventory, I can begin gathering up all the resources. I think that's a big enough space cleared. I am also going to fill in all of this. This should be a big enough area, so I shall get busy building. It has all now been built. I do still need to put some tracks down and also fill these droppers with 3 items each. This is now all set up. All nether wart is being planted and I can AFK at the machine like this and hold down right click to plant any nether wart that grows. Just like that. And so that I know exactly how much it gives me in a certain space of time, I'm going to chuck this spare one here. I'm going to have a stack in my hand and then any extra I'll know will be from what the farm has given me. Plenty of time has passed and I have got plenty of nether wart from that. So I think it's safe to say that the farm is working pretty well. Squids are another one that are probably going to drive me absolutely crazy to get, but I'm still going to do my best to do it. Minecart there. Get in the minecart. I'm pretty sure you can put them in minecarts. I could be wrong. Oh no, now you're dying. Don't die on me. Oh dear, oh dear. Thought the rails were waterlogged. Turned out they were making air blocks. Time for plan B. I think this is working, you know. Look at the distance it moves away from it. Oh, this is... Oh my god, look at this. It's insane. Look at it. It's beautiful. Little minecart right here. Snowball across. And now it just needs to swim downwards into the minecart. Come on. Yeah, there we go. We got it in. Okay, perfect. Right, now we just have to connect it. You know, I need to stop drowning. So break that. Oh, it's going. It's going, and it's in. Oh, look at that. That was actually pretty easy once I started using snowballs. And now it's time for me to get one of the mobs that I've been putting off for quite a while, and that is the Guardian. It's just going to be so much effort to get. And since I want an Elder Guardian as well, that is going to make it twice as hard. I'm going back into here, and I'm going to just try and build a massive portal, okay? Please don't shoot me too much. Actually, it packs a bit of a punch, you know, this thing. This is the bit that well, I was going to say that could be challenging. I was very, very wrong. It was actually probably the easiest thing of this entire escapade. Now it just needs to be in a minecart, which is... Oh dear, it's dying in a minecart now, isn't it? Let's just break... Oh no, I can't break. Quick, SP. Save the... Save its life, okay? We're just going to do something like that. There we go. You all right now? Nope. How about that? There you go. You're safe. And next I shall build a very, very long track. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, we're not mining anything. We're just placing. But yeah, we're going to build a very, very long track all the way back to my home area. And now I'm going to attempt to get another of the hard mobs. Just as hard as that. Yes, a chicken jockey is going to go in here. And technically it's the last mob I need in this entire place. It would be at least if the panda and the villager hadn't been taken out by that stupid guardian. I'm going to say guardian, I mean warden. You know, it's all the same at this point. They've got names like that. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a chicken jockey. Getting it up the stairs should be fairly easy. At least this one, because it's on a chicken, it can't get hurt from fall damage. And now the sun is out, I don't want his helmet to get damaged. So I'll send it into the hole. Put a nice little... Horse, don't go in there. No, get away. What are you doing? Anyway, put a nice little rip. Why do you want to go into that hole so much, horse? I'll put you in your own hole. There you go. No, you want to go in that hole. No, don't escape. Oh, this is all going wrong. You stay in there. You go in there, okay? That's what you wanted. You can be name tagged. And then I'm going to fly all the way back home and get this mob switch turned back on because it's just annoying transporting a mob with mobs coming from all angles at you. Let's carry on luring this little fella home. I have very, very nearly got this guy home. And into your new home you come. And technically that is every single mob trapped in this room apart from them two that died. And guys, if any of you are really, really smart and have an idea or know how I can put mobs in there without the warden attacking them, just let me know in the comments or tweet me it. You know, that's probably the best way for me to see it. And now I need to decide a good location to build this black stone pyramid. Well, it's a desert pyramid made out of black stone and red nether brick and all sorts of really cool blocks. But despite it being made of really cool blocks, it needs a place to stay. By the way, are you guys still in it? Oh, you are. Look, hello, fellas. How you doing, Ben and Jerry? I forgot what I called you guys. I never gave you names. Wow, I tortured you by making you live underneath two pillagers, and I never even gave you some names. I might regret this, but I think the spot that I want to build it is somewhere around here. But the reason I might regret it is because it needs to be quite a flat area, and the area is going to be 50 by 50 in size, so I'm thinking that could be one corner. This little mound here could easily be gotten rid of, thankfully. I've marked out the four corners. As you can see, yeah, part of it does involve removing an entire mountain. Something that I've not, you know, I have done that before, put it that way. I meant to say something that I am not unfamiliar with, but I just couldn't think of the word. And that is the entire mountain. I guess moved is the word you could use. Gonna fill in a bit of this hole. Drop off all of these resources I've gathered. And I'll also get rid of this beacon. I'm also gonna now start replacing the floor to instead be netherrack. I shouldn't have been so hasty to break that beacon, because now the mining is it's quite a bit slower. The front part of the bottom is kind of a bit more details, as you can see, with stairs. And then this back bit is just gonna be a giant pyramid. So I'm placing loads of this down. And it's gonna run all the way around in a massive square. I've worked out a bit of a floor plan for where everything's gonna go, and now I can start bringing up the next layer. And I think instead of just going up layer by layer, I'm actually going to work on a tower right here. So we're going to have like a tower here and a tower on that side. I think it's just going to be a little bit easier. So let's go and have some slabs along there. And I want some lava in here. There we go. So yeah, we're just going to have that. I think it just adds, it'll add light to it for a start, and it'll just add a bit of character to it. And then there'll just be a bit of alternating black stone bricks and red concrete. Oh, okay, well, that's in the wrong place completely, but then we'll just have a couple of them. And realistically, it's just kind of a mismatch of blocks behind, because you don't want to have like all the same. You want, you know, different ones to texture it out a bit, just make it look that bit better. It's a little bit complicated, but this is where I'm up to so far. As you can see, you know, it's looking like good. The details all coming together. You can see I've got a little pattern of staircase, like the holes going up there. And this is going to be quite tall, so I'm just going to keep making it higher and higher. I'm now starting to reach the top of this build. That's what it's looking like. As you can see, it's pretty cool. I've just got to fill in this area here and add a few more layers so that this gets all the way up to the top. And that is that done all the way to the top. It's just missing one thing, a campfire on top. I completely forgot to craft them, so I better go and do that quickly. Unless there's any lurking in this chest. There's a couple of them. I kind of want the normals. You know what? They might do, actually. I wasn't saying that there's one. You know, because there's two of them and I need two. It can be the one placed on top. You can't really tell them. I mean, would orange look better? I don't know. I might change it later. But I have to say, it's starting to look pretty good. And now I'm going to create what I've just made over there here as well. And that is the other tower complete. It's really starting to take shape. It's got a quite a cool look about it, hasn't it? And I've pretty much done all of the intricate details apart from something at the front that needs to be done, but Yeah, these bits here are going to be very, very easy. The pyramid exterior is coming along nicely, but I'm realizing that this is kind of what uses up all the blackstone, isn't it? Making this massive thing. So you can kind of see how it's looking. Like the red going up, bit of staircases up there just to add a bit of definition as well. And that is the pyramid part complete. Completely ruined because it's flipping snow everywhere. Don't worry, I'll put string on later because, yeah, snow on this is just not going to work. And now I do still need to do the interior of this. As you can see, it's looking terrible at the moment, really. So that's something to be done. But before I embark on that, I'm going to build a little statue on the front. I believe they're called sphinxes. I don't know if it's actually going to be a sphinx, but it's going to be a little statue that looks deserty, Egyptian, you know, that kind of thing. And I'd like to use some gold blocks for it, of all things. Yeah, a bit of gold just spruces it up, makes it look like it's rich. Thankfully, I spent ages earlier getting enough gold for gold blocks, so we can just grab a stack without even thinking about it. And to begin with, I'll have one there and one there. And now to get back to building this sculpture. And there we have it, a couple of ears like that. Let's have a little zoom out. Oh, yes. It's meant to be like kind of a cat kind of thing, but it's, well, you know what, I think it looks right for the build, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's a cool statue, it fits in. Oh yeah, the gold brings it out nicely. I think this is coming together perfectly. And now the priority is to get this interior finished. So I think I'll start with these tunnels. And there is a system to the design as I do it. We've just got those on top of those, and then in between we want more blackstone bricks like that. It's definitely starting to take shape a little bit now. You know, the interior is looking good. I want to put lava in those gaps, but I'm also finally going to use these cracked stone bricks to put a bit of gold there. Then that on top, and then along here we'll just kind of add more bricks like so. And since the lava is needed imminently, I think I'm going to need 5, so we're not going to fit all these in inventory, are we? So let's just take the whole lot. That's the best way. Fly around. Oh, look at that. Beautiful little landing there. And then in there we could have that. 2 more on this side. And a final one here. Yeah, it was 5. It was 4, not 5. I just apparently can't count. That's going to go in there. Perfect. And now to get this inside room completed. And this room is now basically finished. I just want to completely roof it off. I'm not going to do anything fancy on like the shape of the roof. It's just basically going to be a flat one because I've got enough decoration there with the stairs and stuff like that. So glad I got so much blackstone at the start because, yeah, I've needed all of this really. It's been a very expensive build, that is for sure. But it'll be worth it when it is complete. Also had a few torches in here just to stop mob spawning. I mean, I hold my mob switch on all the time anyway, so it's probably not a big issue, but better safe than sorry, I say. And it's almost complete, but I think, this room's still a little bit bare. I'm going to have like a bit of a chandelier type thing in the middle. Chandelier is maybe a bit of a fancy word for a pyramid. What's going to be put in a pyramid, but you know what? That's exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to have fences on all 4 sides like that. It's a very basic design, but I think it'll really bring it together. Got enough torches left. I've got to be careful. Can you place them like that? Oh, look at that. That's a little bit of speed place. Don't even have to jump. But the reason I was worried about torches is I place a lot of there. But that's the little chandelier thing in the middle. Kitty call it a chandelier. It's just a bit of lighting, okay? And all that leaves for me now is the floor. And this is why I didn't mine everything out, because there's stone under there, which I don't need to touch, you see. This is why we leave it till the end. It makes so much more sense. And that is the floor filled in, but I do want to add a bit of a pattern directly in the middle as well. It's going to be red concrete on these edges and then some gold blocks there. And I have to say, I am very happy with what I have created. Part of me doesn't like the fact that there's string everywhere, but you know what? It's the best of 2 lesser evils, unless I just built a giant glass platform up there. Now, what am I going to use this inside for? I'm going to use it as Notch Apple storage. I do also want a creeper head to go on there and there, but yeah, I need a thunderstorm for that, as we've already assessed. But yeah, as I was saying about me Notch Apples, I filled up this wall, filled up these 2 walls, nearly filled up these 2, so what have I got? I've got space for 9 more. And the way ancient cities are, that will not take me long at all to fill up. So when I need it, it will be very useful. And now I want to address an issue in my room of every single mob. The warden, being the nasty mob that he is, took out the panda and the villager, but he never touched the charged creeper, and I always assumed it was because it was further away. But now you guys have enlightened me that wool is the secret. Yes, there's wool around that, but no wool protecting the panda or the villager. So I'm going to nip to this little place right here, grab plenty of wool, and place it inside this wall. There we go. I think this is making the warden quite angry at me, but he'll just have to get over it. Now, of course, I'm not painfully getting another panda so then he can just take it out. No, first, we need to test it. I would say I'd test it out with some chickens, but apparently they've all been eaten by you. Well, I've got plenty of eggs, so it's not the end of the world. Are you really going to do this to me? What is your problem? The warden is very angry at me. This is very sad. I've just got to get some more chickens in here. He's going to do it again. Whoop. I'm sick of using totems. And the flipping chickens are escaping. I've got to remember that owning a warden, it's not a safe thing, really. Right, you guys get in there. I'm just going to have to accept that I'm going to use some totems in, alright? You get in there. Okay, that's the first totem gone. But that's just got to be the way. There we go. Chicken, get in. Come on. This is a bad time. This stupid warden's going through my totem like it's nobody's business. This chicken is trying to escape and get me killed. There we go. I've nearly run out. Okay, I don't want to throw 4,500 days down the drain at this point. Just come on, chickens. Get him in. Okay, I didn't know so. Get out of there. Don't get in. This is going to be the end. You can't reach. It's okay. More totems. You know me. Loving to dice with danger. Right, let's just get the rest of the chickens in here. To be honest, there's enough chickens in there at this point. I don't know why I keep throwing them in there. Let's just go like that. There we go. Another totem. I'm getting used to it now. Let that warden calm down. Now, if all those chickens survive, then I know that the wool is doing the trick. Next, I've got to actually start making this entire room look good. At the moment, the walls don't look too bad, you know, with the mobs in, but the rest of it it's not very good at all. And once I mine the floor, I can also mine the roof, and the amount that I can reach is the perfect height that needs to be mined out. Whereas if I stood up here, I'd be breaking too many blocks. Looks like this guy's finally calmed down, and all of the chickens are absolutely fine. So thank you guys, your plan worked perfectly. And there we have it. Pretty much everything has been mined out. Now I can add bricks all the way down the middle. Pretty much to the end, as close to the warden as I want to be. And my oh my, the potential is certainly here. Well, there's something else that I also want to do. First of all, unload all this stuff, then repair the pickaxe, and now I want to go ahead and gather up a load of ice. And the reason for that is because I want to make a blue ice pathway all the way to the warden farm. Otherwise, it just takes me ages to fly there. Well, I went AFK for a bit, came back, and my pickaxe had broke. I definitely need to come up with some sort of better solution to stop that from happening. At least it's been quite successful in the fact that I've got loads and loads of ice that can be packed and made into blue ice. And now it's time for me to get busy placing all of these down. And every wall is now placed down. We're going to have an extra one right here just to stop me flying away into the distance. Now to hop in a boat and see how fast it is. I think I need to be kind of sticking. It's a little bit slippery, isn't it? But yeah, I need to stick to this left side. And it is very, very quick to get to the corner. And then this is the long straight, which is also very, very fast. I'll also put this right here. In fact, I probably one away. Yeah, that's better. A pretty good building project. And from that, I do have quite a lot of stone brick walls. So I'll use one of the precious 2 remaining slots to put these in. Just need to add them all to this hopper and they'll come filtering through. And now, once again, I'd like to get every animal into this place. The chickens are doing absolutely fine. You could argue that they're actually thriving, okay? Which is why I'm going to have to get rid of you guys. Yep, sorry. I'm going to have to make this guy a little bit mad, but this is just all in order to get the get the villager in. So I'm going to need a boat, so something... Oh, here we go. Yeah, get angry at me. Go on, do your worst. Wardens really are just very, very annoying, aren't they? Okay, right, we've got to be... You know, if I get this wrong, I'm dead in my world, actually. Hold on, SP. He was definitely winding up for another attack there as well. I have to be a little bit more careful. So we just break both of these. That's it. Get angry. Do whatever you want. All right. Then we get another totem. So we can get this villager in a boat pretty safely, I think. I don't know, actually. It's just going to be a pain. I'm sure I'll be able to make it work one way or another. Now, there is an angry warden at the end over there. So we won't be getting too close. This is probably enough for now. Whilst he's angry, you just stay in the middle there. And since it does seem like the warden is going to take a bit of a while to calm down. So I'm going to grab a couple of shulker boxes worth of bamboo. In fact, let me change that. I'm going to grab all of my bamboo and we are going to get another panda. Okay, well, you're a weak one. Get out of here. The weak don't survive. And there's really nothing else I can do than just keep breeding these until I get a brown one. And there we go. We got one. Perfect. These two will produce a brown panda, or at least have the potential to, with the right situation. Now, there are kind of pandas in the way everywhere, so I know you guys are endangered, but you're not endangered in this world. There's too many of you. I've got to lure this guy up. No, don't you guys come near. There's a very long flight of stairs for us to climb up ahead. Actually, are we going up the right flight of stairs? I don't really want to be up there. I want to be over there. Just come down here, little fella. You can go into a boat where you'll be very safe. And I'm going to need more blocks to pull off this next plan. And that plan is to build a staircase that connects all the way to that one. That should do it. I'm going to make this platform a bit bigger because I just get the feeling like you're going to fall off when I break the boat. And at this point, I'm not leaving anything to chance. Now I carefully lure him up across this diagonal all the way to the portal. I'm just going to double check it links to where I think it links. Yep, above the nether, that's what I want, which means I can safely send you through. And for now, keep you in a boat so that you're safe. And now I want to do it all again and get another one. No brown panda this time, so I'll try again in 5 minutes. And after another attempt, still no brown ones. Just gotta keep trying. Same outcome on the 3rd attempt. But on the 4th attempt, we've got another one. Kind of trying to lead 2 up at once, but I feel like one of them is just gonna get hurt if I try that. So one can go in a boat and one can be lured up here. Now they're up here, I actually feel like putting it in a boat and me going across like that is actually faster. Pandas are very, very slow creatures. And finally, mission accomplished. I can get a baby brown panda from them. I probably won't though. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Well, I just rolled the dice and got one. Perfect. Well, you are coming with me, little fella. I'll just slot you in a boat. Don't just wander away. You're going to go in that boat and be safe. And I need to go over the way to make it so that the warden doesn't hurt him at all as we're getting him into his home. I was really trying not to say cage then. And don't you worry, I've got an ingenious plan. It involves quite a lot of wool, which is going to be placed along here so that the warden can't hear it. Then I add in a bit of a flooring, mine away at this. I don't know if this is going to make the warden a little angry, but plenty more wool can be placed. And I suppose to begin with, I can safely boat this guy into here. Next, the mob switch is going to need to be switched off. And now some infecting can be done. And villagers have been gotten again. Sorry, little baby chicken, you were just an experiment, but you can leave now. And instead, you, young little bearling, I'd like to welcome you to your new home. You will be completely safe in here. Don't ask what happened to the last guy. I think I can also safely do some mining on this side, as well as remove some of the roof. I'm trying to think of some neutral block that'll look good as a border all the way around for the floor. And in the end, I've decided not to use something that I haven't already, and instead to just do more stone bricks. As I'm going past all of these cages, I just find it so cool that I actually caught every single mob. Really is a very nice achievement. I feel like the warden's... Okay, I was going to say that I feel like the warden's getting very angry with me. No need to feel like that. It's true. Hey, I won't stop until I get this. That's it. Go on, do your worst. All right, I'm just going to accept totems. Going to get hit. Come on, SP. Let's get them all down. Okay, we place that. We break that. We fly. Come on, SP. What are you doing? Don't dawdle. Fly. Oh, what am I doing? I had a nickel for the amount of times I'm almost going to die being near this warden. Oh my goodness, wait, you hit me through there as well? Okay, I'm just going to stay a little bit away, but I really wish I'd built the entire thing before going near the warden. Also, I can now do that because, yeah, the lava's... well, the lava was a problem. Now, can I place some along here? Or can he detect me? He's sniffing me out. He'll never find me. I love how that chicken's completely safe. And my baby panda's still fine, which is very good. Next, I want to mine out a border around every single block. Although I still haven't worked out what block should go in it, since I want it to be different to every single frame of the cages, which might be difficult since there's so many different types. And it is now all ready. And I've realized that one block I didn't use once for that entire build is blackstone. So I'm going to try out chiseled polished blackstone. I don't know what it'll look like, but there's only one way to find out. And I'd better grab a stone cutter just in case I like it and need to make more of them. Also, once again, I got snow. I feel like I haven't had a thunderstorm in ages, and this is still just normal rain. This is going to go up like so. And do I like it? Yeah, you know what? I think I do. Even against the black ones, it still looks very, very good. So I'd better get busy building. And it is now done. I quite like the way it looks. Now for the bit which could potentially be the most tricky. Or at least the bit that's going to take the most thought. Going to require lots of each coloured carpet, which I have every single one of right there. And then I'm going to create the faces of mobs as the floor. The pig face doesn't quite look right due to the lack of 3D. Hopefully I can pull it back with a Ravager. I think considering the colours that I have to work with, it's not a million miles off. This time I'm going with an even easier one. A squid face. I mean, this one was basically impossible to mess up. And before I forget, I should take the opportunity to breed another brown panda, hopefully. I think it's a 50-50 chance. Either that or a 3/4 chance of being a brown one. Okay, very nice. This time, I'm gonna let you grow up before I lure you there. But I'm also not waiting ages for it to grow up like a peasant. Let's instead feed it a ridiculous amount of bamboo. There we go. You have grown. This time I'll try not to lead you to your death. I have a bit of a habit of doing that in my world. And into here you go, little panda. Although little was a poor choice of words. Yeah, you're quite a big panda actually. Be interesting to see how long that one stays alive. And I think in the meantime, I'll actually build a panda's face. You know, this one, it turned out surprisingly quite well. And up here, I'm gonna make a blaze. Oh, I tell you what, I quite like that one. Meant to be a turtle, but it looks more like a green pig, so I'm just going to have no snout at all. Or should I say, no nostrils at all. Next up, we have one of my favourites to build because it's actually easy. The Enderman, as well as a snow golem, a slime, a ghast, a very tanned villager, a drowned, wandering trader, spider, vex, cow, chicken, mushroom, creeper, ender dragon, strider, bee, husk, villager, green sheep, And a bunch of other mobs as well. The other one I'm not too keen on is the magma cube because it kind of connects to the ones that are either side of it and looks a bit strange. So I might shuffle them around at some point, but not right now. And I also improved the pig so that you can tell where its snout is. Wasn't sure if I was going to like this floor, but I think it looks really, really cool. I think it's exactly what the room needs because it is a, you know, a mob-based room. So against all odds, I'm happy with what I've got so far. All the carpets can go to one side in a shulker box. And now I think it's time for more progress towards the big beacon itself. I'll never forgive myself if I don't manage to get it completely finished this episode. So it's time to add all of the TNT to my massive nether tunnel. And all of it is down, which means I can start blowing it all up and hopefully for the final time begin the ancient debris collection. And that is the first stack, just another 7 or 8 to go. And another 64 have been obtained. For some reason at the moment, I don't seem to be getting very lucky with the ancient debris, although it's starting to pick up now. Usually I get to 2 stacks way faster. With that, I've got 3 stacks, and now 4, 5, 6. And realistically, I don't think I'll be getting a 7th stack, mainly because there is not that much left of this tunnel. But I am pretty happy with the amount that I have got. I think I reached the end of the tunnel and then just joined an old tunnel. Actually, I think maybe I just took a wrong turn in somewhere, because there's still quite a bit of ancient debris down this tunnel that I've not got, which is very handy indeed. Turn these blocks into ingots, craft them all together. I think I've got enough gold. I have. How many blocks is it going to be? Please be 15. It won't be, will it? How much is it? 11! So when I add this grand total of 11, look at that. We're onto the last layer. I need 4 more, and that's just over 2 stacks of ancient debris, which means I should grab all of the sand that I have, fly to the EOL farm, grab as much gunpowder as I can, and craft a load more TNT. And I reckon all of that is going to be enough 2 shulker boxes worth, actually way more than I expected. And now armed with all of this, I'm going to dig tunnels, put down TNT, blow it up, and get busy gathering the ancient debris. That's 2 down, 132 to go. How very exciting this is. A project that has been over a year in the making is very close to coming to a close. That's the end of this strip with 17 obtained. Then I just simply move along a bit further down this wall, dig another tunnel, and effectively create a strip mining system for ancient debris. Also, because I have way more TNT than I need, I'm putting it all in a line like this. Don't need to try and be efficient with it, just want to do it as fast as possible. And make myself a 1 block another. Wait, can I? No, I can make 2. I thought I miscounted. Then I place them on top, and as you can see, it is painfully close. But I've got one last trick up my sleeve. All the way down here, I built a custom portal room for 4,000 days. And of course, one of them was a netherite portal. So if I break any of these ones that are touching the portal blocks, the portal will break, and I will never be able to make it again. So I've got to be careful. But I can grab that corner and that corner without it affecting anything, and I don't believe it. After over a year, we have built a full netherite beacon. I absolutely don't believe it, and I won't believe it until I have a beacon on top. Let's grab one of them. I can add it. My goodness, it's giving me chills. Come on. Yes, it works. And to make it look even better, I reckon I grab a red stained glass pane and put it on top. Yes, my netherite beacon is officially complete. I have one of every beacon in Minecraft Hardcore. A select few have done this. What an achievement. I'm so proud of myself. And next on the agenda, I need wool, because I need to do something about this warden that is constantly causing me trouble. I believe all that wool means that he now cannot hear me, and I can get busy removing the brown wool. Now that the warden isn't really something that I have to worry about. Okay, I was wrong. Apparently me placing blocks still makes him angry, but I'm going to give it everything to try and finish this. There goes one totem. And another totem. I've got just this one left. Can I get these blocks? Come on, SP, get them in. Did have this one in the inventory. And plenty I can grab at the raid farm. And with all of these, I'm going back in. This is probably a very bad idea. Might have used all my totems, but that wall is pretty much finished. Next thing I must do is going to be very satisfying. I want a shulker box of every single colour, and then fill them all with wool. This is very satisfying. From there, I'll line them up, craft carpets, and decorate all the other sides like this square is. And I have finished it. I think it looks pretty cool. For some reason, while I was building, I did see the warden take out my panda. I can only guess it was due to the fact that I put bricks here instead of the wool. Honestly, trying to trap a warden with everything else around is it's just not a good idea. But I've also not got too much time to worry about that, because I've still got an entire roof to mine out, which if I do it like this, it'll take me forever. So instead, the plan's to go like this, mine everything out from here, get rid of this top layer, and then I can place the quartz, mine a layer, and add more quartz. Although it would seem that I don't have anywhere near enough materials for this project. But to solve the real problem, I need to come up with a much better way to get loads and loads of quartz. Bartering with piglins is an okay method, but I have a much better strategy up my sleeve. It'll require quite a few resources, so I'm going to get busy gathering them all up. That's every item I need to at least build the first half of this creation, which will be a void trading hall. And you may be thinking, SB, you've got trading halls right here. And yes, I can trade for loads of redstone here, but every time I do that, look, the trade gets locked and I can't do it again. But that's where void trading makes everything much better. So I'm going to fly all the way down this tunnel, head to the end, and right here I'm going to build a staircase going up to that end gateway. Blackstone and purple is the combo that I'm going for, which I think looks very cool indeed. I've also just realized that I can't build it any higher until I do one more thing. And if I don't do this first, I'm only going to end up breaking everything later on. It requires TNT, pistons, levers, obsidian, cobble, and trapdoors. And with it, I'm going to do some bedrock breaking. It's a pretty simple method. I've done it a million times before. And as you can see, it's rather effective. And so it's time for me to get rid of all the other pieces. And that is all of them done. Don't need to bother breaking the ones below the end gateway. Instead, I can just get back to building my humble staircase. Next, I'm going to build a bit of a platform with fences around the outside. And there'll be a tiny bit of redstone, which will be done in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. It's very simple. Basically, there's a tiny mechanism down there, which when I open this barrel, will move that piston in and out. So now it's time for more bedrock breaking on this side. And that is it all done. Don't need to bother breaking the bottom bedrock, only the top. And I'm going to need way more materials to build this one, which I haven't got just yet. You can see when I come through, if I go ahead and open this barrel, it will send me back through. And that's the basic principle of how void trading is going to work. Once this design is finished, it'll be very, very OP. But before I can think about building it, which is going to involve getting a lot more purple concrete, it can be very quickly converted using this machine. Another needed concrete will be magenta, but I've pretty much run out of sand. So I'm on a quick mission to collect lots more sand. That should be enough to make the magenta concrete powder I need. So let's get that converted. And this fresh shulker box needs to be filled with many more items, which I shall do in 3, 2, 1. And I have everything that I need. I actually required more than filling just one shulker box. I've got nearly 3 shulker boxes worth, but I'm still ready to get busy building. I already think that this bit looks pretty cool, and it's going to look even better when this bit is done. To start with, I want to build this bottom rail system, which is just going to start with rows of 3 concrete like so. The bottom blocks are just temporary ones. All of them have redstone on with torches at the top side. It's all starting to look quite nice, and this is where the rail system comes in that will send the villager all the way to where the void trading happens. I'll also get myself an infinite water source, because the villagers are going to be landing on waterlogged rails. That way they won't take any fall damage. So the villager will stop here. I'm going to add lava on either side just to destroy the XP, because otherwise you can end up with loads of it all over the place, which will just make a mess, cause lag. You know, I don't need that. And I can also begin work on a giant platform. This is where all the villagers are going to be going. The system with the string will detect if a villager is dropped down. And now I'm placing the rails that will put the villagers into their own slots from a villager breeder over there. Quite an intricate bit of redstone, but it just means that there won't be 2 villagers in the same slot. Because if that starts to happen, things will just get a lot more annoying. This is where the baby villagers will fall. Because of the wall, they'll just be able to stick out far enough so that the minecart that will come here will be able to pick them up. This also needs to be filled with minecarts, which I will do at the end. Adding glass ensures they will safely fall into their own slots and nothing else can get in. And so now I will build the villager breeder. It's a very, very simple design. 2 adult villagers are trapped here. The baby villagers will try and walk across to the beds that are going to be across here. Then they fall down there and eventually go into this machine. This means the build itself is actually complete, but minecarts are going to be helpful. And the only thing left is kind of the most important. Yep, I'm gonna need villagers. Thankfully, it'll only be 2 that I require, but getting them to the end could still take quite a bit of time, which is why I think a simple minecart system will probably make my life a bit simpler. Luring some up to my house should be pretty simple, because I can just use job site blocks to do it. This is actually surprisingly working extremely well. Although now that they're starting to cause me a bit of trouble. No, that is not your job. I don't even know where the other one went. He's been upstairs somewhere, right? You're going in a boat. Now, don't run away. And for now, I'll just keep you locked in, because I think manual travel will be our best option. Yes, granted, it will take me quite some time, but sometimes safety is just the best policy. I'll get you sent through there, keep you safe in that boat, and go back for the villager that is soon to be the mother of your children. Yes, it's you that I'm talking about. I can't wait to bring you on this long, boring journey. Mission accomplished, and you guys can't come through the end portal just yet, because first I want to make a bit of a wall, and then a minecart track that will connect all the way to that end gateway. And now it's finished. I don't know where this guy's going. He's all... In fact, that's it. Get back up here. Get into the boat. There we go. I don't actually want to go through the end portal, so I can slowly push the boat through. Shame I don't have a fishing rod. That would really speed things up. I'm starting to think the boat's not even moving when I'm pushing it, so you know what? Let's just do it. Well, that didn't work. I went through and he didn't. Now, in order to try and break the boat, I've got to do some fancy maneuvering like this. This is crazy. But who cares how crazy it is, because I got one in. This other one is also very annoying. But he's also in, which means I can now fix my minecart track, send them on up, and in theory, they should both go through the end gateway, no problem. That would have happened if this Enderman wasn't stuck on the track. Don't send him all the way back. I tell you, talk about being troublemakers. He's also now through. I forgot to remove the lava. I hope they don't die in it. I think, yeah, we're safe. The water should probably be removed for now. And a track created below that purple concrete. All the way up to the top this goes, and in there they'll be dropped. Now for the moment of truth, as I drop them down, they've both gone in. I'll carefully break some minecarts, and it is mission accomplished, except from the fact that I quickly need to grab some bread, which can be grabbed from this wheat farm, which against all odds is actually working. I'll split it between the both of you. You can also remove all of the tracks and bridges, and I just have to sit and wait for baby villagers to appear. Waiting for this to happen might take some time, and after a lot of AFK time, I have been getting villagers. Next, I just press this button and they'll get sent into the compartment. As you can see, the rail changes so that you don't get 2 in the same one. It's all going nicely. I think we've got one more adult now. If you want to get the babies out of the way, you just have to use a bit of light force. And that is every adult into a compartment. Something tells me you're not related to all of these other winter villagers. Where on earth have you come? Not from both of those 2 parents, that's for sure. I'm also going to move the stone cutter to swap with the grindstone. That did seem to work. Also, whilst I'm here, I should probably not forget about fixing this so that is properly set up. And of course, get rid of all of these rails as well. There we go, it's all gone. It needs to be dropped off here. Next, many emeralds will be required. And for the first time ever, I'm going to attempt some void trading. First, it requires leveling him up a little bit, and he is offering to trade blocks of quartz. That is perfect. Let's send him around all of these other random items that I don't really need. I think grabbing some chests and putting them here will also be very useful, just to hold all these extra emeralds. And I've really no idea how this next bit's going to go. So I think I have to right click on him, then yeah, it opens this. I trade with him like so, close it, open this, sends me through. I trade with him again when we get through, and as you can see, I can just keep doing this over and over again, and his trade is not locking as long as I don't do the trade until after I've been sent through the gateway. It's fine, so I just wait, go like that, there we go, and yeah, as long as I'm not too quick. Oh, it's working. It's working perfect. Oh, did I just mess up? I clicked it too fast though there, right? Is that correct? So now I go through. No, I didn't click it too fast. It doesn't matter. As long as I don't execute the trade, and I can get unlimited quartz by doing this. This is exactly what I need to finish my things. And I think I have done it all successfully. What a monster project that one was. I still need to add a nether portal to get the nether mobs like the piglin brute, the normal piglin, the hoglin. And somewhere down there there'll be an elder guardian and a wither. But at least aesthetically, the building is practically done. Before spawning any withers in, let's just get all of this down. Then I get a water bucket handy. I'm gonna carefully spawn it in. The reason I've got the water bucket there is so that the water won't go into the lava. Looks like it is working perfectly. So in theory, nothing should blow up, and if the plan is working, I'm going to get well back. Okay, shoot the golem. It's going for the golem. Okay, that's absolutely huge. This bat, you need to get away because I don't want you distracting him. Oh, he's shooting me. No, 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 don't shoot me. Please, please don't shoot me. Okay, I think we're good, right? Are we? Okay, how do I get rid of the water? I should have done it before it blew. I don't know what I should have done, to be honest. Thankfully, like all masterminds, I have a plan. It's just going to take a little bit of work. First things first, grabbing some invisibility, drinking it, and removing my armor. The wither is thankfully still there, so I can grab the water, plug in these 4 holes, and I don't believe it. But did it break my glass when it shot through? You griefing little thing. Anyway, I've trapped it. I have successfully trapped the wither, which leaves me only requiring the Elder Guardian, the nether mobs, and something else. And I'll be honest, that something else was something that until recently, I didn't even know it was possible to trap it. Yes, I am talking about the Ender Dragon, but to have any chance at trapping it, it first needs to be frozen. I'm also going to need all of these end crystals. You know, I'll bring the whole shulker box. Now, I have already got my Ender Dragon destroying machine here, as you can see. So what I'm about to build needs to be below it, otherwise the Ender Dragon will just end up breaking it, and I really don't want that. But basically, when flying around, the Ender Dragon flies to what is called nodes. They're all around the area. However, if I make the nodes too high up, it'll try and go to nodes it's not allowed to, and then it will just freeze, because it always attempts to pass behind to the highest point of that node. So if I put that highest point at y equals 200, yeah, the dragon will freeze. I'll link a video in the description that explains it a lot better than I can, and the video also tells me the exact coordinates that the nodes are. That's 4 of them placed, and the other ones are kind of off to the side, so it makes a circle like this. I think I've now placed down every single one. There should be 12 in total, so I can count it as I'm breaking all the dirt. Sorry, Enderman, you're all getting spleefed. There was indeed 12, which is very good news. Those Endermen are spleefed, all have ender pearls lying around now. But it is time for the moment of truth. Has the plan worked? I'll grab 4 end crystals, get my bow ready because I will have to get rid of these to freeze the dragon. So it is time for me to get him spawned in. That's all of them sorted. There's the Ender Dragon. It's flying around. That's good news. So I'll get busy with these, which is ridiculously easy when you have Elytra. But it's until you want to do these ones, which is... Well, I see they're also very easy. I think that is all of them. Good news. Now it should technically fly to the center, and if I've done everything correctly, when it attempts to fly away, it will freeze. So it didn't freeze, so obviously I've not done something correct. Hold on a second. It has frozen. It did. I didn't expect. You're frozen inside the obsidian pillar. Are you kidding me? Kind of annoying for what I'm about to try. I'm going to see if unloading it and then loading it back in makes a difference. Nope. Still stuck. And I completely forgot to bring the materials to move it into one of the end gateways. So I'll have to get rid of this one, nip back home. I've got all of the required materials here. There's not very many. So let's go for take 2. I'll once again break the crystals. Let the dragon perch. Now I can build another of these. This time remembering to place the obsidian. And it should just go ahead. Yeah, go along like that. Push it all the way across. Accidentally flew through the end gateway, which is going to unload the ender dragon and reload it. And it's going to fly. Yeah, I messed up. So I'm going to let it freeze again. Push it along with a flying machine. And this time actually send it through an end gateway so it unloads. And then I'm going to repeat this over and over again. So we have loads and loads of dragons. This could take some time. I stayed up till 3 AM last night doing this, but I have now reached 98 dragons through the end gateway. At least I will have done as soon as that one goes through. Here we go. Dragon number 100. Don't have to build another of those fly machines. Instead, I can watch it go through. And I also blocked this up so I never accidentally went through the end gateway because there's going to be a lot of dragons through there, and I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be 100 not 100 because there's a few in the other end gateways from the start, but there's going to be like 94, 95 of them. Thankfully, getting a piglin is going to be very, very easy. Just need a boat to put him in so that he can get trapped in here. Next, I can add glass, name tag him, and trap him in there. The hoglin may be a little trickier because it is quite a strong mob, and it's actually going to need a bit of a wider gap to be able to fit down here. That was a little bit worrying. I just fell in a hole, guys. Too busy looking for hoglins to watch where I'm going. Hopefully I can easily lure one of these up this very precarious staircase. Well, they seem to be successfully finding their way up. So now you've just got to find your way back down. I don't know if this is going to injure it. I better block it up. I do also think it might get scared of the portal. So I'm just going to temporarily break it. It's come so far, then it's got scared of something. What are you getting scared of? Possibly the warped fungi. Could be wrong, but it could be that. I really hope you're not afraid of respawn anchors, because that will be an issue. There's always plan B of luring it in through the back. A plan which I hope will work a bit better. Come on. Nothing to be scared of. Oh, you'd stop in there, aren't you? That's it. All the way now. I might even be able to scare him to run in by placing one. Well, if I could place one of these. No, you're not coming through. Crimson Nylium. Warp fungus. Come on, you gotta be scared of that. And in you go. Yeah, you're not escaping now. Just need to name tag you. There we go. And I get the feeling you're gonna be forever living in fear of these respawn anchors. Ah, well, you'll be fine. Keep active. The portal can also be relit. This can be fixed. And I can prepare this for the hardest of the three, which will be the Piglin Brute. This is gonna be tricky for two reasons. Firstly, the bastions near that area don't have Piglin Brutes in them because it was pre 1.16.2. And secondly, they just deal a lot of damage. So I can't afford to make any mistakes. This is going to be the very, very dangerous part. I've got to free him from the boat and run for my life. He will then follow me up here. And I've got to attempt to climb this ladder. Come on. All right. Is he coming? All the way? He can get up. Okay, well that makes life much easier. The only issue is that my boat is down in the bastion still. But not to worry. Because in this shulker box, yes, I'm well prepared. I've got 2 more. And now there isn't much else for me to do other than bring him back. Finally, I am almost there. Apparently, he's not smart enough to walk past rails. From here, I need to get him in a boat. I think this is the best way to get him down. I'm going to fishing rod the boat very carefully. Is that it? And then, it's going in slow and steady. There he goes. There's absolutely no rush with this. Slow and steady is the key. Because obviously, I can't get in the boat with him. It would not end well for me. Being above it, yeah, look at that. We get a bit more distance. I'll quickly name him whilst I've got the chance. Then he needs to come down there. One last pull. I brought my fishing rod anyway, so it had to be one last pull. And I can't let anything go wrong to this, because I am not going back for another brute. So this lava will be temporarily blocked up. I'll have a spare boat there to make sure he can get trapped. Then I can carefully release him, and he's on his way. Come on, buddy, me and you have been through so much together. In you go. Come on, just get in the boat. There we go. Then it can be broken. And it's done. All the nether mobs are in. It's absolutely unbelievable. I can finish the room by doing that and head through the portal. So progress is amazing, and it means I have just one mob left to capture, the Elder Guardian. I just heard thunder. I was just making some more fire rockets, but I've just heard some thunder. And I'm telling you now, I've been waiting so long for that. So every other project is just going to temporarily go on the back burner because I want to get more mob heads. For that to happen, I must turn off the mob switch and then get searching for creepers. Let's get you. Flint and steel will also be necessary. And hopefully, yeah, we got a creeper head. Been thousands of days since I last got some mob heads, but I think it is definitely overdue because now I have 2. I should really make a mob head farm ready for the next time it starts raining, but it's just so rare when it thunderstorms. And because I'm in a snow biome, it's harder to tell. Let's lure this one across the river. Whoa, that one just got struck by itself. Do you know how ridiculously rare that is? That is the way that you had to get a mob head back in the olden days, which was like impossible to do. Like nobody ever did it. Wow. I don't think I'll ever see that happen ever again in my life. Unless I found a million creepers and spread them out into a massive area and then let lightning. You know, I could probably set it up, but just randomly. It's a ridiculously rare thing to happen. Anyway, I can now finally replace the creeper head right there. And wouldn't it be cool to have some other mob heads at the bottom of here? And after that very productive night, I can go ahead and get this Elder Guardian's home complete. The border's done, as is the sand floor. Next, I'll get the walls dug out. Okay, there's lava there. Well, I've got to be a little bit careful about that. Next, I'll place the prismarine, which will also be what the roof's going to be set to. I'm also going to mine these bits away, where lava can be added, which I've done to every side, leaving me to only need to place these iron bars. It's looking very good. And then this bit might be a little time consuming, although it's not too bad with infinite water sources. But I've just got to keep going with buckets and fill in the entire thing. Now, this could be tricky because I don't want to place it as waterlog the iron bars, as it were. So that is going to add a bit of time as I do something like that. Glass panes will be needed to block off everything as well. Now, kind of against the odds, this is technically working, but it's going to take me all night going at that snail's pace. I reckon getting some ice, placing it down, and mining it away will be a much faster option. Especially when you consider I don't even have to place it on every single block. Just these ones, and after mining them, the water sources will do the rest. That's every bit of water filled in. The noise the wither is making is starting to drive me a bit crazy, but I can use bone meal to bring this place a bit more to life, plus dot sea pickles around, and add kelp. And so now that I've done all of that work, I've still got to do a little bit more building. If I did it the other way and tried to do the building whilst the Elder Guardian was there, I'd just end up getting mining fatigue every 2 seconds. So all of the roof is going to be dug out to make way for quartz. I'm going to add as much of it up here as I can before the warden ruins my day. Which looks like, yep, it's happening right about now. I'm just going to move. I had a good run, but it's not worth dying for. Then these walls will be chiseled blackstone bricks with lava behind some iron bars. He's going down. Taking a little bit of damage from the redstone blocks. Nothing to worry about. Come on, drop down. Are you kidding me? I can still mine blocks at least. Come on. Just break it before I get mining fatigue. Yes. It's going. I've got him in there. I've just got to get him out of the minecart. I want to get away from him though whilst I regroup. Grabbing some milk is probably wise. I suspect breaking the minecart is going to be a bit of a challenge. I reckon I have to go underneath him, which is why I brought the milk, because I have got fatigue. I can see the minecart. I think I just need to go a little bit more across. That should do it, right? Yes, it's out. So I fill in all of this. Okay, why have I not got the blocks to do this? You know, quartz under there. It doesn't matter. Get down the sand. Swim on out of there, although it can escape. Don't let it escape, SP. Do anything. Place some blocks along the top. There we go. It's stuck there. I'm going to drown if I'm not careful, because I've not got my respiration helmet on, unfortunately. Talk about stressful experiences. Right, we're going to go and get one more bit of milk. Mine away at the quartz. Place the prismarine bricks. And I've done it. I've only gone and trapped every single mob in Minecraft. Although I guess to be properly eligible for that title, until I have properly trapped the Ender Dragon. Tidying all of this up is going to be a little bit annoying if the Guardian keeps doing that. But that is the area looking way, way tidier. It'll be even better when it snows. Plus, I can use water to fix this bit. A couple of glass panes need to be here so that it is 100% done. I don't know how I've just waterlogged everything. Oh no, it's going wrong. You just get so ridiculously close to finishing something and then this happens. But anyway. It's problem solved. I can safely say this area is 100% finished. And the only thing left are both of these walls. Also got to get rid of the remains of this inside portal. And I shall mine as much of this as I dare. Okay, it's angry at me, which means get out of there. I'm also going to go down if I can. Okay, well, I couldn't really. I do think a couple of chests at the bottom filled with milk is probably very necessary from this. These shulker boxes can also be removed. And this place is almost finished. Just got to wait for the water to calm down. I'll be able to finish those walls, remove the wool around him. An absolutely major project complete. And now the time for stalling is over. Instead, I will craft myself just a few more rockets and head to the end. From here, I must mine away at the obsidian so that I can go through the end gateway. And if there was ever a moment of truth moment, it was now. Through the portal I go and... Okay, there's dragons up. What the heck? They're everywhere. This is the most insane thing I have ever seen. I'm actually mesmerized by this. It's like a swarm of dragons. What the heck have I done? And you might think this is crazy, but watch what happens when I reload the world. I bring it back in and notice how they all start flying one by one. Well, some of them anyway. I guess bit by bit they're going. They're flying towards spawn. And it's insane to see. I'm actually flying in a swarm of ender dragons. This is the greatest thing ever. Flying with ender dragons. How cool is this? As they all... Oh my goodness. What have I created? Why have I done this? There's 60 million ender dragons. Look at they hit each other. They go flying all over the place. 100 ender dragons. Oh my goodness. Most of them are up there where the nodes are. I think if I reload the... Like, they're going to have to try and perch and then come down, but they're just getting sent higher and higher. I am 1,000 blocks in the air right now. That's how high this dragon spiral is. There's probably a reason no one's ever done this, but it is unbelievable. I really have pushed the limits of my hardcore world. I'm going to reload the world. Doing so is going to cause some of the dragons to freeze. As you can see, he's stopped moving. That one's stuck in an awkward position because now none of them can perch. So, because they have to perch to get into the freezing thing. They're all trying to perch right now. So I'll create a contraption just to get it moved out of the way. Doing this is a lot harder when there's about 6 million dragons around you. This one's now nicely out of the way. Another one managed to perch. And you know, I'm starting to think that maybe this is just what 100 trapped dragons look like. They're just trapped in a loop. Trapped by game mechanics. This one's going to be up here forever because it's above sky limit, so I can't push it down and it's frozen. I feel very sorry for you. Look how high it goes though. Like, they've all got into perching form. And I think they're all like working their way down but getting pushed up. It is crazy. They're over 2,000 blocks high. I've never seen... Honestly, this is the world's first. What have I created? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And I've still got a few more of these to round up. There's one here, so let's get you flying back. I think, do I just fly away and fly back and you'll start going? Reloading the world was the best answer. You just go flying your way back. And there's the other dragon over there that I pushed with the fly machine that got stuck. In fact, wow, they're everywhere. Where are they all coming from? Yeah, get yourself into all of this menagerie dragon. I think it's underground, actually. Checked all the end gateways, and every dragon is here. Also remember pushing one away with a flying machine, but I can't remember which of the directions it was. It's possible that I already retrieved it. Yeah, it'll probably be where this bit of endstone is. The dragon must have got caught up in the rest of the herds. And I feel like for this challenge to truly count, because I mean, I think I've trapped every single end dragon, but somebody in the comments can be like, SB, you didn't trap it in a cage. Cage is complete. And once I push this guy in, I am officially the second ever person to trap every single mob in hardcore Minecraft. Now next, I want to do something that I probably should have done quite some time ago, but I didn't want to do it too soon. I wanted to wait for the right time. I'd like to build a tribute to Technoblade. I'm going to build it up there. He was a great YouTuber and a really, really genuine kind person, and he definitely deserves to have a permanent tribute in my world. I shall build it on top of this little hill using pink concrete, followed by lots of decorations so it looks like techno. That's his face, and that's his full head. I'll also grab string to protect him from the snow. RIP to an absolute legend. And on that note, I will offload all my stuff and repair my elytra. And if I am going to get a collection of every single block, then that means I have to find the absolute perfect location. Doing so will allow me to have blocks that in survival are normally unobtainable, such as bedrock, end portal frames, budding amethyst, etc, etc. I've got 793 to collect. Basically, if it's placeable, it's going in the collection. To begin with, I'm collecting all the acacia items, since they're the first ones alphabetically, and pretty much all that requires me to do is mine a load of wood. And whilst I'm here, I might as well get oak and birch as well. Then I just need to do loads of crafting and add them to the shulker box. Can't forget about the acacia leaf as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is every single acacia item. Now I have to do the same with birch and oak. And with all of these, I've got 42 items. And whilst I'm at it, I might as well get the other 3 types of wood. What the heck have I just found in my world? It's literally a village on floating islands. I didn't even know anything was like this was ever possible. It looks amazing. Anyway, I still need to get spruce, dark oak, and jungle. And with all of these, I've got 84 items. And since I've been getting all the wooden ones, I might as well search for a mangrove swamp. One has been spoiled just as my elytra broke as well. Thankfully, I always carry a spare. Now I'll grab the mangrove wood, craft the items, which gives me 98 of the items in total. Plus, whilst I'm here, I'll grab mud, rooted dirt, a carpet. I just realised they're muddy mangrove roots. Rooted dirt is something completely different. And with 101 items, I'll grab bamboo for 102 and cocoa beans. Now I'm grabbing obsidian to build a portal. And I might as well get the final 2 sets of wooden items. That's all the crimson stuff. And this is the place I've been looking for to get the rest of the items. And I have now got all of the warped ones. That's 138 items, and I should also grab the twisting vine while I'm here. And now that I am home, all of these can safely go into a chest. And one of the rarer blocks on this list is going to be netherite. I have got a lot of ancient debris saved up. I think that's it actually. Plus whatever's in this shulker box. That lets me have 5 ingots. But not only will I need 1 block for the collection, I also need 2 blocks to fix this portal that I had to borrow. So I'll grab some TNT. Ask you guys to please subscribe because I'm trying to hit 4 million before the end of the year, and I am fast running out of time. Next I'll fly a little bit away, dig down, create a tunnel, come across some random what is this from? It's like a tunnel that I blew up but never got to the end of it. It has ancient debris. I'm very, very confused. There was 3 of them here as well. I'm guessing I must have thought this, look, there's loads of it. I must have thought this tunnel ended when it actually didn't. Very, very confusing. But hey, I'm not going to complain. This is perfect. 11 pieces in this tunnel. Sorry, make that 12, with even more to come. Starting with this one. So it seems like I've reached the end of the TNT, but it connects to another tunnel, which I've been to before. I don't know, it's quite confusing, but I'm just going to dig a new one, place a load of TNT, and blow it up. This will reveal all the ancient debris that I need, so it's time to get busy mining. But I'm just going to keep going. And that's mission complete. 2 stacks and 11, which will get me all the netherite I will ever need. Next I require more gold to put everything together and get 4 more blocks. 2 more go there, and one for my block collection. I have quite a few broken tools and items, such as these elytra, and also this pickaxe, so I'll get them repaired. And now I will grab this and go searching for more precious blocks, like coal ore, a coal block, copper ore, a block of raw copper, as well as a normal copper block, and all of the copper variants. The only thing relating to that I still need is deep slate copper ore, which I'm only going to find a lot lower down. Aha! I've already found it. Perfect. So I can grab that, and I've found a cave. Allow me to get the other ore variants. And raw gold is actually going to be needed, to be honest. While I'm here, grabbing the dripstone ones, and glow lichen, which requires shears, will be useful. There's a dungeon down here. Although I don't know what could possibly be useful. And as much as a mob spawner will be in my collection, getting that one into it will not be part of the plan. But there's even a deep dark down here. I doubt that'll be useful for now, though. Also got me deep slate diamond ore, and I'll collect the raw iron. Might as well harvest these as well to get a diamond block. And here's the non-deep slate ores as well. That is going to be enough diamonds, so I'll start crafting everything together. The collection is nearly complete. I've completely lost count, but I do realise now that there was 4 duplicates in my massive spreadsheet of notes. There's actually 789 different blocks to collect, not 793. And there is my normal diamond ore. Deep slate coal is very, very rare, but I have some at home in a chest, so I reckon I'll be best using that. Next, I'm searching for emerald ore, which can be found in mountainous biomes. That's the regular ore found, and I might discover the deep slate version if I'm very, very lucky. Couldn't spot anything down there, but if I fly back home, I can grab those 2 rare blocks from here. And that's all the ore stuff done. That's now 175 out of 789. So if I can grab another 25, I'll be up to 200. And I reckon the end is a good place to get more. Oh yeah, I am. I forgot about all of those guys. Anyway, I'll not think about them. I'll focus on getting the items. That's all the end items. I'm going to nip to this Enderman farm to repair my elytra, because if they break and I fall in the void, that's the end of that series. With that out the way, I've realised that I accidentally built a nether mob switch using all the dragons. So around here, no Enderman will actually spawn. We'll also need a couple of these. How I'm going to get the actual stem in the collection will be a bit more tricky, because you can't actually just mine them up, as you can see. But don't worry, I've got a plan. End city located, which will allow me to get all the different purple items. And also end rods. And that leaves me with only one final item from the end, the dragon head, which I hope does not fall in the void. It didn't. That's me up to 187 and an end gateway spotted. See you later, wild ender dragons. And now I'll pop to the nether to grab you, and a bunch of you. From there, I'll get the quartz variants, and that gives me every quartz variant. I've got 199, and I'm also going to add a beacon into the mix to make the total 200. Then it's time for all the ocean things, starting with looking for a monument. One has been spotted. There's no elder guardians to worry about because I got rid of them in the past, which is nice. So I can quickly get everything that I need. That is all that I need, but I forgot to bring a stonecutter, which is why I'm back. Now I can get back out there to collect seagrass and kelp. Then I'm off to a coral reef to collect all the different types. I also require a sea pickle. The reason I've got 2 of each is because half of them will have to be the dead variant of it. The only remaining block that I think I still need to get, a dried kelp block. On my way back, I'll grab some snow, a snow block, ice, blue ice and packed ice, and powdered snow, if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. Here it is. You can tell by the slightly different texture. And with these 6 items, I'm up to 251. I'm also quite far away from a house, so I reckon nipping through the nether might be a smart idea. Also because I need a twisting vine. Forgot to get it last time I was here. And since I'm here, I might as well grab all the remaining nether-like items. That includes you and you. I can see bone blocks in that category. Definitely not forgetting basalt, polished basalt, and smooth basalt. I've also discovered a bastion, which lets me get gilded blackstone, normal blackstone, and all the different variants. Can even get the chains and lanterns. Even more stuff to be added at Nether Fortress, and some nether warts will be included in that. Almost forgot about the block of magma, and also glowstone. I'll grab red mushroom and brown mushroom, which I've clearly got back to front. You'd think I'm colourblind, wouldn't you? But I'm definitely not. And whilst I'm thinking about those, I'll get a big mushroom, a flat mushroom, and some stem. Which reminds me to get mycelium, which reminds me to get podzol, and that reminds me to get grass, dirt, sand, clay, gravel, coarse dirt, stone, cobblestone, and this has nothing to do with what I've just got, but I need pumpkins, and of course sugarcane, plus a bee's nest, plus vines, and you know what, any system I might have had has completely gone out the window. So I'll just grab a load of different blocks. And that should be enough for now. I did have petrified oak slab on my list, but it's basically just normal oak slab if you crafted it before version 1.3. And since that's impossible for me to get, it is now off the list. You'd think that I may not have enough time because, you know, I've only got just over half of the items. But thankfully the rest are all going to be pretty easy to obtain. And I'm just going to craft and place a few more quartz slabs just to kind of finish a good amount of the pathway. I don't think I'll get the entire thing finished right now, because I really want to start adding all the blocks just to make it, you know, look like a block collection. At the moment, it's just a long pathway with nothing in it. I really want to bring it to life a bit. You'll also see why I brought the sea lanterns, because in the roof I do want to do something like that, and then trapdoors in front. I think that's good. We'll do one like every 5 or something, just to brighten the area up. Then I'm going to start dipping into these and adding them along here. So I reckon a beacon in this first one will be good, but the problem with that is you can see through a beacon, so something like that will make it look better. And then I'm going to grab all of these and start adding them along here. It's actually starting to come together. Look at how cool it looks. It genuinely looks like I have got bedrock without doing some fancy trickery. You also want loads of copper stuff down here, but if I'm not careful, it will all become weathered. And to avoid that, I am going to grab a load of honeycomb. I'm hoping that this farm has some left, because my bee farm hasn't worked properly in ages. I don't know if this way, but yeah, we've got 64 there, which is absolutely perfect. It's a very long way to come, isn't it? Just for some honeycomb, but I tell you, it'll definitely be worth it. I do want to have some weathered copper that's gone that turquoisey green, but for this bit, I don't want the copper to be like that. I want it to be its original colour, like it, so it looks like it's always going to be brand new. Definitely saving a lot of firework rockets by using the bow, and it's faster, which is nice. I'll place that and give it a wax. Then I want to grab all of these along the bottom and add them in at the end. These remaining bits of copper are for the ones that are going to go weathered. And in fact, if I just wax these now, I could have the weathered ones to be right next to the non-weathered ones. It's absolutely ingenious. So just on the end here, I'm going to have you. You're going to go... Do we have any quartz? Yeah, we do. We have that. Then the final one, I'll have a bit of dripstone, because why not? And I'm just going to keep busy filling up loads and loads more blocks. And this row on the other side is almost completely done. Just got to place a few blocks behind those slabs and place down a couple of lanterns. Obviously, the collection is going to get way bigger, but I have, unfortunately, run out of time. I don't want to go over time. The bedrock looks very cool, though. It definitely looks like I've got bedrock by some trickery. I really like it. Going to add these lights. And this layer is complete as well, but for the fact that I do have to take the very long process of mining away at the reinforced deep slate. I am using a silk touch pickaxe right now, just to prove that even if you mine it, you can't pick it up. Finally, one broken. You can see it didn't pick it up. That is the first time I've ever broken one. And that's the entire reason why I built this thing in an ancient city. This is my silk touch pickaxe. And I'm going to have to break the other two. Mission accomplished. Let's block that up. Reinforced deep slate is now in my collection. And I shouldn't have to do this, but based on some of the comments in the last episode, I'm going to go all the way home, grab one singular piston, and prove to you guys that you cannot move reinforced deep slate with redstone, despite all the people commenting thinking you can't. Look at that. It doesn't work, okay? The piston works fine. Look, it'll extend straight away when the reinforced deep slate ain't there. That was a slight waste of my time, but I did feel like I just had to prove a point. And now it's back to my humble building. That's the final staircase complete, which is nice because all of this will just be on the exact same level, making it much easier to build. And quite a bit of mining will have to take place to fit everything in. Even uncovered more diamonds whilst doing this. Always a nice little bonus. And I can use the deep slate that I'm mining to create the staircases that will be placed along here. I will be getting rid of some of these end portal blocks at some point. And I actually meant I want to keep the frames, but I also want the actual portal blocks themselves to be part of my collection, so one of those is going to have to remain as well. The others can either be removed with a few different methods. Now to get all of them added along this side. I actually get down every single stairs, but I'm out of polished deep slate. However, the roof does still need to be mined out and changed to quartz. So that will give me everything that I need to craft them and place them along here. Another thing is to have quartz along here, and I need to place more for this roof. And for my next job, I'd like to get a few more levels. I feel like 279 it's a bit of a rubbish amount. I don't want to spend too long at this farm. It's probably not my best XP farm, but it's pretty good. It's just very simple and quick to use. But if it doesn't take me too long, I'll aim for 300 levels. And there it is, 300 levels, which means I can now get back to business. One of those things I actually want to sort out. If I can find where I put the chains, there we go. We want all of that. Is I want to fix this bit, this hole. I put it here for that so I could get a hoglin through, but they definitely don't need to be here anymore. They're just kind of ruining the the look of the place. And I think, yeah, there's one all the way over here. This is where I brought mobs from a fortress, so again that should be nicely tidied up. Eventually this walkway, which will take me to spawn, needs to be done as well, but then I need a way, because this is actually my only way in and out of the nether. What are you doing there, by the way? Well, this is my only way in and out, so I probably need a way in and out as well. But I'm not thinking about that. For now, I want to grab a couple of these shulker boxes, and then I can go on a block collection spree. Beginning with obsidian, crying obsidian, sponge, a sunflower, tough, turtle egg, lily of the valley, jack-o'-lantern, stone brick stairs, chiseled stone brick, barrel, brewing stand, moss, azalea, flowering azalea, big drip leaf, and little drip leaf, spore blossom, string, azalea leaf, and flowering azalea leaf, rooted dirt, hanging roots, allium, witherhead, and I also require a conduit for my collection. And the easiest way for me to get the nautilus shells is to disable the mob switch and wait at the drowned farm. This will get me everything that I need. Hopefully that's long enough. The sky has opened and the rain is pouring. And I have ended up in... What on earth has happened there? I got completely blown up. Wait, did the... Oh, I got... Wait, what? I'm extremely confused as to what happened. Why did I go through that portal? Wait, did I remove the other portal? What on earth? Perhaps I shouldn't have gone through that portal and it doesn't link like it used to. I'll get hold of a few more resources and then I can fix whatever weird disaster happened in here. Hopefully that fixes the issue. I also think creepers are spawning on this farm. In fact, they are. And then they're going through the portals at the bottom. And all they can connect to is that drowns one. This farm is completely obsolete when I built the EOL farm. So that's why I don't mind messing with it. I'm setting all of this up so the water will be there permanently, thus spawn-proofing it. I'm also going to spend a bit of time eliminating all these shulkers because I think they're just causing issues more than anything, okay? This is probably not the best way to do it. No, this is definitely a bad idea. But these are all making it so that other mobs won't spawn in this vicinity. They were good for the void base, but that ship has sailed. Mission accomplished, and this farm should now work much better. And now my focus can be tracking down a Heart of the Sea, which will require a shipwreck that has already been looted. Great. What about this one? Well, it has a map. I need to fly west and dig right about here. Everything else can stay. I can also hear a wandering trader. Hold on a second. Will you sell me? Imagine if he was going to sell me nautilus shells. Once upon a time, I could have found some of those items useful, but not now. Instead, conduit can be crafted, which is one of the more difficult ones out of the way. Also got quite a bit of copper from taking out all the drowns, and they can be used to make a lightning rod, which is another of them checked off the list. So those two can be added to this collection. The junk can be gotten rid of. I also seem to have misplaced a shulker box. I'm hoping I placed it down here somewhere. Here it is. Thank goodness for that. We can put these back and bundle everything back together. Then I can go to the nether, fly up here, and repair my elytra. That's all sorted. And at this point, I'm just going to fill these up with all the remaining items, such as activator rail, andesite slab, stairs, and wall, anvil, beehive, and blackstone slab, stairs, and wall. Also a cake, a candle, and a campfire. I'll also get every variant of brick, cobbled deep slate, diorite, granite, mossy cobble, and bricks, cobblestone, deep slate tiles, mud bricks, polished andesite, diorite, and granite, all of the blackstone and polished deep slate variants, packed mud, stone variants, 2 chiseled, my 3 cracked, and with the red nether bricks, that is all of those kind of variants done, well, kind of like those, like with the bricks, slabs, wall things, all completed. I think I will grab and deliver these shulker boxes, and then whilst I'm in the nether, I can try and track down some ancient debris. Can't for the life of me remember how I got down here now. I'll just have to dig my way out and swim my way through lava hopefully without dying. Okay, well, the old totem got popped, so yeah, it could have been better. But I am back safe and sound. As you're well aware, I have loads of totems to go at. And speaking of using totems, I can't remember if I've actually finished this area around the warden. Oh, there's still little bits to be dug out, which requires me to grab loads more chiseled blackstone and place as much of it down as I can before the warden gets too angry. And already he is. It's annoying because that building, when you get the darkness, is just very annoying. I also don't know what my plan of escape is. Here we go. Okay. I can place those. I'm so close to finishing it as well. It's just annoying as that warden. At least my Elder Guardian and my Wither are fine. I should probably get out of here so I don't get any bad effects from that. Don't fancy mining fatigue. And I'll keep continuing to finish that area around the warden every time I'm passing and it's calmed down. But one of them I'd like to make a farm for, since I do have a complete collection of mob heads, but I don't have any spares, so just being able to have a bigger supply would be much better. This farm is going to require a load of items that I will have in this shulker box in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. I am ready to rock and roll with all this stuff. Whilst I'm on my way, I don't want to forget about sorting out this place, although the warden does sound kind of angry. He's... Yep, alright. I guess we we should let him calm down a little bit more. And I should definitely get another totem for safety purposes. Over this bit of ocean seems like a pretty good spot. I reckon it'll be useful for me to pull out some scaffolding so I can easily get to the correct height. This shroom light is going to be the very spot that I AFK on. All the platforms are going to be built with glass since they are spawn proof. And the reason for the red glass is to signify where the safe distance will be to be away from the charged creeper and not take damage. Although with my fantastic armor, I wouldn't worry about the creeper anyway. The storage will be at the bottom here. I'll also widen these stairs like so. And this part right here is where the charged creeper and the other mob are going to be. Or at least they're going to be sent down here for the big blast. Waterlog rails will push them to the very middle. And now to build up the chamber. Here there's going to be observers with note blocks that will send the signal upwards. And these are the chutes that the creepers and on this side the mobs will be falling down. It's all starting to come together. And as far as farms go, this is a very classic design. This is like the OG way that you would make a mob farm. Because I'm going to be using trapdoors to make the mobs walk in. I mean, this really does roll back the years. They think the trapdoor is a block they can walk on, and they can't, quite clearly. So, okay, that's upside down. But yeah, they most certainly cannot, and they just end up going down my little chute. Now to place slabs in a formation that will stop spiders from spawning. And then I'll add stairs all the way around the outside, which will stop light from getting in, but will also allow for pack spawning to occur. It is also very, very important that I leave a gap right here. That's so that the lightning can get down to the lightning rod. If I block that up, then the whole farm will just not work, so I definitely don't want to do that. Also looks as though mobs are spawning. We've got creepers, we've got some over here, so at least that part's working. I just heard lightning strike and a thunderstorm has started. Now, did the lightning strike where it wanted to? It doesn't look like it, but I can see the creepers. There we go, there's another one. It's still not going to my lightning rod, but don't worry, there's always plan B. I believe I can build my way up and throw it at this lightning rod. There we go. All my charged creepers are ready. This is very, very cool. It's been a while since I've made a fun farm. So by using this and this, I should, in theory, yes, look at that. Both sides we're getting a mob. Then from here, I'm going to light it up, it blows up, and I get a mob head. So I'll keep repeating this over and over again with all the mobs I've got. Can hopefully get through them all pretty quickly. And if I do, then a new batch will be falling down as the mob cap changes. And I'll have, look at that, yeah, some more creepers already coming through. So the plan is working perfectly. Also going to put my chest plate on for a bit of extra protection. I thought for a second that the rain had stopped. I think maybe the thunderstorm stopped, but it's just normal rain. But it's still not the end of the world, because as you can see, I can just keep using the farm anyway, even when it's not thunder and lightning. This is going to be my first creeper head that I get. And it's definitely going to take quite a bit of time to get through them all, which is probably a good thing. Because look at all those charged creepers. Got a very nice little routine going. We just go like that. Looks like I'm already down to my last charged creeper, which is not a problem. As I've got a decent amount of heads. I don't know if it's, oh, there's even more in there. Also probably a smart idea to replenish the minecart supplies. It's a real shame the thunderstorm stopped, just to double check. Yep, there is definitely no more lightning. But I'm happy with what I've got, considering I know, boy, I've got very few creeper heads now, but considering how I barely had any before, I have now got like 30 of them, which is definitely a great turnaround. And it's an extra 3 items for my block collection. And with 61 items now remaining, I'll be going through them in rapid fire. Beginning with glowberries, which will be cave vines, a cauldron, chest, daylight detector, detector rail, dirt for a dirt path, dispenser, dropper, ender chest, more dirt, this time for farmland, netherrack for fire, a fletching table, glass pane, and glow ink for a glow item frame. Then there's honey, honeycomb, hopper, and heavy weighted pressure plate. Can you tell that I'm doing these in alphabetical order? For now we are on iron trapdoor, item frame, jukebox, lava lever, and light weighted pressure plate. Then there's loom and lodestone, but I ain't using a netherite ingot up for that. Even if I do have quite a few up there, as you can see. I'm sure I must have a spare lodestone knocking about somewhere. Indeed I do, I've got 2 in there in fact. Next I need a note block, an observer, and the 3 different frog lights. Piston, a sticky piston, powered rail, comparator, lamp, repeater, torch, dust, and respawn anchor. I'd also like some extra glowstone for that respawn anchor, because I think it'd be cooler if it's fully charged. Then there's scaffolding, skulk, shrieker, catalyst. Oh my goodness, 2 notch apples in there? That is crazy. And we'll also get a sensor. And finally, vein. Next, I'll grab 2 item frames to add 2 more notch apples to the collection. Ever since Ancient Cities were added, I'm literally getting millions and millions of them. And next, I'm going to need slime, a smithing table, smooth stone, this for soulfire, and the blue campfire, plus the torch for the complete collection. Next, a target block, tinted glass, tripwire, and trap chest, water. Yes, that counts as a block. And 1 final item that I have absolutely loads of. Yeah, well, 2.5 stacks, maybe not loads. rose, but the wither rose. Yes, I have finally collected every single item. Actually, I don't have end crystal on my list because it's not technically a block, but I think it could be cool in the collection. And I'm just grabbing a few extra types of blocks because I'm gonna have to place all these, and sometimes I'll just need something to place them on. Like, you know, if I get grass, then I need to place that on dirt and stuff like that. You know what though? I'm grabbing a grass block. I've grabbed my mycelium. And I'll grab pods up, just in case I want something that looks better. And this is very, very exciting because I've spent a long time getting all these items. This collection has definitely been a big, big project in the making. It starts all the way down here. Still got to link this portal, but I'll do that in a bit because I'm going to go through every block on my list and check it off to make sure that I don't miss placing any. It'll take me a bit longer, but we can't have any mistakes. That's them all ticked off on the spreadsheet. Took a little longer than I expected. And I've realized that I've still got mob spawning on. I haven't actually activated my mob switch. And I think just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, I'm going to head back home, turn on the old mob switch, and then I can safely add blocks without having to worry about anything. I'm also not going to particularly add them in a super organized way, because I feel like it would just be too much effort. And you know what I'm like with effort. Avoid it at all costs. That's this side complete. Well, at least it will be when I put quartz behind that shrieker. On this side, it's time to carefully reveal the budding amethyst. And it's a nice opportunity to put normal amethyst stuff next to it. And whilst I'm at it, I'll put beehives next to it. You know, like I said, there's very rarely a system here. But as long as everything is placed down somewhere, it doesn't really matter. Now, this is the first of those potentially unobtainable items. This, I'm going to hope, will grow. I might need to give it a bit of space around. But the plan is for it to grow into a chorus. Okay, well, it grew faster than expected. It's not going to be allowed to grow any further. That is just the block. This is why it's a chorus plant. And in order to plant this seed next to it, I'm going to need more endstone. Plus, I think glass panes may look good to hold the water and the lava. I didn't think about that. And string. String is going to be needed to stop other things from growing even more. There's the panes, the endstone, and the string. So that is going to go like that, and then I can put that on top, and then I need string to stop it from growing, because I tell you what, it grew very quick before. I think this is now a very good opportunity to add all the different mob heads. 3 of them are here, and the other one is in one of these. Found it, and the final slot can be this daylight detector. And now to add another entire row, then I can have a bit of a count up after. Over 200 items are now in and counted up, but at the very least they're marked on my spreadsheet anyway. Now we come to the section with the reinforced deep slate, so I'll start adding items to this section. And that is enough on this strip. I want to add more wood along here. And whilst if I head all the way down here, which is, you know, looking like a nice area of the collection, you'll see that I've kind of grouped all of the wood together with its own type. But I really like the way that the sandstone's done when I alternate it. I think it looks a lot cooler. So I'm going to attempt the same thing with these woods. And already, I think it is starting to look quite a bit better. And now to add a load of other random items, including these fancy leaves, which all goes quite well in this section. Kind of ironic that the small drip leaf is actually bigger than the big drip leaf. I also think I'm going to need a bit more glass for the hanging roots. Why don't I just bring an entire stack? It would make life much, much easier. This time, I won't have to come back for more glass. That I can be sure of. There we go. Would have been embarrassing if it didn't go on the bottom of glass. And here's an idea. I can grab one of these planks and use this furnace to dry up my sponge head. It's practical too. Very nice indeed. You see, I'm already reaping the rewards of bringing extra glass because the spore blossom also has to go like that. String is technically a block as well, which it needs to be in the collection, even though it's above other ones. It has to have its own section. Pretty sure the turtle egg won't hatch because it's not on sand. At least I'm hoping we don't end up with baby turtles. I next need to create a section that can all be underwater. So I'm thinking glass panes along here. Then the water can be added along with the coral. Now to add the fan variants. And then very conveniently, the dead ones will actually hold up the water. I feel like I'm talking about it as if it's a real person. It's going to die off, sadly. It's given its life to hold that water. In fact, no, it's not going to give its life because it's... Oh, well, that's not allowed. I'll have to let you die off manually. There we go. And that does give me an idea. Instead of having these submerged in water, and I may regret actually trying this, but I can open this up behind and move the water to be there. It isn't quite working to plan because they all turn to water source blocks. But with a bit of work, it's going to look great. Now to continue adding all the dead ones. Looks good. It looks a bit sad where it's all the dead ones, doesn't it? But hey, they've all got to be part of the collection. And these glass panes can go because they just kind of... You know, it looks a lot better without having them, let's put it that way. More water is still going to be necessary for the rest of the things I have, such as double tall seagrass, kelp, sea pickles. Oh my, okay, that's made a mess. Just remember to put glass panes in front of it. Doesn't matter whether the conduit is in water or not, it has to have prismarine to be activated. Do I want it activated? I feel like it wouldn't work anyway if I did activate it, simply because you need loads of water around it, and then it's just not feasible. I am also gonna add an end crystal here, but I can't just place it. Okay, well I can apparently. I didn't think that would fit. Or is it now a case that I can't place anything next to it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, I've messed up a little bit. I really, really hope that covering it in water. There we go. It didn't break anything. I was just worried that it would break something doing that. Now, where did my lily pad go? Oh, in my inventory, apparently. No need to worry. Quest for the lost lily has been successful. Now I think about it, both water and lava do need to be added to my collection. So that it doesn't ruin my system too much, I'll keep the basalt stuff here. Then we'll get some lava like that. But change of mind. I want the lava on this side. I don't know. It's just a preference. Then water there. Next on the list, banners. So I'm going to see if I can do something about these silverfish spawning all the time. Don't think it exactly works like this with these, but I'm going to place some torches that hopefully at least slows them down. Tell you what, I'm starting to like Colour Alley, and I reckon it's time the wool was added. There we are. Forgot about the ominous banner as well. That should go on the end of these lots. Now for concrete powder. Concrete, clay, which is actually known as terracotta now. Glazed terracotta. Beds. Speaking of which, I need to sleep in one. Also got the glass panes, the carpets, and of course, not to forget the shulker boxes themselves. I have had to ever so slightly expand this thing. I think I'm going to have to expand it by one more as well. Indeed, I do. Well, that's it. The collection is completely complete. And for these final few days, I'd like to obtain something. Something that I've actually never got before. That is one of every type of villager in each biome. As you can see, right now, we've got just these snow villagers everywhere, which we want a bit of variation, diversity, you know, all that good stuff in the community. And to do that, I'm going to have to collect villagers from all sorts of areas and also do a bit of villager breeding. And so armed with beds, stone cutters, you know, job sites, food, a few hay bales, I can travel to another biome to find a villager. If there's any left, this will be a good place for... Oh, there is as well. So, I can get a spruce villager. To be honest, it's just going to be easiest for me to put you in a boat, mate. Alright, just don't be a wise guy. But yeah, if I nicely kidnap this spruce villager, then I have a perfect plan because we are right by a plains biome. I'm now realizing this is the slow bit, but yeah, this is not only going to get me the spruce varianted villager, but it will also get me the plains one. Although, of course, I need another one. Yep, you're on your own. You're not going to be much use. Little breeding chamber here. All the beds are going down. And where is the other one? I definitely saw him. Oh, there he is, hiding in the trees, mate. No, you can't hide anywhere. Well, you can if you can't get in the... But there we go. And it's time to transport you as well. Welcome to your new home, mate. Well, you're not going to be here forever. You're going to become... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with you. One of you might just be left here forever because I don't need to. No, we'll bring it both. Why not? Anyway, not much is going to be happening at night, so we might as well get some sleep. Man, you just stayed up all night walking around. Some of us were trying to get our beauty sleep. Anyway, let's give him some bread. There you go. You have a bit of bread. You have a bit of bread. No, don't take his bread. No, come on, share the bread out. That's it. I think between... Have you got the bread? Oh, maybe not. Yep, maybe. Take that. I'm going to assume that between you, you'll have enough bread to... Ah, there we go. You're trading bread. That's what we like to see. Got some love arts going. Oh, we're going to get... This is all going to work against the odds. And you can see that he is a plains villager. So he's, you know, he's a bit of a different... Wait, has he? Is he? Oh, he's not. Apparently it's random. Okay, so sometimes it's randomly the biome, and sometimes it will choose the parents. Well, I'm glad we've got a happy family, but that's not what... This is going to be harder than I thought. Whilst I wait for them, I'll go and find either a swamp or a jungle, which again is going to be a tricky thing, because there isn't really any nearby. But thankfully, I'm SB737, and I've always got a plan. And that plan is to grab more beds, and that's it, really. That's all I needed. I felt like I needed a load more things, and I just realized, yeah, I'm just short on beds, and that's it. But anyway, the plan is to take these villagers from here to a swamp. I might be able to lure them out with a stone cutter. Any takers? Come on, you look like an unemployed villager. That's it. Come on, over you come. Don't go to the lectern. That's it. Straight into my trap. Okay, no, don't go back in. Oh, that didn't work. There's another one here. Is that going to get him? Oh, yes, I got them both. You can go into a boat if you... There you go. You just sit tight. I knew I needed extra boats, but then I talked myself out of needing them. So, yeah, that was not a good plan. But anyway, 5 of those. And here you go. Sorry, I know you want to work, which is very admirable, the pair of you, but... You're actually being recruited for a new secret mission. Not actually that secret. We're gonna make you have baby villagers that have the appearance of a swamp. Whether I actually bother to bring you back, I don't know. Don't fall in there. Flipping heck. I had one job, and that was to not go in there, and I managed to do it right. It's all right. No, don't go back in. Don't be like this. Come on, village. Just get in the boat. That's it. And away we go. I know that there's a swamp in this direction. And who knows? Maybe it, like in somewhere over the water, there's a jungle that way. I think maybe. It's whether I really have time. You know, I've not got much of the episode left to be carting these villagers backwards and forwards. I hope that this time we actually get a swamp villager and not just get what's based on the parents. Right, cow, you're kind of in the middle of something here. All right, just move on. Come on. There we go. You give me a swamp baby. I promised you could leave. All right. Otherwise, you just stuck it. You didn't, did you? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm doing well at randomly breeding villagers, but that's about all that is going well. All right, guys. Must be about time you're ready now. I'll even give you more bread. All right. This was not what I had in mind when I said let's crack on. Come on. Sleeping during these turbulent times. Well, I might as well do the same. Oh well. You know what? This could all work out well. Come on. 2 for 2. Oh wait, we got something. Yes, we got one! Well done, team. This has been a great effort. I'll be back later to complete the abduction. Seriously, you could take my videos out of context and I would come across as a very, very dangerous, criminalistic person. Yeah, please, just never do that. And I will patiently wait for you guys to do the same. I sadly missed the magical moment when it happened because I went AFK for a little bit, but we have indeed got the swamp villager, which is perfect. My editor is now going to go through the footage and find the bit and show you what happened. There you go, live, beautiful. I can't see it, but you could see. Yeah, we got the swamp villager. Oh man, wait, we've got 2. When did the other one pop? Oh right, we've got more of these guys than we need. All right, well I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Oh man, look at this speed, by the way, avoiding the ice. A bit of a pro. Oh, well, I'm about to say a bit of pro moves and nearly messed it up. And then I did mess it up. At least you didn't disappear this time when getting you out. And I think for now, you're going to be left down there, mate. Okay? That's the plan. Just leave you there. I know I still need to get the desert villager and the jungle villager. I need to actually bring them all closer. But there's one villager that is more important to me than any other villager in the world. And it's a villager that's been a good friend of mine for a long, long time. And I haven't seen him in years. It feels like, maybe not years, but I haven't seen him in a long time anyway. I just said years for effect, okay guys, but I haven't seen him in a while. It's been at least 6 or 7 or 8 months. And that is Fred the Villager from my Awesome World series. And you know what? I'm going to build a machine that brings him over. It's going to take quite a bit of brain power, but I'm sure I can do it. Right here next to the teleporter is probably going to be the best place, and so I will get to work. This is the contraption I've come up with. It looks pretty basic, but I'm pretty sure if I just go like this, and once the machine has done its thing, we've got him! Fred is back! Well, welcome, Fred. No need to be sheepish. You may not recognise me. Yeah, of course you do. Come on out. Don't be scared. I know you're probably wondering what's just happened. But that's it. Out you come. And this is my world. Well, my new world anyway. Let's get you in a boat. I haven't really got time to give you a tour. But for now, I'm sure you would love to go and spend time with the other villagers. That's it. Get in. All right. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got your own friend. This isn't a choice. You are a villager, which therefore means for now you'll leave the village. I'll get you your own place. Don't you worry, Fred. But at this moment in time, we're sending you in here. Get to know the other villagers. You know, have a little explore. Don't die. I'm pretty sure it's pretty safe. And here it is. Home sweet home. And now to nip down here, drop off all this stuff, grab 5 item frames, and then I'll be able to go to the desert pyramid to place the 5 not. Okay, why is there a gap of 2? I'm sure I filled all these walls. Did I not fill? I'm pretty sure this was all filled up at one point, but okay. I'll just put them there. Looks like I actually only need 3 of these item frames. And either I'm losing my mind or something strange is going on. And now my next priority is to finish what I started in getting one of every type of villager. So far, I've got a swamp villager, one from a savanna, spruce, and plains. And of course, I've got loads of ice ones. And that just leaves me desert. He can be sent through the nether. And finally, there's the jungle one. And this could be tricky because I'll have to transport villagers into the jungle where they can then be bred. And there we have it. We have got the jungle villager. And to get him back home, I'm going through the nether. It's the only way that makes sense. But to make it feasible, I of course need to go above the bedrock, remake the portal, realize that it hasn't quite gone to plan, do it all over again. And this time it's worked properly. And this guy is going to come up here and head straight through. I'll just have my boat back. You guys are not going through. And now let's get you home. There's only 700 blocks to go. I found the blue ice highway, but I'm just going to stick with slow and steady. Now he's all grown up and I've got him back. Now to send him through and put him in a boat. That's 2 of you. And I do actually think I want all of these villagers to live in a room in my house. But I'll worry about that once I've actually got them all home. All right, swamp boy, in you get. And whilst I transport him home, no. I'm sorry, you can't come as... I can't bring both of you. Okay, if you guys insist, I will come back for the other one later. But I can only take one at once. And he is going to live in the actual village. Now to move you a bit closer, confirm that flying into a boat is, well, pretty broken. And then grab the final 2, which will be the trickiest. That is unless this river goes all the way back to my base. But it doesn't. Which means doing some fancy fishing rod tricks and transporting him over land. It's also pretty cool just how far you can do this. Look at him go. So glad to be back on the water. And with a couple of these, that's another villager successfully home. I'll craft another fishing rod since my last one broke and get busy transporting the final villager. And that is all of them delivered. Although there is one that I am missing. A snow villager. Now, don't try to escape, mate. You're coming with me for a special project. I'll have to come back for one because I can't boat past the carpets and the snow. And they're all doing their little congregation thing over there. So in the meantime, I've got to try and find a place to house all the villagers. Well, I forgot about you guys. I don't know if there'd be enough space in the treasure room, maybe, and... Wait, why is there an elytra missing, and... What? Why is the armor missing? I didn't take that armor, did I? What is going on here? First a couple of notch apples, then elytra and armor. At least I don't see anything else that's gone missing. But something very, very strange is going on. Also, whilst I'm in the area, I will grab this chiseled blackstone and hopefully add a few more bits by the warden. Although he does seem to be a bit angry. He's moving quite ferociously. I'll go as quick as I can. Oh, and he's done his sonic boom thing. That is time for me to leave. I've thought long and hard about it. I reckon opposite this is the most ideal place for the villagers to be. I was going to put them all in 1 by 1 things like this, but I feel like that's really cruel. So instead, I'm going to build them a much larger room to give them more breathing space. This is the design I've come to in the end. I'm going back to being in extremely small spots. Because let's be honest, I've never had a problem with cooping them up in little 1 by 1s before, have I? So why stop now? A big part of the room is going to be glass, plus blackstone, lava, and I think I'll also try a few panes. Next, these come all the way along here, and I'll try glass like this, although realistically that's going to look terrible. Lava's going to go in the floor, although I'm going to need a bit more of that, which I have here. Have you noticed that I like the lava floor designs? That's mission accomplished. Need some bricks around the outside. Then I'll add glass, the walls, and finally the roof. I also want it to be a slightly raised roof, so there's a bit of, a bit of definition. In fact, maybe slabs. I don't know, actually. I'm happy with that. I'm also going to get myself a bit of glowstone to go under where the villagers will stand. I quite like the look of this. A few adjustments to the glass. Now I just need the villagers. Starting with you. How I actually successfully get them in could be a bit of a question, but I reckon something like this. You just go in there. Perfect. Now on to the next. There we go. Into the middle one you're gonna go. Next we'll get Spruce Man. Don't just walk into his boat. I know what you're doing. Villagers just never get any less annoying, do they? Another one up and another one trapped. This guy just walked up here by himself. Doesn't get any easier than that. To get you out, I'm gonna go through the fence. Always remember, slow and steady wins the race. Well, eventually it does anyway. Up you go, down the stairs, and into here. I feel like it's about time I sorted this one out, because my aquarium just does look absolutely terrible. Down here's not so bad, apart from these walls need sorting out, and the blue ice walls up here just look too plain. So here's the plan. I drop off all this junk. I do a little bit more work here to try and finish this, although I don't think I'll have that much time. There we go, took the hit. Now we just run down the stairs, reach this little bit from a distance, and that just leaves me the wool at the top to change. I'm getting closer and closer, and then I want to grab all of these and collect all the axolotls into buckets, but oh, okay, I did that wrong, but I'm only going to collect up the yellow ones for now. What is going on up here? Why just all congregate to the top? Come on, scram! Don't know what's so exciting about that, but anyway, let's just keep getting yellow ones. I think I got them all. They can go in this chest. Next, I get all the pink ones, and now the white, and finally, the brown. Well, phase 1 of tank cleanup is complete. Now, I'm going to need to grab a pair of shears to pick up the seagrass. I don't want it to break. I'm going to be splitting this big one up into 5 smaller ones, and all the axolotls can be color coordinated. Oh, this is looking perfect. I very much like where this is going. White ones in here, and then the brown, which I'm going to breed a few more of because there's not that many, leaving me with only needing to move the blue ones. Right, guys, into the buckets you get, and there we have it. Axolotl Alley is complete. I think this could be the moment where I finally finish. Okay, no, he's mad. I thought he wasn't mad, but apparently he's still mad. I thought he would have got over it by now, but apparently not. Can I can I mine a little bit of this then, or is he going to hear it? Yep, he hears it. Just great. All right, well, I'll just I'll be leaving then. There's always next time. Well, you know what? I reckon I can get rid of these bits. Just mine that, and then fly. In fact, you know what? I'm not running away anymore. I'm not hiding. I'm going to face this warden once and for all and properly finish it. Because I'm absolutely sick of doing one block every 60 million years. So I have a plan. I have an ingenious plan. And would you believe it? It involves these. Yes, I'm going to make something that I've never, ever made before in this world. To be perfectly honest, I didn't think I'd ever need it. And I've got the wrong ingredient. There we go. Because it is time to brew the potion of the Turtle Master. And I'm upgrading it even more. Slowness 6, resistance 4. This plan has just got to work. All right, I've got it. Let's see if I can take the hits. Oh, 1 heart. That's right, Warden. Suddenly, you're not strong enough to stop me. I can finally finish this. And this is all I had to literally make. My goodness, we're very much zoomed in here, but there you go. I think it's done. I can't move. Somebody get me out of it so I can fly. Yes, the Turtle Master Potion is ridiculously OP, which is why I'm going to use it again to get rid of all of this in front. I say, you keep going, Warden, alright? You're angry? You don't scare me. Alright, you get me a little bit weak. I'll give you that, but don't you... Oh no, we've run out of it. Quick, drink it again. That is not part of the plan. Hopefully I can just get this finished in time. Just let me get a little closer, you stupid Warden. It's running out again. Come on, SP. We got this. You got this. You've got the fast mining. Go! Whoa, so weak. And I missed a bit. And not to mention that the panda has been killed again. Come on, panda. How does this keep happening? Oh, well, at least everything else is near enough done. Yeah, I just need to get another panda. And speaking of which, I can easily breed yet another brown one. Let's see if I can keep that one alive. And since it's snowing and I don't really like being outside in the snow, I'm going to instead grab a load of resources, which includes much blackstone, and build the final tunnel of this hub, which will take me down there to spawn. The entrance is probably the most complicated bit, and I can just copy the other ones for that, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't think there's gonna be too much mining out for this tunnel. That's nicely done. And this is where the pillars go, with more netherrack to be removed. All calculations are done, and everything has been mapped out. So I shall get busy building. And that's as far as I'm going to go in this straight line, because now I need to find a way to gracefully make it go downwards. As you can see, right around this corner below is where the spawn portal is. So how I'm actually going to make this work, I'm not entirely sure. I suppose the roof can come down a little bit, and the stairs could maybe be something like this, or even better, curved like so. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I'm just going to keep going. The slabs are as far down as I'm willing to go. I'll just have a bit of an opening here. It doesn't have to be directly connected to this. And this is kind of the pattern I'm going with. I think it looks quite good actually, doesn't it? And the stairs work. Just need to grab the last of these warped warts to continue this down. It's also quite cool how it kind of crisscrosses underneath the other tunnel I built. A real network of tunnels is being formed. I also need more of these now. The netherrack can be chucked. Just going to extend it out one more, so then the roof finishes on an even number. Now for the most annoying bit, which is the stairs. Just putting little slabs in all of these little gaps to make it look a bit better. That's side one done, and also this one. Now to try and make this look good. And it has to be said, I think it looks pretty good along here. I'm actually going to mine away these 2 rows at the end for now. Otherwise I'm just going to have like half one of these. It's going to look a little bit strange. That includes removing this and the stairs and slab. And with that, side number 2 can be worked on. Look at that, discovered a bit more ancient debris. I found some earlier as well. So that's 3 altogether. Always a nice little boost. And all of the walls are now done. That's everything sorted. This poor guy is still being forced to look at the subscriber count as it ticks up. But I'm not going to worry about him. Instead, I must focus on building a new house for Fred. I'm not going to make him live like a peasant with all of these other villagers. No, instead, you're going to get your own house. Where exactly I'm going to build that, I'm not too sure. I reckon back of the village, on this little bit of mountain, is the place it should go. Which means nipping back to my house to grab more glass and... What the heck has happened to my head? What on earth? It's not like set on fire or something from a lightning strike. I don't think so. What on earth is... This must be pride and joy. There's a sign here. What does it say? I'm back. Who's back? What on... Okay, I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to rebuild that at some point, but that is, yeah, that's not good. I like my head. What's wrong with my face? If you've got something to say about it, guys, you might as well say it now. Anyway, the priority is get a bunch of grass blocks and some dirt, and I will fix you later. Looking pretty good. It's ever so slightly beginning to look like a house. So now I'm going to copy the exact same thing onto the back. There we go. Mission accomplished. Complete with the trapdoors and slabs. Now to connect them both up using slabs. Top of the roof is going to be like this. It'll have a nice pattern to it, and I just need a plank to go in the middle. Now to do a little bit of work on this tower, it's going to involve the stripped and the planks. No, the slabs. Okay, you know what? I'm losing my mind on what these things are. But on these bits, I need stairs, and thankfully, I've remembered what they're called. I won't forget those. Now to build it all up a little bit higher, and I'm just doing that little point at the top, but I'm missing something. That something is a wall. I should have the fence. Yeah, the fencing are there. Adding these really just brings it all together like so. Here I'm going to be building a couple of pillars, and then we're going to make a miniature roof that connects to the big roof. It's actually going to be done in a very similar way to how I've done the other ones. Just that same pattern of plank, stairs, upside down ones, you know, all that. Okay, I've done it wrong. There's me trying to make it all sound easy, and then I go and mess it up. But now I'm on the right track. This bit connects to the roof like so. And that's pretty much all the beamy kind of things done. Now I can start filling things in with oak so that it doesn't look all the same colour. This bit is pretty simple because it's just going to be alternating with stairs and planks based on what we've got in front of us. Unfortunately, the other side isn't quite as simple because we've got this double roof thing, so we've kind of got to do a bit of, you know, going around the corner. But once it's finished, it will look good, and I can repeat this bit onto this section, so that is very handy indeed. Looking good. Now to repeat it. There we go. Kind of annoying that the snow is snowing. It's just going to mess up my build, I reckon. Although, considering they're all stairs or slabs, like, this is the only one something could go on, so it's not actually that bad. And looking at the time, I can sleep, which is even better because it stops the snow. Now, it is tower time, which is pretty straightforward. It's just going to be like that on all three of the sides. Mission accomplished. It's looking pretty good. Now for some more walls. And now for the exciting bit where I actually get to use some mud bricks with a window in the middle. And all these windows are getting decoration around them, not just going to be plain on their own. They're going to make themselves look good. As you can see, we've got the same on that one up there. And on this grass, I think some flowers would look good, but I didn't really have any to hand, so I shall have to try and grab some from here. In fact, I feel like there's not really any good ones other than just like poppies and saplings. So I'll place those down and grab something nice like a fern to go down here. I will need a few more plants for later on in the build as well, but I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And there's nothing like using pistons as decoration, so I'm going to break something like this. Actually, that might be wrong. I'm going to break 2 blocks and then place a lever, and then the piston can go like that. Look at that. And it kind of just makes it look like it's a bit of a table, something like that in the wall. Lantern for a bit of lighting because, you know, it's needed. And then we've got a bit of open space here, so I'm just going to fill, okay, well, not very well, as I was saying. I was going to fill that in and put a lantern there. Now for all of the other walls, I have to say this upstairs bit looks very, very cool, and it's a different pattern on the back, but it still looks very cool. And I want flower pots in front of the windows, but I put a cornflower in this one, and I just feel like it looks a bit dull. I think orchids look a little bit nicer, so I'm going to grab 2 more of those and a wither rose as well, because why not? I just hope Fred doesn't go anywhere near this one, because it could be a little bit painful for him. And I think the lighter blue, yeah, definitely looks brighter and nicer. This is the final bit of the exterior I need to do, the final little bit of wall, so we're just going to have this go all the way around. Then I need some stairs, one upside down, one the right way up, glass in the middle with a couple of trapdoors at either side, and that is it finished. Well, at the very least, the exterior is completely done. And I'll tell you what, I think it looks good. There's a lot of detail in there. There's a bit of a I suppose that gap's meant to be there. But yeah, it's a lot of detail. It's I think it looks good, but the inside needs sorting. On this bit, I'm going to have ladders going all the way up the side, just to there. In fact, I'm going to go one more up, and then I can just have a nice little slab right there with a chain and a lantern attached. It is going to be a 3-story building, but I guess Fred's probably only going to be able to use the bottom one unless he decides to risk his life and climb up ladders. So I'll leave it up to him to decide just how confident he is. I'm going for a bit of a checkerboard pattern here, which is quite cool, because it's the same, but I'm using the directionalness to go and do something like that. There we go. Now we're going to add a staircase, because I'm starting to feel bad that the ladder would have been the only way up and down for Fred. It's also time that I can bring out the old stripped oak logs to do this. The beams of the roof look pretty cool, and then I'll have another staircase like this. Also, once again, run out of the stripped dark oak, but thankfully I had some spare ones that can still be stripped. Looking very nice indeed. Now to tidy up this roof, it's a little bit all over the place, so we can, you know, decorate it with stairs, and gaps can be filled in to hide the stuff behind it that I don't want anybody to see. And with that, all the ceilings and floors are complete. Now we can get on with the interior. All sorts of interior decorations are going to be added. Right here, I'm actually going to do the exact same thing as I did before to like decorate. I always forget though to turn it on. I mean, it's a rookie error, isn't it? But if you don't do that, it's not worth doing. A lantern there will make sure no mobs spawn down here, because I don't want Fred to get into any trouble. An armor stand will fit quite well there, but you know what? I've got to put some armor on it as well. Only the best for Fred is what I always say, which is why I'll craft him some diamond armor. He's not getting anything more than that. I bet he was hoping I would leave him some netherite, but no chance. This is going to be the bedroom. He's got a little reading station, and because this is kind of his reading desk, I'm going to make a little chair for him to sit at, you know. I'm not going to make him stand all day, poor Fred. I'm also going to go out in search of a few more flowers. And do these big ones go in a pot? I can't remember if they do or not. Only one way to find out. They don't. So instead I'll have to opt for some slightly smaller ones, which is no problem at all. That's also the last of the flowers in the entire house. I ain't doing any more. I'm sick of going out and picking them. There we go. One there, one there. And I was going to have sea pickles as decoration because they look like candles, but I've realised, you know, we actually have something better than sea pickles for candles. Yes, we have actual candles that you can light. Also, book and quill here will just make... Look, it looks so much better now that there's a book on. And I'm sure Fred won't mind if I just, you know, break in his new bed for him. Now it's time to get up into the attic. Add some lanterns. And I also need to get this place looking a little bit better. It's still a bit bare. Thankfully, bookshelves can make everything look much, much better. I also lied about not needing more plants. I think some plant pots there and maybe one there would be good. Maybe even one there. I don't know. I'm also going to put this here. So it's actually a functional room. Would you believe it? Functional room with an anvil. So I think once I've put those slabs there, I don't think I need any. I'll leave those alone. You know, never mind. I think that's going to look good. Yeah, so I'm going to get one more flower pot. 3 more flowers, and then Fred's house will be done. And then I might go ahead and fix my head. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That's that crafted. These are 2 of the plants that I choose. And I never thought this tiny little cactus farm I made would actually be useful, but I'm going to use a cactus from it. It's so ridiculously slow compared to the really good one I built. But hey, I got some usage out of it. So these can be placed all in around here. And it's job done. It is now fully complete. I think a grass path might be nice that connects up to the rest of the village. There we go. Very nice. And yeah, I'm then going to make it so that the fence goes all the way up as well. So that means grabbing lots of these. I actually don't think that's going to be enough. So a load more will be crafted as well. That still might not be enough, but I'm going to hope for the best. Very nice indeed. Yeah, it is possible to get up and down. I reckon a gate or 2 might just be necessary for security reasons. The gate there looks terrible. I'm actually going to have to get something else. In fact, with doing a bit of thought, I've realised, well, I didn't actually realise this before, but gates can actually go on grass paths without breaking them. So that's a bonus. I think everything's, yeah, there's no... I've just got to make sure there's no way to escape. So nothing can get in, nothing can get out. Gates can go like this. It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. All that I need now is to go and get Fred. And since he is known for being a little bit stubborn, a boat and a fishing rod will come in very handy. Here we are at the bottom of obstacle number 1. That's exactly why I've got the fishing rod. Prepare for the ride of your life, Fred. Should be a pretty exciting one. Oh my goodness, you weren't meant to go that high. But at least you're okay. Nothing bad happened to you. You got to the top, no problem. Hey, you get a free house and you get a ride. And the plan worked perfectly as well, so it's a win-win. Welcome on to your new house. He loves it. Look at that. Straight in, straight upstairs, and straight onto his new bed. No one's been sleeping in it, all right? You enjoy your new house, and I am going to fix this head in 3, 2, 1. And my head is back how it should be. And now I can get started on my next project, which is good. Wait, do you hear birding? What on earth is going on here? Why is my house on fire? What the heck? This is not good. This is not good at all. I need some water or something. My whole house is going to... No. This is bad. At least the roof is made of snow, so it could be slightly worse, but the carpet's on fire. Oh my goodness, this is very, very bad. Why is it on fire? This has been absolutely fine for ages. Why on earth what has gone on? I think I've got rid of it all. No, there's always a little bit here. I mean, it could have been worse. It's a good job I got back when I had. I don't know how long that burning had been going on for. Really not good at all. Do a few minor repairs, but to properly fix it, I'm going to have to get a load of resources in. And that won't happen overnight, but at least everybody seems to be okay. Especially my villager that is forced to look at this forever. Yep, that's it's very important that he sees it. And what's this sign say? This is only the beginning? What on earth? What? This burning me house down? Oh, my head was destroyed. Is that... Well, at least that's still okay. Very strange things have been happening lately. It looks like Fred is still okay. That's it. You get some sleep, mate. There's nothing wrong in the world. I'm just glad that the damage wasn't too serious. Well, my bed's alright, so I can at least sleep in my bed for the night, which is always a bonus. What on earth has happened here? Why is it on... No, don't burn. Oh, my... Why is everything always on fire today? What is it? Let me just put this fire out. What does that sign say? I already warned you, leave this place. What do you mean you already warned me, leave this place? What is going on? Who is going on? I only left for 5 minutes and already destruction has happened. Thankfully, the damage is small so I can easily fix it. But it's still quite annoying. And whoever wants me to leave is going to have to realize that it's not happening. I'm staying here till the bitter end. And right now, I want to concentrate on building this little home. Oh, we found a stray chicken. You know what that means. Join... Have you been eating the chickens? I could be wrong, but I think they eat chickens. And I am sure that there was less here than I remember. I could be wrong. I could be making that up. But I really hope they are leaving my chickens alone. If I catch any of you eating my chickens, then I will not be happy. I'm also going to start off with cobblestone for the walls. I can always modify it later to include the mossy bits, but I'm just going to get the general structure down before I try any of that. So far, so good. Apparently this villager wanted to try and walk in. Well, those gates will stop you now, buddy. And that's the general structure. So now I can get busy with the finer details, which will include trapdoors on each side like this. I'm also starting to think that the cats didn't eat my chickens. I know ocelots eat chickens, but I think cats are kind of innocent. And that's the front pretty much done. Now to get on top and work on the roof. A roof that I reckon I need something else to do. Just require a little bit of coal. And I've already got the sticks and logs to make the campfire. And for now, 7 will be enough, as I'm going to use them along the top. In fact, do I want them at this angle? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted them facing that way or that way, but I think the way I've got it is good. And then we can turn them all, well, put them all out with the shovel. It has to be said, it's a very cool little decorational block, the old campfire. Now, I can bring it up a little bit more with slabs. And then it's a pretty simple cone shape. It's not a cone shape, you know what I mean? Like a V-shaped, triangle-shaped roof involving lots of slabs. And I think it's complete. I think I'm very happy with how that looks. It definitely needs a bit of a fencing going around it. And I think my plan is just to grab every single... Why are there chickens in here? There's just chickens everywhere. But I'm going to grab all the animals out of this place. Come on, everybody out. And I can demolish yet another part of this and build the exact same thing again. But I think having a few side by side that look identical will look pretty good. Or at least I hope it will. Anyway, there's only one way to find out. And that is another one completed. Look at them, side by side. And I reckon the thing I need to do is head back and grab a load of grass blocks and extend this out. Then I can place a bunch of fences. And Operation Upgrade My Farm is complete. Although I'd actually like to mine these up and extend them out a little bit. Plus, I'm going to need to craft a couple of gates so that there is a way in and out. And I also want to split it down the middle. Okay, but I don't have enough for that. But yeah, I want to split it down the middle to segregate the different animals. And I also wouldn't mind adding 1 or 2 more lanterns to keep everything nicely lit up. Do we want that? Yeah, and then we're going to have to change these to be like cobblestone or andesite or whatever. Just for a few final little touches. I'm actually going to make these grass paths as well. I think this is a great idea. Can I? Right, I think if I make this a path and then I put a gate over it. Yep, that works. And then I can guarantee that snow will never come on this, so it'll stay looking like farmland, which is exactly what I want. Ended up running out of oak logs, would you believe it? Thankfully, there's plenty more right here, allowing me to finish this little bit. The left one, I think, can be for the cows. So come on in, guys. Let me get all these leads. All right, all chickens, we're not having you. This is a cows-only space. So yeah, guys, welcome to your new home. I hope you enjoy your stay. And apparently, this one cow got left behind. I'm very, very sorry. It was all an accident. Merely an oversight. You are welcome to come live here. I reckon this next one is perfect for sheep. So come on in, guys. I don't know if I should all dye you different colours, but you'll probably be alright as you are. Which just leaves me with these 6 million chickens that I have to worry about. I suppose for now, the main priority is just clean up this area. And man, speaking of cleaning up, my inventory needs it. But that's the beauty of the auto sorter. Inventory's effortlessly cleared up. I also don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff, but I'm just going to pick it up. I think that chest doesn't need to ever be there anymore. The only chest that I might find useful is one full of milk, in case I get something like mining fatigue or anything like that. And these golems are glad that they can finally get out of this fence. I don't know why they wanted in there, but at least now they can leave. I'm not sure why this is a fence here and not a gate, because, you know, it would make sense that you can get in and out of this place. You know what I'm now thinking? What if I just rebuilt what I've got there? Hello, Mr. Sir. I brought you from miles away, didn't I? It looks a lot cleverer than it used to. Anyway, I'm thinking, what if I rebuilt this on the other side of this little doorway, and then the farming section would just nicely be mirrored? I think I have to. It's a bit of a project, but I think it'd be worth it, because then I'll have a place for the chickens and a place for the pigs. The pigs, which I don't currently have any of, actually. I think I might have eaten all of them in the area. So yeah, tracking down some pigs is also something that needs to happen. There's so many random things in this forest. I feel like I'm picking up litter when I collect those. Speaking of litter, maybe it is time that this flying machine was removed. I think I used it to transport pandas a long time ago, but it's just clutter in the sky that needs to go. And these torches are everywhere. I think it's from when I made that massive minecart track. Mined up the rails because I needed them, but I never bothered mining up the torches because I didn't need them. So that's something I might as well get rid of as well. And that's enough of me tidying up the area. I now need to grab all those items that I actually put into the auto sorter because I'm actually going to need them to do more building. I believe that's everything that I'm going to need, and so I shall get busy and get to work. Just got to tidy up these little bits under here. As sure as night follows day, a golem will always get into my farm pen. Why? You know what? For that, you're dying. It's either me or you, by the way. It's either me or you. Half a heart. Yeah, that was unnecessarily risky. And now that is sorted, let's finally bring in the chickens. Honestly, guys, there is way too many of you. So far, the ones I've got here are only the beginning. Let's grab you and all of you guys. And finally, the big batch. And you know what? I don't think there is actually too many of them. I think there's just a nice, healthy amount of chickens here. Really makes it look like the place is thriving. Obviously, my horse has sadly got nowhere to live, which is a bit of a shame for him. And so because of that, he can now come and live up here next to my house with all these other animals that are trapped in the area, including this allay, which I don't know how you got outside and why you're doing this to yourself. All I do know is that I've got to try and find a pig, and not just one pig, 2 pigs, so then I can actually breed more. So I've got the first one. Honestly, the second one could be anywhere. For now, I'll just get you home. There we go. Now to try and find you a friend, which could be easier said than done. Aha. Yes, whilst this is quite far away, a pig's a pig, so let's get it dragged home. There we go. In you come. I'll be back in a moment. Just need to grab some carrots, which I was about to say apparently we don't have any here, but we have loads, which is very nice indeed. Loads to feed you, and then we can get a baby pig, and I can grow my pig empire. There we are. It's also important that I clear away all this junk. I suppose, can the bee's nest go in it? You know what? We're just gonna pick up what we can, dump it all in here, then go back, grab the rest, and dump in even more. Apparently it's a bit overloaded. I'll take out some things that really do not need to be in there, and the rest can go in this chest. Then there just has to be a few snow blocks and snow layers added around the area to tidy things up. Didn't even bring enough snow, did I? What a rookie error that was. Now I'm just building up this grass pathway, and it should all connect. It's a bit annoying that I couldn't make them both symmetrical, but if I'd had this one further to the right, it would have, you know, this was in the way. The only other option is to move this further to the middle. Can I be bothered, ladies and gentlemen? Do I want to move all these sheep and just do it all over? Why is there loads of villagers in here? My goodness, you put a chest here and they just all wander on, and I don't know, it's just annoying. But yeah, would I spend that time moving it all to the side? Well, 3, 2, 1. I just did. Otherwise, it would have really triggered my OCD. I have to say, I really like what I've done. And if I just nip over here, I can grab a couple of carrots and get yet another pig. No, I will not be breeding any of you guys. Very nice indeed. And I just remembered I completely forgot to add all of the lanterns in. So let's get that done. And there we have it. I'm going to build a faster XP farm than anyone has ever made. It used to be the Guardian farm, but not anymore. Step 1, I'm going to need sand. Lots and lots of sand. So I'd better get busy. That's 1. And that's 50. Next, I need gunpowder. This creeper farm is okay, but the EOL farm is way better. Now with 62 of these, I can craft 20,000 TNT. Step 2, I need a woodland mansion. This guy will give me a map, and after 10,000 blocks, I've found the mansion. Now to build a portal, a track, catch 2 evokers and send them through the portal to my house. Step 3, Operation Powdered Snow. It can be found in 2 biomes, neither of which are easy to find. Finally, the snowy slopes. Here's some powdered snow. All collected and taken home. Step 4 is to put an hour timer on screen, and if I can get 100 diamonds, you have to subscribe. You'll soon see how all of this is useful. Let's go down here, and now this is one epic cave. I'd better get busy. That's diamond number 1, and another 2 here, plus more underwater. Wow, they're just everywhere. That's 64, but now that I've explored all of this cave, it's still going to be a challenge getting 100. More ores right here, some over there, and surely this cave has what I need. Oh my goodness, found a nut chapel. And that's one more, or should I say two, but time is starting to run out. I only need 11 in the next 12 minutes. In fact, make that 7. And so the odds are starting to be in my favour. Getting closer and closer. Less than 5 minutes to go. And I still have to try and find 2 more. Come on. Yes, we got it. 100 diamonds in 56 minutes. Now you have to subscribe. Step 5 is to make a perimeter. This is the spot that it's going to be. I'll mark out the entire area and drain all of the water. Mission accomplished. Now to grab the materials to blow it all up. The materials I need are slime, pistons, glass, redstone, glowstone, coral, rails, walls, and TNT. Then I can start building, and with that done, I have 5 more to go. Looking good. Now I've just got 1 left. Mission accomplished. Now to build the return pads at the other end. These just make it so that the TNT machine gets sent back along. And I have to build one of these opposite every single one of those. Simple enough. There we go. And then I need to quickly head back home, grab some sponge, and drain a bit more of this river. And now I think I'm ready to set all of these off. And Operation Digger Perimeter is in full force. Also just realised I missed a bit of what. Okay, SP, this could be bad. Grab the sponge. Get out of here. Did not want TNT to be landing on my head there. I completely screwed up here. This mountain's a bit high and it should have been removed. So I guess I'll get to work on slightly cutting it back. And that's as much as I think I need to mine. Also got to keep an eye out for water and lava, since that would mess up the TNT. Quickly going to pause these to grab coral to fix this. Now I'll set it off, as well as the rest. And all the rest can also be set off. Starting to get down to lava levels now, which means nipping back home, grabbing scaffolding, plus crafting a few more, then removing a bunch of lava and obsidian. Mission accomplished, so I'll continue blowing things up. Plus I'm finding quite a few diamonds on the way as well. Not an ideal situation to be in. Next time I need to make sure I don't fly straight under falling TNT. Top half is getting closer and closer. The only job I have left is to get rid of this mountain, so that it doesn't block that flying machine. And that is job done. I desperately need to repair my tools, and I could have made this XP farm over an ocean, but having it by an outpost is going to be so useful. You'll soon see why. But first things first, I better get repairing. Next on the agenda involves this outpost, because it's going to need to be completely removed, along with part of this mountain. And now I can build the Pillager Captain Bank. It should also be said that I'm not building a normal raid farm to make this world record XP farm. I will explain XP farm mechanics a little bit later on, but their main limit is that the player can only absorb 10 of those little orbs every second. So that means you can't just spawn more mobs, get more XP orbs, and have a faster XP farm, since the player wouldn't be able to pick it all up. Instead, you have to farm mobs that drop higher value XP orbs, which is why up until today, Guardian farms were the fastest. That's possible in recent versions anyway. A super fast dragon farm hasn't been shown to be possible since 1.10, since no one has been able to get Raiseworks Dragon Farm to work in recent versions of Minecraft. The idea is that pillagers will spawn on here, and then water will then push them off. That's the platforms done. Now for the redstone, which will just be on a simple enough clock. And I think scaffolding is going to make a big difference as well. Mission accomplished. Now to add the AFK platform, which is 128 blocks off the ground. And also the collection system. That's all nicely marked out. So now I just need to add water. And by changing these to be slabs, they'll all get pushed down perfectly. Meaning I can now build my glass cage. This is the glass chute the pillagers will fall down. And I need a system that will stop them from despawning at the bottom. Because when they're this far away and they're idle, they can do that. And the system I'm going to use for that will involve rails. The system's slowly getting there, but I need more blocks. So there'll be pointer minecarts down here so they don't despawn. Then they will be sent all the way up this track where they'll stack up, and I will be able to sort them by either sending them one way or another. This way we'll have a cactus at the bottom with the hopper minecart underneath to collect the minecarts. And in this direction all the captains will be sent, dropped down here and pushed along by water. Whether this actually all works, I'm about to find out. At the bottom here, the minecart will be sent this way, drop down and slowly float along. Got an idea to make it faster. That idea does involve quickly going back home, growing some materials and replacing the concrete with blue ice. And it made no difference. Not to worry, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things anyway. And now to make this farm work exactly as it should do, this mountain has got to go. I'm sorry, I know it's a big job, but I've unfortunately got no choice. So I'll repair my tools, put my best foot forward, build a beacon, and get busy mining. That was some project, but in order to finish it, I'll have to go home again, grab more grass and stone, craft a new silk touch pickaxe because my other one broke, and now I must repair everything else. Time for a few extra repairs, covering up the water, tidying the mountain, and spawn-proofing everything. This is going to require a lot of buttons. It's looking pretty crazy, but also very, very cool. I placed buttons all the areas the pillagers can spawn, but outside of that area is where normal mobs could be. So that means I've got to light up the area. I think that's all that I need to do. Let's get a load of minecarts, turn off the mob switch, add a load of minecarts, and AFK up here to test this farm out. Already a couple of pillagers have spawned. I guess I needed a few more buttons. Just give me 1 second. That should solve the problem. AFK time, take 2. It'll also help if I actually turn the machine on. There's already loads of them here, but none of them are captains, which means they get sent. Okay, they're dying in it. I need to make that a hay bale. Thankfully, that can be stolen from this village. All of these can be sent down there. This adjusted, more moved through. Minecarts then grabbed and placed. And change of plan because it's a thunderstorm. I want to quickly go to this farm so I can get more mob heads. I've got loads of creepers. I've got loads of mobs. Unfortunately, the thunderstorm ended before the lightning could strike. Instead, it's now just boring old rain. So Operation Get Pillager Captains is back on. Let's go see what we've got. Looks like a good haul with some captains. So let's start sorting them. The system's worked pretty well. That's captain number 2 into the bank. Don't know how this guy got here. Let's get rid of you. And I can grab the minecarts and repeat the whole thing again. I just have an idea to make it a little bit better. That is by grabbing more glass. Then I can box things in here a little bit so that I don't get hit with arrows by the pillagers. Plus, I think something like this will be smart. All of that should stop pillagers from being able to shoot me and make everything work even better. I was also trying to work out what I did with my armor. So let's say I look back at the footage, realize I put it in here for some unknown reason. No captain so far, but let's open things up. And now that they can't shoot me, it is way, way better. Apparently the glass is causing all sorts of congestion issues. So I guess I'm going to have to remove it. On the positive side, we've now got a captain. So things are working well. Now I'll just continue to get loads and loads more. Done a few cycles with the farm. Slowly getting more captains. But this time, absolutely loads have come down, so I'm sending them through and then sorting them out. That one can go along there, and so can you, and all the rest of them as well. Has to be said, it's a pretty cool system. I'll try and get 1 or 2 more, and then I'll have all that I need. That's the final one that I'm gonna capture. Plenty of captains here for when I need them. And that also means the mob switch can go back on. And now I want to make a use for all of these diamond ores. The use will involve some stone bricks. I'm now going to try and make a bit of a pathway that connects from this area to the partly finished perimeter. And on this pathway, there's going to be a brand new structure. Has to be said, it doesn't look half bad. I think it's because it's diamonds, it looks better. And I reckon the perfect place to make this new building that is going to be very useful next to an XP farm is going to be right where this little hill is, so I'd better get rid of it. I seem to have done nothing but destroy terrain in this video, and I can use all the extra blocks from that to fill in this dried up river. Sorry, pig, but you are going to be trapped underground for the rest of your life. Maybe I'll dig him up and discover him in about 10 years' time. Almost done. Just gotta change this stone to be grass. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Now to extend the pathway. The pathway is also complete. Having said that, this corner looks a little bit strange. I'll just make it a little rounder. That's much better. And this is where the entrance to the building will be. Now to create this building, which will require quite a few new resources. That's everything. I'm about to build a giant one of these. I've marked out where it's going to go, so now to fill in all of this. Now to build up all of the corners. Now to connect all of these up. Now to fill in the sides. As you can see, this is decorated nicely with diamonds and stuff. This is actually turning out to be quite the expensive build. Now to do the bits in between. All decorations done, but now I need to repeat it on all the other sides. And I'm not going to have enough diamonds for it, meaning I'll have to mine more and craft more blocks. Run out of coal blocks I have. However, very conveniently, I have this massive perimeter with loads of ores exposed, meaning I can grab all the items that I need. I'm hoping that should do it. Time to get back to work. Also, what are you selling? Anything good? No, useless as usual. You are the most pointless thing in the entire game. Gonna need a few more diamonds. That's the decorational bits complete. Now to crack on with the top, which is unfortunately just as expensive with the diamond blocks. But hey, I might as well use them for builds like this because I'm not gonna use them for anything else, am I? Now to add more of this on the inside. Now things are much easier because all of this is filled in with nether brick. Nether brick, which I had just enough of. That was perfection. And the sides are also very easily because they are just complete obsidian. That's job done. I'll carve out a little entranceway, change the position of the pathway, kill the trespassers, and there we have it. Although we don't yet have it because I need to build the book that goes on top. Just like that one down there. It's going to have a hardened clay bit along like this, and it needs to be extended all the way back. The cover of the book is now being done, and it's going to be the same on both sides. The orange ones get extended, pretty straightforward, and the yellow is a little different because it's kind of just the terracotta with wool at both ends. I've also completely run out of orange terracotta, so I'd better craft some more. And our work can continue. That's the cover done. Now to do the pages, which will have light grey wool on that's meant to be writing. And there we have it. Mission accomplished. Outside is complete, and I like the look of it very much indeed. Now to go and collect the resources for the interior. So this is where some of the things are going to be built. I'm just making a nice little island, and this can go on top. The reason it's over there and not in the center is because there isn't a singular central block, and my OCD couldn't handle it. I feel like it'll just be way better. I ran out of disk space, so I was talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. But I've built 2 islands, and I've kind of got them hovering, and then I've created this down here, loads of carpets with torches underneath. And that's because I'm going to be creating some fogged up glass. The main thing to create that fogged up effect is that you have to have layers of glass with a gap between. But of course, as I add the glass, I'm also going to make the walls look a bit better by changing them to obsidian. Also, yes, recording hundreds and hundreds of days in Minecraft does use up a lot of disk space. It's changing these islands to obsidian that's going to be the most annoying part. A very slow and steady job. It has to be said, it looks very, very cool the way it's fogged up. But there's one thing I can do to make it look even better. And that's to turn on connected textures. And now it looks really, really eerie. So now I think I'm ready to start adding bookshelves. Kind of looking good, but I want it to look like they're hanging from something. So I'll craft some panes. I can just kind of do some random building on top. And they should go up all the way to the roof. Not bad. On this side, I'd just very simply like an anvil, plus a couple of grindstones, decorated up, dark oak doors on the entrance, crafting table and ender chest because they always come in handy, and some regular chests to store things. Now I'll have everything that I need for when I get loads and loads of XP. I'll just be right on hand. One extra thing I might as well do is extend this pathway to go over towards that portal. At the moment, it just kind of stops in the middle of nowhere. Didn't expect to say this, but I've run out of deep slate diamonds. So the main thing I'll focus on for now is spawn-proofing this path. And I'll double check to see if I have any spare ones. The answer is no, I most certainly don't. And so I only see one solution. As I continue phase 2 of the perimeter, it will expose deep slate diamond ore right at the bottom of the world. And when it does, I can mine it up and add it to the pathway. But before that can be sorted, these machines need to be dismantled and built lower down. I'm hoping that shouldn't take too long. Wow, that looks really cool from up here. I'm impressed with my handiwork. Almost takes as long to dismantle these as it does to build them in the first place. But that's now 5 down and 1 to go. And now the next priority is to remove the return pads. That part was a much faster job. A little bit of trimming back is needed so that the slime machines do not get caught on any of the walls. And with that, I'm ready for phase 2 of building. There we go. Now I've got to do the return pads. And these should be nice and quick as always. Mission accomplished. I can start setting them off. And as I was breaking the redstone, I accidentally broke a bit of slime on this one. Hopefully I can fix it before that one gets back. Although it's not looking good. I'll just set the other ones off. And as time goes on, I can keep removing the lava. Plus mine up the exposed diamonds that appear in order to finish the path all the way up here. Well, I can't worry about that. The priority is to get this whole perimeter now completed. And there we have it. The perimeter is pretty much complete. And one thing I am going to need for the XP farm is quite a few villagers. So I'll give them a bit of bread that will then hopefully lead to baby villagers. As I explained earlier, I need more valuable XP orbs to make a faster XP farm due to how fast the player can absorb XP. So Ravagers and Withers are the only 2 mobs that drop more XP than a Guardian. And I haven't got a farm to get enough Withers fast enough to get XP faster than the player can absorb it, but with Ravagers, with a crazy good raid farm, and then if you isolate the Ravagers, it is very, very doable indeed. Also got a good amount of diamonds to finish this pathway, which has been a nice side bonus. I'm also going to grab buttons to spawn-proof it all. There has to be absolutely no spawnable blocks anywhere in here, otherwise the farm will definitely not work. I'm not really sure how the TNT missed all this, to be honest. There's quite a few down here. My best option is to go over this chunk by chunk, removing any spawnable blocks. Pretty sure everything everything is now spawn-proofed. Every block meticulously removed. This one here got a little bit stuck, so I'll just leave it behind. And building this farm is going to take a lot of materials. It is based off of Kronos Raid Farm V3, but someone known as Garlic Bread has made modifications to it to make it the fastest XP farm. I kind of gave them the idea, they executed it and helped me out with it. So make sure you go and subscribe to them. I will link them in the description because they are way smarter than me and I would not have worked out how to do it. But it's a very, very, very cool farm requiring a lot of materials, so I'd better get busy. Interestingly, not quite as many materials as the old raid farm. I think I did the V2 Kronos raid farm. I won't make it a collection system either, which is going to make life a lot easier. On top of all that, I've completely run out of firework rockets, so I had to get back the old-fashioned way. The main material needed is going to be glass. I'm going to need 3 shulker boxes worth of that. Don't have that much at the moment. And I currently have 2 good ways to get glass. I can either smelt sand, which I guess I can do a bit of that by putting it into the double chest. And it'll all filter into this chest. The beauty of it is there is a chunk loader running, so it'll just keep going whilst I'm not there. Meaning in the meantime, I can travel all the way down here to get to the end. And from there, the hope and the plan is to be able to do some void trading. It's librarians that sometimes offer it, but the question... Oh my god, I don't have the resources to trade with you, do I? Just one moment, I'll be back. Back when I've got plenty more sugarcane, since paper is a much needed commodity. Here we go again. I really hope that you actually do give the glass trade, because I don't think they always do 100%. I knew I should have brought some books. That's about as much as I can do. What a pain of a villager you really are. So I need to grab that, craft some books, once again go all the way back, trade them across, and thank goodness you're offering glass, otherwise that could have been a very, very long process. Well, it could have been a massive waste of time, basically. Instead, I can now grab a bunch of emeralds and begin the process of void trading. This is actually going to get me so much glass very, very fast. Managed to max out my inventory already. I get loads from this guy. I'll just keep going until there's a full shulker box. I think it's because it's 4 glass for every emerald. The XP also meant that my pickaxe is completely repaired now, which is quite nice. And in my opinion, that is more than enough glass. Let's send you back. In the meantime, all of this is ready. Look at it, beautiful. And that's pretty much the main building block sorted. I'm going to go ahead and grab white dye, because white stained glass does look a little bit better. And it's not like I'm in any shortage of bone meal. Nicely done. Can also do a nice little firework rocket top up. The next thing I'm going to need quite a lot of is observers. That requires nether quartz, which I have none of, and I require over 4 stacks of them. So I'm hoping that if I go all the way along here, that the bartering farm will sort me out. But it's entirely possible I've already ransacked it, so we're about to find out. Oh, we've got loads. Look at that. Beautiful. That solves that problem. Better if I go back through this slice portal, which is kind of annoying, but it just makes everything... Because the portals don't link properly very well. Getting back through is annoying, but if I do it, I end up in that one. Now to grab redstone, cobblestone, and get crafting. Gives me all of those that I need. I want some brick walls, terracotta, obsidian, slime, blue ice, which I don't have enough of. Thankfully, I know where there's an iceberg around here, which will have plenty of blue ice underneath. If I can find it, that is. Finally. That's more than enough. So there's no point spending time mining for more. I also require pistons, note blocks, trapdoors and walls, repeaters, iron trapdoors, fletching tables, and I needed a bunch of other items which I've collected. All the TNT will be needed at some point. I'm probably going to leave it here for now because it's just going to clog up my inventory. And one of the crucial thing is going to be some beds. Mainly because I need way more villagers to fill up the farm. Very conveniently though, I dug the perimeter right by a village. So as long as I have enough of them, it won't be difficult to transport them to the farm. Plus they're going to need quite a bit of bread to do some breeding. Whilst I wait for them to wake up, I can begin building. This is pretty much the middle and it's aligned in the right part of the chunk. And this is the height that it needs to be. I'm also going to need a villager for this first slot, so I'd better go and kidnap one. You little fella will be perfect for the project. No, not you as well. Single file, one at a time. They all want to go. Rest of them are needed for breeding. I only need to kidnap one of you. Precarious bridge we go to try and land it all the way on this. I tell you, if I miss this jump, it's good. Oh, this is going to be annoying now. New plan. I'll just kidnap another villager. It's easier. This time, I'd better not miss. Welcome to your new home. And now I can continue the building, which actually just involves getting more villagers into this place. I reckon this time a higher up bridge is probably the answer. That way this bridge can be used for multiple villagers and it's a bit easier for me to get to. Or at least it would be if I build to the right side. This is not where the villagers are. Good job I have more than enough dirt, isn't it? There we go. Problem solved. And I have been getting baby villagers here and there, which is handy. But if I had used my brain, I would have had them breeding whilst I was doing the entire perimeter. Yeah, it's not the most efficient thing, but I only need about 15 of them, so not too crazy of an amount. Down we go. And that is one of them in. Oh man, you're too small for that. You could just walk out. That's not part of the plan. I'll temporarily block that up, and the gate should hold you into position. I'll add all the villages in probably towards the end because I'm going to struggle, so yeah, but we're just going to get on with more redstone-y kind of things that will actually make the farm work. Walls connected to glass are just basically a great way to send a signal up loads and loads of blocks. I've got another little spot here that's going to have 3 villages. It's going to be, I think, 15 villages in total. Well, 16 including the one at the very bottom. But for now, a lot of the build is just me placing glass and placing walls. Whilst, of course, making sure the villagers keep breeding. I've actually now got to a level where things are a little different. This is where all the XP collection is going to be going. So this is where the Ravagers are going to fall and die. And the saddles will get burnt on this netherrack. And the XP is going to be sent into a chute that will go all the way up to the player. And so that's where the things like blue ice really start to come in. And it's this slime block right here, which is what's going to fire the XP upwards. So every time like the raid does like a cycle thing and the walls update this observer, there's going to be another observer looking at the rails, and then that's going to go ahead and go through here, update the piston, fire up the XP. The water chute areas are starting to take shape, but I do want to light this netherrack on fire, but the rain is a problem. However, iron bars should stop it from going out. So there we go. That's going to get rid of all saddles. Then I can grab water and have it in here like so. And trapdoors are going to just kind of split everything up. So yeah, the XP is what is going to be flowing along the water. That should be mission accomplished. That's the Ravager bit sorted, and there's also going to be another section for villagers in here. So you can see Ravagers will fall down here, die, saddles go, XP into there. It's going to involve looting TNT is how I get the XP from them still. It's a little bit complicated, but I'll explain it when we get higher up. For now, I'm more bothered about seeing how my army of villagers is getting on. It does look as though the numbers are growing, and there's loads of baby villagers. Don't steal all the bread. Well, I guess they're okay as long as they share it when they grow up. Ideally, I'd just keep building this up and up, but I'm not going to be able to get the villagers past if I'm not careful, so I think I'm going to see if I can snake something around here. Then they can be brought into there. And whilst I wait for those baby ones to grow up, I'll keep expanding these tubes. This is as high as I'm going to go for now, because at this point, there's going to be new mechanisms that, you know, make the Ravagers get attached to TNT and all sorts of stuff like that. As you can see, it's a very big chute that it takes to full damage kill a Ravager. On the positive side, during all of that time, loads and loads. Look at all these. Look at them all. More than enough villagers for the project, so I'm going to start grabbing them. Probably be morning by the time I get them all there anyway. By which time, even more villagers will have breeded. As we said, the tubes look really cool from all the way over here. I love them. All right, mate, don't be shy. This is just a completely normal safe bridge. Yeah, we've only had one guy fall down. So statistically, you're very, very safe. First one is in and trapped by the gate. That's those 3 done. Now to add the mechanism above their head. I'm building another mechanism here that will make the XP carry on being shot up, because it gets shot up once, but then it needs to kind of keep being shot up by pistons to get all the way to the very top. One piston push on its own just wouldn't be enough. And I basically just kept building these over and over again until I've got as high as they need to be. There's another spot for villagers right here and one above. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the villagers in, because I've still got 6 down there that need adding as well. And because it's daytime, I can use the job site blocks to lure the villagers up the stairs, so I don't have to worry about not being able to boat them up here. It has been painful getting them to go up this high, but that's it. Just go in there by yourself, please. He's resisting. Don't resist. Come on, just go in the hole. Come on. Don't do this to me. I'm not letting you get out of here now. There we go. I gotta reach that gate and close it. Thank goodness for that. And with that out the way, building work can continue. And so this is the platform where things are going to really start happening, which makes a nice change than just building these glass tubes all day. Although then again, it does mean that things get a little bit more complicated when I have to start doing redstone, which, you know, maybe it's not quite as good. I get honey down along here and also along here, as well as more glass. And this middle bit is actually where the powdered snow comes in handy. Yeah, you remember that we got absolutely ages ago. It's finally being put to use. And one good thing about this build is it's basically symmetrical, so everything I'm building on that side, I'm doing on this side, which means I only have to remember each thing once, you know, and then I can just copy it across. Now, these signs are going to be very important, as they have to hold water in the middle. And from there, I can just keep building everything up. It's the never-ending story of the super long tubes. And now this bit right here is the platform where the player is going to stand. And basically, I'll just be putting loads of TNT in here. How that TNT gets lit and registers as me lighting the TNT, oh, that's another story completely. Now for more straightforward building upwards, the glazed terracotta is just so that the slime doesn't move it. I'm going to put a creeper head here so that I can't fall down this hole, but the XP can get up it. Since it does use a lot of TNT, this machine, there's going to be a shulker box loader with a shulker there. So I'll have loads of TNT-filled shulker boxes going into it, and it'll just constantly keep replenishing. It is all getting there. I've got another dropper right in that position. Now, these platforms here on both sides iron bars, they're for the evokers that I got all that time ago, so that I can make Vex suppressors so that I don't get killed by Vexes while using the farm. Would rather not die, you know, I've got to 5,000 days. I'd like to last a bit longer. On this slab here, that is exactly where a golem is going to go. And exactly the same on this one too. These walls are to hold the boats that the Vexes are going to go into. I can't remember exactly how you do it. I might have to look it up, because I did it on the other one. I just remember you have to like use dispensers to dispense the boats onto water. Otherwise it just doesn't work. So it could be a bit of a finicky process. At some point, there does need to be TNT in this chute, but I daren't put it in at the moment, just in case something goes wrong and I blow everything up. So I'm purposely not placing TNT. That could be the very last thing to be done. But the redstone side of things are very, very close to being done. Just a few little extra minor bits to finish. These stairs right here are a border for a water pool that's going to go in here. That's what the TNT are going to fall into, and that's what's going to make sure that the whole thing just doesn't go up in, you know, go kaboom, basically. The water will basically mean that the mobs get damaged, which will then mean that I am eligible to receive the XP when they die. But as I said, the entire machine will not blow up. The only annoying thing about it is it requires a lot of buckets of water. I have these two, which allows me to make an infinite water source. But when you're waterlogging something, yeah, infinite water sources aren't a thing. So instead, I've got to build something fancy like this and manually add the water one by one. Oh well, at least it'll be worth it when the farm is finished. Both sides are done. Now some obsidian above this, which is even more protection. Right here, we've got portals which will get rid of excess mobs. Back in the day, you would use these portals to get rid of ravagers, but, well, now we're going to be using those ravagers for XP, so we need them. So we're going to go ahead and put turtle eggs here just to get rid of any pigmen that might spawn. And the big key with this farm is that you have to split the Ravagers up and destroy the XP from all the Evokers Vindicators, because they're worth less and would actually cause you to get less XP per hour based on how quickly someone can absorb XP. Bet that makes absolutely no sense, but that's why this farm has not been done before, because yeah, it's not about creating loads of XP orbs, it's about creating loads of high-value XP orbs. Anyway, enough of that. I shall get these portals built. And yes, it is now day 5001, and my editor is not going to let me forget about it. Don't really have time for going overtime on this, but considering that it has to be out in like 12 hours, and we're all still going hands on deck, guys, you got to leave a like and subscribe. A lot of hard work goes into these from the editors and me burning the candles at both ends. Now, there needs to be some water there, and if I've got this bit wrong, everything's going to break, so I hope, but putting water there, yeah, it all flows okay, although it should flow onto here as well. I'll just quickly grab some water. Pretty sure if I do that, and then that, there we go. Basically, what I'm building up here, how's that going to go? I need to realize. It's going to be a system that collects an arrow, and the arrow is what's going to, like, it's going to keep the arrow alive, you know, like, so it doesn't despawn. And that arrow's going to keep moving, and it's going to keep lighting the TNT. And because it's an arrow that I will have shot, that is what will make it so that it gives me the XP when it does damage to all the Ravagers. It's times like these that make me realise I'm not that great at explaining how things work sometimes. But the TNT has to do damage to all the mobs, because I also need to get Bad Omen back as well, so that's why it's like a double whammy thing. But then the TNT never kills them, it just causes them to die, and then they get split up like that. Spawn-proof the portals with slabs. I can't believe it. I'm actually so close to being done. The lava is going to be the thing that causes the arrow to be on fire, which then allows it to light the TNT. Then a bit more redstone up here, complete with lightning rod at the top so that I don't get struck by lightning. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is almost the fastest XP farm complete, if it weren't for one missing mob. Yes, I have to get the stupid evokers through and set up the Vex suppressors, and yeah, it's just going to be... Why did I just do that? I don't know. But also on the other side of both these portals is going to have to be a massive lava pit, so that needs sorting. But first I'm going to link these and use these portals to send the evokers through, so it'll all get worked out. So first things first, portal linking. This is the spot. Because the portals are so close, would be so close together, they can basically just come through the same portal, which is nice. And I'll get it lit, grab an egg, test it out. Looks to be working absolutely perfectly. So now there's a long staircase upwards with rails on top that connects up to the evokers. I'm just taking one at a time, because that's a much safer way to do it. I'll stop him right about there, and then, oh no, don't you dare go all the way back now. There we go. Oh, well, he stopped anyway. Now to bring the other one and keep him right about here. I'll be back for you two later, because now I need to do some fancy stuff to make this work. First thing I'll need is blocks underneath here, because I'm going to be waterlogging the slabs. That will allow me to... Okay, whoa. I don't think it was going to break anything, but I I couldn't be too careful. Let's add a few blocks around here so we don't have any more leakages. Then I should be able to safely do it. There we go. That's much better. Now to grab even more water. And then these upside down dispensers. Each dispenser needs 5 boats. Then levers can be used, as you can see, to put them all in the same place. So you end up with 5 all on the exact same block. This is probably going to annoy me a lot, but I only have spruce wood on me now. So I'm putting a mixture of spruce and oak boats. Yeah, not ideal, but you know what? Just have to live with it. Apparently completely forgot to put water in. You can see, if you don't have water there, that's what happens. You just end up with a random item, which is not what you want. Instead, you want it to actually dispense the boat itself. Now I can remove the water and do the exact same thing on this side. All the boats are done. It's actually a very simple and smart strategy. And my strategy to get rid of the water is just to do that, you know, pick it up and place a block on it. Can replenish the egg. Temporarily break this portal, because I know this one will also link, and I think a temporary one just connecting will just make life a little bit easier. Down this exact hole is where I'm going to want him to go. I've got a little corner on here. I'm out of powered rails, but if I go through this portal, I can mine up all of these to get more, since they're no longer in use. Let's get this guy going up the ramp. I'm hoping he doesn't see me. Yeah, no idea. Also, just going to have to remember to break this. There we go. Stupid Vex in there. No, get out. This is annoying. Okay, this just makes things a little bit... Get in there, that's it. We're alright, we saved it. Hopefully, I can just go... Oh, no. Oh, come on, SB. That's it. Push him. He's going in just where he should be. Now I only have to modify the track and do the exact same thing again. There we go. This time it was much more straightforward. Now to remove everything, like these portals, spawn the golems, place a few repeaters that I definitely cannot forget about. And finally, I can begin the giant lava cube. Once that's done, the farm will be 100% completed. That's it done. I didn't put a roof on it. I kind of forgot to, and I've put all my blocks back. I hope it works. I hope the whole farm works. If it doesn't, then I'm just in big trouble, because I could really do with going to bed, and I've spent a long time building this. Now, in here go full shulker boxes of TNT. I can dispense the first box there, as you can see. Now TNT is going into there. The only possible thing I can think could go wrong is if I've missed a block somewhere and a raid spawns down there. That's the only possible thing. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Let's go and kill one of these pillager captains down there, then I'll be able to put this entire farm to the test. So let's take out one of these. This is probably the easiest bit, actually, and I'm quite glad I built this entire system. From here, I need to stand on this platform and flick this lever, and if everything's working correctly, the machine should be doing what it should be doing, and all the raiders will be falling into that blast chamber. You can kind of see them. You can see some Ravagers going down there already. So the next bit is to come up here, fire one singular arrow and push this button. Then I just start placing TNT. Eventually the TNT will get ignited by the arrow, and there we go. It's taking out the raiders. It's slowly getting me XP. Well, it will at least get me XP when it finally travels all the way back up to me. It's just going to take a moment for that, and the farm takes a few minutes to get to full speed. I think I hear XP. I can't actually tell if I'm getting the XP. It could just be repairing my armor. Yes, I can hear it. Look at that. And now look how fast it's going. Okay, because I have 338 levels, it doesn't look that fast, but the farm's still getting up to full speed. And just look at how fast the bars are now going up. It's going insanely fast. I think it's at full speed. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the fastest ever XP farm, at least in recent versions of Minecraft, that's possible. Anyone else has built twice as fast as a Guardian farm. And it doesn't use hunger like other raid farms, because using TNT, I'm never going to get hungry. So there's not much else I can do other than sit, chill, and place TNT, and I'm going to keep that going until I get to level 500. And there we have it, level 500. In the next episode, I'm going to get to level 737 and maybe even 1000. This really does make life so much better.